The Boston Celtics just might be the team to beat in the East. They continue to win and win and win. And they're really just proving, fellas, that this is not a fluke. This isn't just a hot run that they got on. This isn't just, the luck of the Irish. These guys are legit. They've proven it to us last year. They proved it to us the year before that. They are proving it to us this year that without Jason Tatum, without Drew Holiday, without Kristaps Porzingis, these guys, Jaylen Brown, Peyton Pritchard, Derek White, Joe Mazzulla, they really are legit. They've won eight out of their last 9 games, and they beat some pretty good teams. Last night, they beat up on the Lakers. You guys, talk to me about the Celtics. Can they still come out the East?
I think it's interesting, Ron. This is one of the most indecisive feelings I've had about any NBA season, because the teams that's supposed to be winning aren't winning. The teams that's not supposed to win are winning. If you take a look at the Boston Celtics on paper, not on paper, just look at the Boston Celtics and look at the Lakers. Are they supposed to beat that Laker team? Just from watching them. I ain't even talking about just watching the game. You just look at them from a talent standpoint. Are they better than this group?
Yes.
Yet, you think that they're better than that group? With
Yes.
James, with Luka, with
On
AR.
paper, though, Swiper.
I'm just lining up these groups. I'm looking at this group and I'm looking at this group. And I'm thinking to myself, how is this group better than that group? With Ayton, with James.
They have better players.
Do they have better players, or is it the system? Because I think it's the system that's working better.
They have better players,
and I think they got. I think they got better. I do think that they have better coaching. I'm not going to argue that point. But when I watch the Lakers, because if we being honest, I don't think Jaylen Brown was awesome yesterday. I don't.
He was not.
I don't think that he was.
Peyton Pritchard.
I don't think he was awesome yesterday. I do think that Peyton Pritchard was great yesterday. But I just feel like the system in Boston, I think that all of those guys, Joe Mazzulla has a unique way of getting you to buy into what they're doing, and it works, right?
Agreed.
And with the ball, you are going to get involved in offense. Don't worry about that. You play defense, you shoot gaps, you rebound, you talk to each other. He has a unique way of keeping these guys engaged in what everybody else is doing and getting everybody else on the same page, which would explain why they are as connected as they are. So the Lakers aren't like that at all. And the thing that I worry about when I watch the Lakers is the same thing that I worried about last season with them, is Austin Reeves. I feel like he could get taken out of series. As good as he is as a bucket getter, I feel like he can get taken out of a series because the Celtics did a great job in keeping him in the action last night. I'm sorry, keeping him in the action and going after him. Now, the Celtics on the other hand, Ron, what they didn't do was they didn't focus on one guy. Even though Jaylen Brown took a lot of shots, Peyton Pritchard came in and he gave them really good minutes, just not just as a bucket getter, right? But I felt like he gave them good. I felt like he gave them good minutes as a distributor, as a defender, right? And Vooch, this thing is just working with Vooch. Vooch is one of those guys that he gets on the floor and you go, this guy works with us. So I don't know about winning the East, Ron, because I think that there's some matchup issues that you could have in the Eastern Conference, but this group looks really good. They do. They look really good.
Mazzulla Coach of the Year, Chill?
Yes. To be honest with you, and I'm probably in the minority, I got him winning it going away. Like, I don't think it's close with Bickerstaff and what Coach in Oklahoma City is doing. I have Mazzulla winning it going away.
Well, I think it's Mazzulla, then it's Mitch Johnson, and then JB too. But I think any one of them honestly would win it.
Jordan not just never gonna get respected around here. Cool.
You say who, brother?
I think Charles Lee's going to
Jordan not.
I think.
Oh, you talking about the Suns?
Yeah, Phoenix is 7 seed, and
Respect, they scored 77 points last night.
I mean, shit, when the whole team is dying,
Charles Lee deserves credit too.
I think Charles Lee's done a great job.
But yeah, man, look, the Celtics are special, man, and this is why I think when I talk about, again, reiterating conversations, Ron, when I say the MVP of the team is Mazzulla, this is kind of what I meant. It's not to take away from JB at all. It's just I think JB is not. And Ron, you told me if I'm wrong. You watched last night, maybe watch the rest of the season. I think he is very integral to what they're doing, obviously. But if you look at the larger system, like Mazzulla has done a tremendous job. Where, I mean, honestly, like if you would have told me that that Kata was going to end up being like a really valuable player in the NBA. You know, he doesn't have like a lot of great offensive skills. He's a good rim protector. He's like a nice lob finish player. Like he doesn't pass the ball like extremely well, but Mazzulla uses him very well. And you look at Baylor Shireman, again, it's not even just like the box score stuff. It's just everybody buys into a responsibility. Obviously, Sam Hauser. So this is just their role players. So then yesterday, their stars are Peyton Pritchard, obviously, with 30 off the bench. Again, it's just the dribbling. He's so quick, he's so fast, and he's a lot stronger than you get. Like, so once he gets leverage on you, he's able to get around you, and/or he gets to step back quickly. Phenomenal handle. And then like Derek White was great yesterday too. You know, he was only 5 of 13, man, only had 12 points, but like it's the playmaking, it's the driving, it's even just some of the stuff he does in transition, like the floaters and had, like it's the fact he has such a quick trigger. It changes how you have to guard him. He did a great job versus the Lakers yesterday. And then Vooch off the bench had 9 points as well. He had 8 rebounds. He just adds to what they're doing. Like I think they have just found a way, and this is why Mazzulla for me is coach of the year. They have found a way to maximize. I wouldn't say lesser players because I don't think that's fair to what the Celtics are. I think the maximum.
No, you're right, Swipe, but you can say it. There are lesser players. Like coming into the season, nobody cared about what those dudes was doing, Ron. If we being honest, nobody cared about.
They're not lesser. They're good. It's just like they're without Tatum, Drew, and Kristoff,
Luka Garza, Shireman. Come on, man. Nobody cared about these dudes before the season started. Nobody.
Wait, who didn't care about Luka Garza?
You did, Mars. Knock off the bullshit.
Now, Mars has some. Mars has some Luka. He has some love for Luka Garza.
You might have been giving me a little bit of Luka. You might have been giving me a little bit of Luka Garza.
36 right there. Yeah, you
that's what I'm talking about, Mars. Yeah, but I wanted to ask you, Swiper, with the group that he has and the system that he's running. Why do people look down on systems the way that they do? Like, why is being a system guy such a bad thing?
Well, because players in the Ox, this is a really great Ox question too, because
players typically. I was actually going to bring that to Ox too.
Players typically get more credit than systems do. And when we talk about systems, it's usually an indictment on players because, like, when people bring up Steve Nash, they bring up D'Antoni, and they say that the reason why Steve Nash was what he was because of D'Antoni, which for them takes away credit from what Steve Nash was. Because if you look at D'Antoni throughout his career, he was able to take a lot of high leverage, high usage guards and turn them into MVP caliber players. And I think that when you talk about a system with the Celtics, they have Tatum and Brown, for instance. And I think if you say system, then it's like, well, you're taking away from what Tatum and or Brown are doing, or the system allows them to shoot too many threes, which is like you're taking 52% of your field goal attempts from three. That's too modern of an offense. You know, Jordan doesn't like it. I know Ox is not a big fan of, 3-point shooting to that degree as well. And I think there's so many negative correlations with it, but I do think in 2026, Chill, what Mazzulla has done is that even if in this league, it's not necessarily about talent. It is. It's like it's still preeminent, but in terms of the responsibility pie, because we can generate so many good looks at the basket and from three, then I think when you look at what Mazzulla has done, he's basically said, devoid of talent, we can still be one of the best regular season teams in the NBA because we're going to generate so many high quality looks with such smart players that we're still going to be able to be competitive. And honestly, this feels very much like the post Kawhi Spurs for me, because if you remember, they had DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge, but they were still pushing 50-plus games, winning a year, even at that point in time, even without having this incredible roster, because they got everyone to buy into what they're doing. And I think yesterday, if you just look at what they're doing and, like, look at how they're playing, look at how connected they are, and look at how fast they're playing. And, again, defensively, they're switching versus Luka as well. And they're saying, look, we believe, Luka, you're better than any one of our players on the floor. But the difference is the way we're going to play, we're going to make you basically have to play a math game with us where you're going to be using your one-on-one talent throughout the game. Same with Austin Reeves, same with LeBron. And then we're going to go beat you with ball movement, three-point shooting, space, and speed constantly every possession. And I think that's why Mazzulla deserves to be like what he is. And I think that's why Mazzulla's doing such a great job. He's basically just found a way to, you don't have to have like high-level talent to win 50-plus games in the league anymore. And he's done that better than anybody else in the league.
Well, the San Antonio Spurs example is a bad example because after they lost Leonard, they went in the tank. I mean, I don't think they won 40 games.
They went to the playoffs in 2019.
Yeah, but they didn't. After they lost Leonard, they didn't win 40 games, I believe. I don't think they won close to 50 games after they lost him. But to your point,
they went to the playoffs the very next year, and they pushed.
They did, and I feel like they had good talent, but Ox, I really want to hear your input on this. Like, why are players looked at playing in systems the way that they are, as opposed to just being good players?
What do you mean? Like, how are they looked at?
Yeah, well, they're looked at as this is the system. You really ain't that good. You're just playing in a system.
Oh, I mean, that's just a lack of understanding of sports.
Mm.
It's just a lack of understanding. If your coach can draw something up or have a system and you can execute it, being able to execute is a big part of being a good player, regardless of the sport we're talking about. Like it's
Chill, by the way, they won 47 and 48 games right up to that. So just so we're clear. So they almost won 50 games both of those seasons. Remember, Leonard only played 9 games. They won 47 games. They won 48 games the very next year.
So they lost Leonard in the 18. They lost Leonard in the.
They lost Leonard basically in 17-18 because he didn't play the whole year.
Yeah.
So they won 47. They won 48.
So in 18-19.
Yeah.
In 18-19 they won 48 games, and then in the bubble season, they won 32 games. Then after that, they won 32 games. Then after that, 33 games. Then after that, 34 games.
The roster also changed too.
Well, but that's the point. But as you were saying,
that was correct. They won 50 games almost. Go ahead, Ox.
Yeah, it's just a lack of understanding of sports. That's all.
Yeah.
Like if you can execute what you're supposed to be doing, like that's a part of being a good player.
Yeah.
And like that's what we talk about this a lot, Chill. If you like these are professional basketball players. They're you know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to be a household name to be able to get the job done.
Yeah.
You know, and I think Eric Spoelstra has proved that plenty of times. And I mean, mind you, the Celtics have a lot of talent on the roster though. It's not like it's just a ragtag group of dudes. You know what I mean? Like
from
Jaylen
previous
Brown,
to what they had though, Ox. I mean, that's not to say that they don't have that, but considering what they lost and what it was replaced with, I mean, replacing Drew Holiday with Anthony Simons, that's a downgrade. Like replacing Porzingis with Garza, that's a downgrade, right? So this, I can appreciate your logic about talent. No, I'm not arguing that point at all. But when I think about what they had, which was a championship group in terms of talent, and to go from that to what they have now, and to still be competing the way that they do, it's really surprising.
Chill. Sometimes less is more, though.
Like, I could get with that.
There's only one There's only one basketball. You know what I mean?
For real,
I could get with that.
I mean, the Thunder's a team that can lose. The Thunder could lose legit 3 to 4 guys, and they could lose 5 guys, and they'll still be good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually, you know what's funny? We just seen that last night.
Mm.
I'm not saying that Thunder team would win the West. I'm not saying that they would win 50 games, but sometimes less is more. And Swiper, like, you've been pushing the Joe Mazzulla prop. Me and Ox have more so been in favor of no Jaylen Brown is that good. Nobody's really giving Peyton Pritchard his full flowers that he deserves. Derek White has obviously got.
What flowers should Peyton Pritchard deserve, Ron? Who we talking about here? We're talking about an awesome rotation guy. I'm not going to argue that point. But what exactly are we? What are we talking about when we talk about Peyton Pritchard?
Well, hold on, because let's address that though, Mars. Because
please, let's do that.
When Reggie said that, I told y'all that's not y'all got to stop disrespecting Peyton Pritchard. Like that wasn't a knock on Caitlin Clark. Y'all got to remember who Peyton Pritchard was at University of Oregon. You know what I'm saying? What even what he's done at with spurts in the league. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
He's played. He's been on the court with Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Now, mind you, I'm not saying Peyton Pritchard is an all NBA guy. I'm not saying he's a superstar, but Peyton Pritchard has been and has always been dope. This ain't when he gets his shots, Peyton Pritchard typically doesn't stand for the Celtics. I you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to make sure we put that out there and speak on it again.
I just think it's a bad comparison.
Yeah, it probably is a bad comparison, but that wasn't a lot of people act like that was disrespectful to Caitlin Clark, and I didn't feel that way. I agree.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Now it's just the thing about Peyton Pritchard is I think a lot of people don't hype up 6th man of the year as much as they should.
They should.
Like to win 6th man of the year, and it's not just necessarily the coming off the bench part, as much as it is. Your job as 6th man of the year is to come and consistently get buckets every night. consistently get money every single night. And I think that's like don't trip, chill. I got you. But that's not an easy job to do. Like no matter if you are on a team as good as the Celtics, or if you're on a team as good as the Thunder, and it's like all you got to do is come and score. No, that's not easy to do in the NBA. And like for Peyton Pritchard to do that for the couple years that he did it, and now come and do it this year. Granted, he's starting some, he's on and off the bench, but Peyton Pritchard is consistently a 20-point per game guy when given the shots and given the time.
If he didn't play, let me ask you this, Ron. If he didn't play in Boston, let's just say he was the lead guard in not San Antonio, but
if Houston had him right now,
okay, Mars. If he's the lead guard in Houston, Mars, what does Peyton Pritchard look like in Houston?
Well, they're the best team in the West.
Their second best player.
Wow,
he'd be great for Houston. Yeah, not to like harp on the Caitlin Clark point, but the reason I think it's a bad comparison is like Peyton Pritchard doesn't turn the ball over. Like he just does everything right. And like he hasn't shot like 40% from 3 this year. Like last night was like a game where he had it going. But like we know he can shoot. And then like the mid-range stuff, like he doesn't. That's why I thought it was a bad comparison. Like Peyton Pritchard's out there getting money in the mid-range. Like Caitlin Clark has no mid-range game to speak of. And he doesn't turn the ball over. Like they're just very different players. And that's not to say one's better than the other or whatever. But like Peyton Pritchard, when you have a point guard who can handle the ball as often as he does, whether that's starting or off the bench, create offense for himself and others without making mistakes, and can play on and off the ball. Like, I don't know what more you could want offensively from a point guard. Now, defensively, like he's still undersized, but he battles, he's physical. But like offensively, like there's nothing you could say like negative about Peyton Pritchard other than the fact that like he's not great around the rim, but he's so good, to Swiper's point about leveraging his strength, that he can get to like his bump middies from like 8 to 12 feet. And it's like automatic. Those are like layups for him. So if he's able to just get that consistently, it's hard to take that away if you're a defense. So I like Peyton Pritchard a lot.
Mars, you can tell Peyton Pritchard grew up watching TJ McConnell.
When I spoke about his bump middies, I was like, I was going to compare him to TJ, but I just left it alone. I'm glad you took
I got you. That's what I'm here for. But real quick though, because I know Swiper doesn't want to do it, and that's why he didn't do it. But the elephant in the room is Jaylen Brown. Like, yeah, Peyton Pritchard does this thing. Peyton Pritchard, he's good to go off, any given time. But the elephant in the room is Jaylen Brown. I mean,
what do you mean when you say that, Ox?
That's the hard. What you mean? What do I mean when I say that?
You know
what I'm talking about.
Jaylen Brown wasn't on the crew. Like you think he's standing in Peyton Pritchard's way? Is that what I'm understanding?
No.
He's saying Jaylen Brown is the catalyst for Boston's success.
Okay, that ain't the elephant in the room. We've addressed that already. We already know that Jaylen Brown, like me and you've already had this conversation, Ox, about him being higher in the league MVP votes. He should be higher than what he is.
And I'm so happy that a guy like LeBron James spent this week giving love to Kawhi Leonard and Jaylen Brown. You know what I'm saying? Somebody had to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of LeBron. I'm just proud of Brown for doing that. You know what I'm saying?
What'd you bring me up for? I didn't want to do what?
Well, I didn't get here on time, but maybe you didn't do it enough, Swipe. But that's all I'm saying.
I think he had a cool game yesterday. He wasn't great yesterday.
Jaylen Brown is 5th in MVP.
He should be higher. He should be third or second. He should be third or second, depending on how you feel about Cade.
And quick,
this is what we're doing now. Oh, okay.
This is the quote that LeBron James said. He said, "This whole MVP thing, I don't understand why his name isn't getting talked about."
It's getting talked about all the time. People bring this up, bringing it. He has segments
on
shows.
Maybe I'm hearing different conversations.
There are segments on national TV shows about it.
Yeah, I feel like
the reason these segments revolve around the fact that he's not.
He is
one of the top. But he's not Swiping. No, he's not.
That's why.
Right. That's not good enough, and that's why these conversations are being had. These conversations are being had because Jaylen Brown isn't getting enough MVP love. So yes, there are conversations. You're absolutely correct about that. But the conversations are, like Ron said, why is he not being spoken about more as an MVP candidate? That's what the conversations are. 32, 8-7. You know what I'm saying? You can say what you want about it, Swiper. You know what I'm saying? It's nice.
What's he averaging on the season?
I don't care how many shots he took
to get there. How is everybody doing? Good morning.
He could have took 40 shots to get there. That's
my mic hot.
That's his job.
Move it closer to you if you can.
That's his
job.
Your
glasses. Your mic is steaming. Wipe your glasses off.
I mean, he averaging 29. I mean, that's
but like these efficiency merchants really grind my gears. You know what I'm saying? That's your job. That's your job. Shoot the ball.
Who cares about
he's worse at it than a lot of other people.
Who cares about that?
So I mean, I don't know. Tell you, he is worse. He's worse at that very thing than other people. So what do you want me to say, brother?
Yeah, he's not the best scorer in the league. I don't think Fox is saying.
As of today, according to Basketball Reference, the top 10 MVP candidates: Joker, SGA, Cade, Luka, Wemby, Jalen Duren, Murray, Maxey,
Duren, and
Donovan Mitchell, James Harden. Jalen Brown is not.
That's more. Yeah, that's more of a
basketball.
That's more based on like box score.
Chill. Stay off of Basketball Reference. That's for efficiency merchants.
Yeah, that's a statistic. But like the real like MVP ladder, I'm pretty sure he's fifth. Like he's
right.
But what did he do in the straw poll? What was he in straw poll, Mars?
I'll look. I don't know.
That just came out last Friday.
I mean, there's no way he's not. There's no way he's not in this.
Hold on. Let's just do our own MVP ladder. Can we work through that right quick?
Sure.
Chat, would you guys like for us to do that? We talk about basketball.
Wait a minute, Colin. Look at this right here. We shouldn't even be having a conversation about nobody else.
He was sixth on the MVP straw
right here. He starts
That's
the
why I
bull.
said yes.
What this one? Put some little water guns away.
What happened?
He starts the nonsense because we shouldn't be talking about nobody.
What
else.
happened? Your headphones stop working, Swiper.
No,
you know
I
what's
don't
going on.
switching to.
In terms of the MVP ladder, right? In terms of the MVP ladder, I think it's Shea, and right after Shea, I think it's Cade.
Wait. So hold on. Let's stay at one. Who all do we have as our number one? Hey, let's be genuine, guys.
I'm being genuine. Yes, I'm being genuine.
I'll go Shea.
Yes,
Ron. We should have did it like how they do it. We get our first, second, and third place votes off.
Okay.
So,
well, you actually get to vote for top five.
Oh,
let's do that.
Five's too much, but that takes a little time, and Ron, you have to put that together. So let's do, however, whatever you want to do, Ron. I'm not trying to drive the show. I know you have enough trouble with that up here with guys wanting to control the show.
It ain't nothing. I got a clean record. I've never been in a car accident in my life. I know how to drive very well. However,
that's just not true. I've been with you.
All right, so who all has Shea number one? Damn, real talk out of here too. Yeah, damn. I guess the car was crashed.
Yes.
I'm on Team Shea for unanimous MVP. That's where I'm at.
Swiper, who do you have?
Unanimous.
Yeah, I think
I'm
you're
not doing that.
everybody. I got Yoke.
You got Yoke. Ox, who do you have?
I got Shea. I got Shea number one. It was my first place vote. I got Shea.
Mm-hmm.
Real talk.
Yeah, I got.
No, I don't, Ron.
Hey.
I got Jalen Brown.
I mean,
Stand on it. Don't
no, the fuck I don't.
You can say it. It's okay.
Hey, no one forced him to.
Right, you ain't gotta. Don't be scared, Ox. You think Jalen Brown's the league MVP? Say it.
I ain't scared. I just had to think for a second. I got Jalen Brown.
It's okay, Ox. Say that
I
shit.
don't even know what we
I
doing
think it's
here.
SGA, Ron.
All right, hold on. No, I want to circle back around before we get to number two. Mars, you said unanimous. Like that means like nobody else should vote for Cade. Like if it was, let's say it was, because I know you're gonna say everybody has their opinion, but if it was 80 Marses,
if there was 1,000 Mars, I'm picking Shea every time. Yeah.
Okay. And you,
what's your criteria, Mars, for the league MVP?
Playing better than everyone.
I just play better than everybody.
I'm playing games.
Yep. So I'm available, and I play better than everybody else. the entire season. That's the criteria.
It's funny when we had this conversation early in before the season started, and I even told Mars, and I thought I was taking into account enough of this, right? I told him, you're not thinking about how big of that narrative drives the MVP award. I told him that because I was like, you're sleeping on KB in top 5. But even I didn't even realize to the degree in which narrative is driving this year's MVP award. This is Shai's award, hands down. The only comp is Jokic. Nobody else is playing at their 2 levels. These are just facts. We're sitting here. I got
the conversation is very different from the results.
Jaylen Brown's the MVP because he just shot 10 or 28 last night, and he wasn't even the best player on his team last night. It was Peyton Pritchard. So
Payne's a demon.
The MVP
but to be fair,
is
but the narrative is different from reality though. Like the straw poll came out not too long ago, so it's like cool saying, "Oh, Cade MVP." Cade had 1 first place vote on the straw poll that just came out. So like for all the people saying Cade's really the MVP or Cade's in the top 2, Cade had 10 first or second place votes.
True.
So like what people are saying versus what the voters are actually doing are 2 very different things. Yep. Like right now, Shai is running away with it based on the straw poll that just came out, and Jokic is a very comfortable second, which is how I would have it. So like people are saying, "Oh, Cade's the MVP" or Jaylen Brown's the MVP. Jaylen Brown had 5 third place votes. That's the most he got, and everything else was 4th and 5th. So like people say things, but the voters aren't exactly doing what they're saying.
Yeah.
So like I guess so I'm with you. Like narrative is, I'm hearing a lot of like recent, especially after that Knicks game. The Cade MVP prop has definitely been flying. The Jokic moving down the MVP ladder prop been flying. The Jaylen Brown MVP prop has been flying. But then when you actually look at what the voters are doing on their straw polls, yeah, it's pretty much how you would expect it to look.
But more, we all expect it to look like that on the actual vote. Yeah. Like that's how the vote's going to go. We know what the vote is going to be. That doesn't mean we
as long as the voters have a little.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like of course.
I mean, I disagree with the vote. I think it was still too close between 1 and 2.
The votes is going to change by the end of the year, though. Like it always does. The March one, the one that comes out in February. Then there's another one that comes out a month before the season's out.
Keep hoping.
No,
this won't be the first. Just keep letting them get cooked by old dudes.
Yeah.
This ain't the first.
I'm just telling you, historically,
this ain't the first
yesterday by old dudes. Motherfucker went almost 40 and 20.
I mean, chill. Hey, chill. I mean, keep letting Pods get 20 rebounds. But anyways, look,
he had 20 rebounds yesterday.
This ain't the first, second, or third time that we will disagree with the voters. Like we're always going to disagree with how the vote goes. Even if our person for MVP does get it, we'll still disagree with how it lines up. Of course, that's how democracy works. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not going to be satisfied. You know, that's okay.
I want to say on top of that though, just because we are praising Jaylen Brown and Cade for playing in an MVP level in a conversation, that doesn't necessarily mean that everybody's saying that they're going to be MVP. Like, and I'm somebody that I'll take it for, but I'm more so doing that just to shed light on these guys. And part of it too is I don't think nobody expected Cade or definitely not Jaylen Brown. Besides maybe 2 people I know. Nobody expected Cade or Jaylen Brown to be at this level. So more so it's just us giving them their flowers. Like, damn, Jaylen Brown, you really are playing like a top 10.
Ock's been telling me that this dude has been this good for years, though. He has been. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Ock's been telling me that this dude has been chill. You ain't been watching him. He is this good. He's been telling me this for years now.
And chill. With that being said, I didn't expect this because I for one thought Jaylen wasn't going to be playing until like early December. Remember, I thought he was getting surgery. Yeah, I thought he was getting surgery and everything. I wasn't expecting him to be here. I wasn't expecting everybody else to get on board and do all this. So I wasn't expecting the Celtics to be here. Not at all.
Have Cam Boozer, huh?
I remember Ron. Yeah, I didn't think they were gonna. I'm just.
I ain't have to do that. I ain't have to do that.
And then on top of that though, I mean, yeah. If I'm a voter, I'm giving Shai my number 1. I just know y'all are going to say Jay, so I'm like, let me show Jaylen Brown a little love. I think
that's what Swiper did with Jokic too. So
yeah, I think Shai.
You don't think I think
MVP.
He's played better?
Absolutely, I think
on the season.
I absolutely think Shai is the MVP.
I think you've been having to do a lot of coping recently.
Coping about which part?
The team being trash.
Not coping. I've been acknowledging this. I don't know that it's coping about anything.
You've been definitely coping Jokic's culpability.
Yeah, now the coach can't coach. You know,
I'm not saying Jokic is entirely to blame.
He's not been good.
You've definitely been coping regardless.
Adam's been doing a great job.
What's a cope that I've been doing? I don't think he was good yesterday.
I'm not talking about Adam, I'm talking about you coping for.
I saw something like the Nuggets were like 7-2 in clutch games without Jokic this year,
and 7-13 with him.
And
someone told me. Someone told me.
Mars, they not 6 games under 500 with this dude in the lineup, and he telling me he the league MVP. No,
they're not 6 games under 500. They're not 6 games under 500.
Yeah, they're 6 games under 500.
You got to make sure.
Since he came back in the lineup, is that what I'm understanding? Real talk?
No, they're like 4-6 since he came back. They're 4-6 since he came back. 4-6.
They're still under 500 since he's come back.
Yeah, but to be fair, we're going to talk about Denver at some point. I assume I am definitely going to ask Swiper why they're like the worst clutch team.
We'll get back to it.
I'm definitely.
Hold that question. Hey, Swiper, you got time to think, nigga.
I did an episode. You can tune in yesterday. I did an episode about it yesterday.
Real talk just brought up
14 and 15.
I'm just gonna ask you up here. I'm not gonna watch.
I'm talking to Ron. I don't need to think about it.
Yesterday, I mean, Shay's had some stinkers. I mean, let's not make it sound like Shay has been.
He wasn't playing as well before.
Shay's had like 5 bad games.
Okay, but he's had some though. That's the point. He's had 10 games. He's had 7 for 20 games. That's been going on with him.
Mars, you don't think there's a correlation between Jokic coming back and the worst games of the season from him have been coming back from the injury?
Can we get off Jokic for a second?
We were moving.
No, we were actually going to the rankings. So remember, Jokic is about to be next in the conversation.
We will get there.
Yeah, we're gonna get
Shay's had 6 games below 45% from the field.
Sure, that's it. Chill.
He's played 49 games.
Yes.
Below 50%, he's had 12 games.
Yeah.
So 12 of his 49, he's been below 50%. In contrast, he has had 20 games at 60% or better.
We're just doing.
He's pretty much the mark of consistency.
20 of the 49.
He's pretty much the mark of consistency. He's had some bad games.
Yeah, he's had
and
some
coincidentally, they happen to lose most of the time when he plays bad. Which I think is like a sign of like how much they rely on him.
Well, they're 6-3 without him now. I mean, because I remember the conversation.
But that's him not playing. That's different from playing.
Well, I know, but I'm saying, are we going to run to the same conversation we were doing with Jokic when they went 10-6 without him? No, I don't think that's a good argument.
That was like a long stretch.
I would argue that 6-3 is actually below the 55 win pace that I was told they'd be on.
Yeah. Well, I think it was 50 to 55. It's the number you were told. You're going on the high end for some reason. But yeah, it would be 50 games.
Penn absolutely told me 55 games.
Penn?
No way.
Oh yeah, not Penn.
Yeah. I didn't say you. I said I was told. That's what I told you. No. So 6-3, I'm pretty sure
it's below that every time, Mars.
Penn's the real Jokic representative.
Well, they both co-signed in the same statement, but
exactly.
55. But
all right, fellas, let's get back to this MVP ladder. Players' choices MVP ladder.
Mm-hmm.
We have Shea number 1. At number 2, is this kind of?
I got Jokic.
Is this a wash?
Well, no, I think other people got like Cade or something, but I got Jokic.
All right, we got 1 Jokic. We got 2 Jokic's. Swiper like we.
Well, no, he has Shea at 2. But...
There's no way he actually thinks Jokic.
Yeah, I think if you look at the totality of the season, Jokic has been the best player. I don't know why we're doing this. But the idea that you can't make an argument is crazy.
The totality of the season has to include the 16 games.
The CC games,
and it's including. And again, but what I want y'all to realize,
and the 10 games or whatever he's been back, and he's been like.
Yeah, I think he's had of the games he's been back. I think 4 of them have been bad. 4 of them have been bad. 4 of them he's been excellent in, and 2 were mid. That's like that's a fair representation of what he's
doing. That's a 60%. That's a 60%
since he's come. Yes, but then he had the entire of the 30+ games he played before that. And then I'm saying the issue is Shea is not playing through this weekend, so that means he's going to miss an additional 3 more games at least. So now you're going to look at 12 games.
Up on Jokic, by the way.
That's what you said. What?
He still played 7 more games than Jokic.
How many have they both missed?
Yeah. No, Shea's missed 9. Jokic just missed 16. But then Shea's out through the end of the week. Is what I'm saying which is Friday. So that would be additional 2 more games or 3, but we'll see. Because he has an abdominal injury that's been bothering him for a while.
But see, chill. This is what I was talking about earlier in the season, the time when Damo lost his mind because I was showing love to Cade and Austin Reeves and Tyrese Maxey. This is exactly what I'm talking about, chill. That there's people, and I'm not even talking about swipers, so relax, Swiper. Take a couple deep breaths. I'm talking about just other people that make up their mind before the season even gets underway that it has to be SGA or Jokic. When these guys are going to be out here missing 15 games plus or whatever, and we still can't have a Cade, Jaylen Brown conversation.
Cade's played more than Cade, and I'm pretty sure as much as Jaylen Brown.
Well, regardless, what I'm saying, Mars, is that if these guys are missing all these games, and these other guys are you know what I'm saying, getting their teams to these 1-2 seeds and whatnot. Now I know OKC is still number 1 in the West, but this is more about Jokic than it is about Shea, Mars. You know what I'm saying? Cool. This like when these guys are still getting their teams to first and second seeds. And they're playing games, but they're putting up great numbers. They're playing defense. Their team is winning on their shoulders. But these guys are not allowed to be in this conversation because Jokic is the best offensive engine we've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Like this is just corny to me. When it's a narrative thing, like what Real Talk was talking about. It's so narrative driven where voters aren't even allowed to consider these guys. It has to be Jokic. It has to be SGA. It has to be one of these guys because that's what they were told in September. And I don't think
I feel like that applies. You said it did, but I feel like it applies a lot more for Jokic than Shea. At least Jokic, you can make he's missed 16 games and been mids for 6 of his last 10. So it's like, okay, cool. You can make that Jokic argument. With Shea, he's played as much as Cade and played 2 games less than Jaylen Brown. And in my opinion, he's been so much better than both of them. I guess. Like I said earlier, Mars, if I got to vote, SGA gets it. SGA gets my vote. And it's not because I was told to vote for him. It's because of the reasons you just said. He's played just as much as them, and he's been playing great. You know what I'm saying? Now,
so how many more games can he miss for him to move down from number 1 for you? Based on that same logic,
about 7, 8. If he misses about 7, 8 more games, and
so
we got to have a serious conversation.
So that would put him at 17. Obviously, that's not gonna.
You know what really move him down as well, Swipe? If he missed that time and then he got back and then it was mid. So then
that's possible. To be fair, it's possible.
He was mid going into it though. He had bad games going into it because he was hurt. Like that last game was terrible.
Not only that, if he decided,
he was hurt, and if he's still hurt when he gets back,
are you saying? But we were saying mid over a stretch.
No, but Jokic. I think the thing that gets lost here. Remember, Jokic going into that injury
lost something.
Had the 56, 16, and 15, the 34, 21, and 12, and then had the 21, 8, and 5 in the first half versus the Heat, and then he got hurt. I'm saying he was on his way to he was having you know what I mean? The injury obviously affected.
But that matters though, Swiper. I can appreciate your point. It 100% matters. But I think where we're going with this is, Swiper, you're telling us about how good he was up until this point. Well, he didn't get back to that. It wasn't like he got right back to that.
But I'm saying I think what's being overblown
on top of him not getting right back to that, they were rolling with him out the lineup.
They weren't
That's
rolling.
The biggest issue.
I think again,
they were competent.
Yeah, they were competent, which is
they won with 5 games over 500, 4 or 5 games over 500.
No, but I think the issue you're running into,
the
issue that you're running into though with we're going into this direction is they were winning these games, but the problem is it's like all the stuff we're looking at, all the net rating stuff, all the stuff that we talk about for MVP stuff and for teams.
Sure.
They weren't performing well, like in any of those things. They just were gutting out very good wins. Remember, they played versus the Philly game. They didn't have any of their guys. They didn't play Jamal Murray. They had Peyton Watson. That's it. And they still went in there and Jalen Pickett had 24 points. Is that more of an
indictment on Joker? The fact
that's
that
an indictment on the 76ers that Jalen Pickett was hitting
the fact that they could execute in the clutch without Jokic, I do think.
Right. I mean, this is their meat and potatoes guy. This is the guy that this
Jamal wasn't 7-2 in the clutch without him, Mars.
Yeah, I think that's interesting that for whatever reason, and we'll talk about it later, whatever reason, Denver in the games that Jokic missed were able to get wins in the clutch.
Yeah, I don't even know what those games were. I know that one of them was the Nets. One of them was the Nets. One of them was the Raptors.
But Mars, because and the only reason I'm jumping in here, Swipe, is because you do this thing where if we talk about the Nuggets, you have to. Your word has to be law. Like you're the only one who's watching these basketball games. What I'm trying to tell you is when Jokic isn't on the floor, y'all, in those situations, they're a little bit more comfortable because it's like, hey, we don't have to get this guy the ball. He doesn't have to do everything. We can actually just
They're
play
more comfortable in the
basketball.
clutch without Jokic.
We can just play
The record would
basketball
indicate that.
because
They win more in the clutch. Without
we
Jokic.
can no. And this is
Keep
no
going,
way.
Hawk.
I
Keep going, Hawk.
want to be very. I want to be very.
You don't
I want
want
to
to
be
talk
very.
about the on-off clutch.
No.
Hold on.
Hold on, Ron.
You know who's not
Hold on,
signed to
Ron,
clutch
hold on,
court.
Ron.
Just hold on, bro. Just hold on.
He just had the most points
I want
ever
you.
in
I want it. I don't care. I don't care. I want. I
What
don't
are we
care.
talking about?
That's
2 months
irrelevant,
ago.
Swiper.
Yeah.
That is.
It was
Yo, that is no. That is so irrelevant. That
the
is
month of basketball.
Swiper. Just listen for a second and don't take it personal because that shit is not even a knock on Jokic. I want y'all to understand that that's not a knock on Jokic. That's just praising basketball. We got to understand that
without your best player. Well, that doesn't sound like
because
I
I don't care. Swiper, I told you. This is what I'm trying to tell you, Swiper. You got to relax. You got to relax sometimes, bro. You got to chill, bro. You got to chill. This is just simply a basketball thing. This is about if I'm on the court with this guy. And I know that he has to touch it. I have to get him the basketball. That's how you were upset about that pass Jamal Murray made to Jokic. Why did he do that? Because he saw Jokic and he's like, oh shit, I have to get him the ball because that's how we play. When he's not there, Swiper, it's
busted.
not.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so then why were you upset about the pass for Jamal Murray, Swiper?
Because he threw the ball in double coverage.
Yeah, okay. But why did he do that, Swiper? Because that's Jokic, and we have
because the best player in the game had a mismatch.
Just calm down.
I'm very calm.
I need you. No, Swiper. I need you to just relax for a second and
I'm
stop.
very
and
relaxed.
stop.
You're telling me to relax. You're asking me a question at the same time.
I'm not. But I'm not. I wasn't asking you a question. You had to jump in there.
You said why did he throw him the ball?
I did not.
You literally said why.
I asked you a question after you interrupted because you can't handle the fact that Jokic gets in the. I didn't say okay. You can be calm, Swiper, and you can talk calm, but you still are really upset about the fact that we're not rubbing him down. Okay, just listen for a second.
You said that they're more comfortable.
Whatever. Because they are. Because that's a lot of times in basketball when you just like the Celtics, when you just play basketball, shit goes good. When I have to force feed this dude because he's on the court, it's really a simple concept, Swipe. But it's not really a knock on Jokic either. It's just a very simple basketball concept. I think it's just like when Ja wasn't on the floor for the Grizzlies a couple years back.
Yeah,
we could just play ball. We're not forced to give our PRA merchant the ball every time up the court. In fact, we could just move the ball and play regular basketball. Peyton Watson's on the court. I know he's hurt now. Jamal Murray's on the court. This guy, that guy, Bruce Brown, they're all on the court, and we're just moving the ball because why? Because we have 5 basketball players out here. We're looking for the first open shot. We're looking for good looks. We're not just like, hey, Jokic, save us. That's my point. It's not so much that Jokic is a bad basketball player or Jokic doesn't make good decisions or it's nothing negative about Jokic at all. It's more so if anything, Swiper, if anything, it's more of a knock on the other guys. Like what, y'all can't do shit if he's not around? You know what I'm saying? Or if y'all can't do shit.
They weren't though. I think that was the issue with yesterday's game is that they were not yesterday in that one particular game. They did the game before. But yesterday,
once again, so I just want to be very clear. I'm not knocking Jokic. I'm just saying that it's just like simply just when you're playing basketball, a lot of times I think it's easier to play basketball when we could just play. You know what I'm saying? When we could just go out there and just run our offense and just do something. That's all. I think the numbers.
I think at this point, what I've realized is that when Jokic has these like 35, 21, 11 games with 3 blocks and 2 steals, I think it is a PRA thing. I do think there is something to the narrative.
You just ran down a bunch of numbers for SGA, and now you rolling your eyes about what he just
I'm not.
No. Okay, we're not about to do this. It's because you told me he's had stinkers when we spoke about Jaylen Brown.
Which he has. Because he brought up one game.
You explicit numbers of
you did.
Inefficient games.
And it's a fact.
It's not because I just randomly decided
to go. That's not the point, Mars. The point is that he has had bad
games. So why did you roll your eyes about yesterday's game?
Yeah, we don't need to compare those as if they're apples to apples. It's not.
But why did you roll your eyes about yesterday's game?
Shay's field goal percentage. Very different.
Mars, why did you roll your eyes about yesterday's game?
No, it's just I get tired of hearing the PRA stuff. I'm not gonna lie. It's
Oh.
not just
Why
for
though,
Nuggets,
Mars?
just in
Like,
general.
PRA
I think
stuff
that's
doesn't
crazy.
matter.
I think
Because I
I
don't
think
like
he
the
did
box
more
score chill, and I haven't liked the box score since I've
But
been
I think,
on this. So every
I
time I
think
hear
yesterday,
it,
but saying that adds up for
It is my
yesterday, I think
production.
it's more of an indictment.
He
when it
needed
comes
more
to-
I think,
rebounds.
I think
Did you see
production is more than
Pods?
points, rebounds, and assists.
Oh, no question about it. We
Just
we
because
got
you get
to
a rebound doesn't
obviously
mean
it
you're
is,
producing
but
more than
Mars,
we
So,
definitely have to talk
Hey,
about how you got
fellas,
to.
hold on. Chill. I'm gonna step in. Because we are going to get to that game. We still have to finish this MVP ladder, and before we get there, we got to talk about Splash Sports. I know y'all just got riled up about the MVP. I know y'all just got riled up about Jaylen Brown and the Celtics, but I got something even more exciting than anything that the NBA is doing, and that is quick picks on Splash Sports because, well, the playoffs are right around the corner, and now is your chance to not just get in on the action, but to capitalize on the action with quick picks on Splash Sports because it is the DFS game that we've all been waiting for. This isn't just you versus some algorithm or the sports book. It's not you versus a computer. It's you versus other sports fans, real competition, and it would take real skill. But the playing field is completely leveled, which means you have bigger payouts and better chances and more opportunities to win by just picking better than other people that don't know basketball or sports as much as you. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we did the last time we was up here, and let's go ahead and get into our next picks. At Big Ox, what was the last thing that we did? Let's show the people.
Actually, Ron, the last picks were made on your end. Remember on Friday?
They only got 3 games tonight.
Well, what happened on your end, though?
Hold on one second. Oh, damn.
What?
We just completely missed. Royce O'Neal, we missed. Victor Wembanyama, we took the less on his assist and rebounds. He had
I told y'all not
15.
to do that. Didn't I told y'all?
Yeah. Keldon Johnson, we took more on 11.5. He had 6 points. Royce O'Neal took more on 2.5 threes. He only had 2. So we went 0 for 3.
All right. It's all good. Today we'll go 3 for 3. Let's get into it, y'all. We got 3 picks to make in the game that we are going to rock with. Actually, what game do y'all want to rock with? We got
Man,
Pistons
Detroit-
versus
We
Detroit-
Bird.
already got Cade, so we might as well just go with the Pistons Spurs.
Yeah, Cade,
do
he's
it.
a Leicester. He's going to be a Leicester tonight. 27.5 points, not happening.
You being serious?
Dead serious.
Well,
Jalen Duran gonna fry Wemby, so give me the more.
Easy, Mars. Easy. Got you.
I was
chill.
really I was really liking that Cade Cunningham, the 27.5. I think he gonna put a foot to them dudes' ass in the backcourt.
So I just throwing a
guard
monkey wrench in what we doing.
Yeah, that big guard looked different. But
Sure, we got to pick a Spurs player. So we got 2 Pistons players.
Right.
We got to at least choose 2 players on different teams.
sure.
Want to see what else Wemby
I'll
got?
tell you what, that
14.5
Dylan Harper,
Steph
that Dylan Harper 10.5, that Dylan Harper 10.5. I don't love that. I think that the Pistons could do their rotation guys. I think they do a really good job. So I would take the less on that.
Dylan, you are a Leicester.
Mhm.
All right, that's how we rocking. What y'all want to put on it? 5, 10, 100.
We only have 50.
Well, I'm not too
Damn,
confident
you guys
in this
keep
one.
losing.
Yeah, I'm not.
Nah, this ain't give
That's because Ron keep tricking the pot.
Yeah, we might have to stick with 5 until we get a re-up. We might have to stick with 5.
Yeah, let's do 5.
This is
Y'all
what
not
be
doing it for the love of
responsible,
the
guys.
game, man.
Be
Shit.
responsible. Okay, no.
Yeah,
no.
Y'all like
exactly.
when you double down.
But generally speaking, be responsible. We just happen to have some rebels, but be
Damn
responsible.
that. Take the dub. They take the dub.
We got some rebels.
Yeah.
Cade, the MVP, and he a Leicester. How that work?
Yeah, I personally would go more on Cade and
It's
Wemby.
too late. It's too
I like
late.
that
It's too
castle
late.
too,
It's
but
too
this
late.
is how we rocking. Let's go ahead and send that through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all, because y'all don't know what y'all doing.
So for today, $20 turns into $120. We got Cade Cunningham being a Leicester with 27.5 points. We got Jalen Duran more than 17.5 points, which means Wemby's going to be food at the rim. And last but not least, the rookie Dylan Harper. You're a Leicester too. 10.5 points. We got him going less. You guys, don't forget ever that when you use code choice and you play $5, you will get 50 back instantly. That is possibly the best part about this whole thing that we got going on with Splash Sports. On Quick Picks, the only DFS game where you are playing against others, you're not playing against the house. And once again, as if playing $5 and getting 50 isn't enough, they have the highest multipliers in DFS. You can win 50 times the amount of money that you put in when you have a 6-leg entry. So if you're ready to compete, once again, use code CHOICE on Splash Sports to get a free $50 deposit when you only play $5. If the math isn't mathing, then I don't know what math can math better than that. That's right. A free $50 when you play 5. The link is in the description. Let's see what you guys are made of, and we'll see you in the winner's circle. However, fellas, let's get back to this MVP ladder. We got Shea number 1 on our player's choice. The panel's MVP ladder at number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Who's number 2? Morris, you said your next vote goes to Jokic. Swiper, I'm assuming your next vote will go to Jokic. Chill. Who do you have second?
Cade Cunningham.
Mm-hmm.
The 49 games that he's played, 10 dimes on really good efficiency as a distributor. The fact that this Detroit team is as good as they are defensively, I think he has a lot to do with that. I don't think he gets nearly enough credit as a perimeter defender. He blows up a lot of plays. I don't think he's playing at an all-league defensive level, but I definitely think he's playing at a better level defensively than people give him credit for. Him being their primary ball handler, the way that their offense is ran has a lot to do with him. I think his ability to get buckets opens up so much more of their offense. And I think that in terms of winning, I mean, they're winning a lot of the games because he's on the floor. I think he's only missed 3 games this year. So his availability definitely matters to me. So I think that Cade Cunningham, if we're doing an MVP ladder, I think he's second behind Shea today.
Real talk?
If I were to only take into account level of play, I'd probably say Nikola Jokic. But if I factor in, the missed time and how great the Detroit Pistons are playing and how fantastic Cade Cunningham is playing as of late, I don't know. I'm going to have to go with Cade Cunningham at my number 2.
Don't say that too loud. Big Ops. It seems like you will be breaking the tie, brother, but maybe not.
Well, no. This is I'm not breaking the tie. My vote. No. Mars, remember I said Jalen, and because I was trying to show him some love, but my vote ultimately went to Shea. But I mean, this number 2 and number 3 are Jalen and Cade. Jalen and Cade are absolutely 2 and 3. I'll look at time missed, and I look at what the gap is in the standings, and Detroit being almost 6 games up on the Celtics. Have to go with Cade.
I guess he's full-fledged in the conversation, right, Swiper?
I just can't. What I've always, and I said this before, I've said this in the past. The MVP, despite the criteria changing, it has always been about winning. There've been some exceptions, very few, but it's always been about winning. How much do you impact your unit when you are on the floor? How much are you guys winning? And when I think about what Cade Cunningham is doing, of their 52 games, he's only missed 3 of them, and he has not missed those 3 games.
He missed 6 games this year.
I'm looking at the standings right now. He played 49 games. If I just want to make sure I'm 49 games
without him this year.
They've played. Let's make sure that I get this correct, Swipe, because I don't want to get this wrong. So he missed
unless I have it wrong.
I'm
seeing November, January, January.
We were in November, and he missed 3 straight games that they won, and then he didn't miss another game until January where he didn't play. And they won
7th, 10th, and 21st.
But then they lost. Okay. And then he didn't miss another game until the end of the month. And he hasn't missed a game. Today is we're at the end of the month. We're at the end of February. He hasn't missed a game since the end of January. He's been in the lineup the entire time. Yeah, he's been in the lineup the entire time. And since that time he's been in the lineup, 1, 2, 3. They've only lost 3 games since he's been back in the lineup.
But you said 3 games. I just want to correct. He missed 6 games this year, but it's not like a big number. It's only 6.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, I got the number wrong. My fault. I thought they played 52 games. I think that's Oklahoma City playing 52 games. They play
5-1 when he doesn't play.
Yes, 5-1 when he doesn't play. And
I'm really not getting this Jaylen Brown prop. Like, I get it. But
You
I
was
don't
off
get
a
it.
month ago.
You said what?
You was pushing it a month ago.
No, I just said he was better than Kevin Durant this year.
We're
That
talking
doesn't
about-
mean you're the
I thought,
MVP.
I thought we was talking about Cade.
That's what we are.
mean,
I thought that's what we were too.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he's just been there stewing, thinking about.
yeah. 'Cause like Jaylen Brown hasn't been better than Donovan Mitchell this year. He hasn't
Okay,
been
then vote
better.
for Donovan
5
Mitchell.
games. They won
Yeah,
50,
he
played
hasn't been
55.
better than
I got that number wrong. 55.
Cade either, in my
He
opinion.
missed 6 games.
I just voted for Cade.
He hasn't been better than shit. He hasn't been better than Wemby. If Wemby can still qualify, Wemby's better than him.
In the limited time,
I
I'm not
suggest
saying that
you vote for
Wemby's not a
Wemby.
better player because I do think Wemby's better. But in the limited time that Wemby played, you think Wemby's been better than Jaylen Brown?
Absolutely.
In the minutes that he's played?
Wemby's
Yeah.
played as much as Jokic.
I don't
Has he?
really know what Jaylen Brown's
Played
doing.
games.
Played
I ain't talking about
52
games, Mars. I'm talking about like
Mm.
minutes per game and like because he was on that minute restriction when he first came back. I think they had him at like 20 something minutes a game, and I think
He's
that's gotten
averaging
ramped up to.
29 minutes. He's averaging 29 minutes. So
So he's
5
averaging
minutes a game.
29, which it
That's
got
the
ramped
difference,
up,
5 minutes a game.
which is huge. I mean, because depending on where those 5 minutes are, they in the meat and potatoes of the game? I mean, it's
But
different
Wemby's
than in the
always
second.
closing the game. So
He's averaging 24, 11, 3 assists, 1 steal, and 2.7 blocks a game. And he's shooting 58% from 2, 36% from 3 on just 5 attempts a game, and 81% from the line while being the DP.
that Wemby guy, good man. Yeah,
He
good.
is. He's damn good.
better than
Yes, he is.
Jaylen
He's damn
Brown,
good.
bro. I don't.
Yes, I think he a better
So
player
we
than
on-
Jaylen Brown. I'm not gonna argue that point. I do think that.
Hot take.
That is a hot,
Yeah.
that's a steaming hot.
For whoever asked what Wemby's true shooting is 62% to Jerry. in
That
the chat.
take is like when you take your dog out early in the morning at like 4 or 5 in the morning and it's still cold outside and it's just a hot steaming pile of shit and it's just steaming in the air. You can see it because it's January and so
Yeah.
it's like it looks like smoke. It's just steaming in all that coldness, but it's just a hot pile of shit because Jaylen Brown is absolutely better than Victor Wembanyama. But
No, he is not.
No, he is not.
Absolutely. absolutely. Are we on to
we
third
can agree
place?
to
Yeah,
disagree. We can agree to
Okay,
disagree.
how about that? Okay, we'll do that. We'll
Who's the
agree to
first two,
disagree.
Ron?
So we got SGA
Shane
one.
K. Yeah, Shane K.
Cade now is second
Okay.
on the panel's MVP ladder
Uh-huh.
at number 3.
I got Jokic.
Mars still has Jokic. Swiper, I know who you still have. Chill. I'm gonna circle back around to you.
There was a time when I had Jaylen Brown ahead of Vic, and I thought that he was playing better than Vic. But what Vic has been doing lately, because that's what this season is about. This is about like him ramping up his minutes and getting better. In terms of being a guy being more valuable to his team's success. I mean, they have been winning with Vic out. They were winning with Vic out the lineup. I mean, they were like 9-3, something like that, with him out the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
They've been winning without Joker in the lineup. Have they been winning without Jaylen Brown in the lineup?
Yes, every
Yes.
MVP candidate's team wins when they don't play. We're gonna realize all
Like
these teams
significantly?
Yes, they're like 4-1 when Jaylen Brown doesn't play. All of these teams win.
That's the difference between
All of
9 and
these
3.
teams
Because I
win.
think San
Yeah,
Antonio
because he
is
doesn't
9
miss
and
many
3.
games. He doesn't miss many games.
That
Wemby's
matters. Your
missed more
availability
games.
matters, Mars.
Yeah,
The
I'm
fact
not
that
arguing. But you asked if they win. That's all I'm answering. They win. Every
So,
single
yes,
every
they
single
do
one
win.
of these MVP
But
candidates
Jaylen
teams
Brown is
win.
Jaylen
when
They're
they don't
they're
play.
10 and 4 without Wemby.
Yeah.
The Nuggets are 10 and 6 without Jokic,
Yeah, that's a big
and the Celtics
ACS
record
without Shea, Jaylen Brown
without
Jaylen Brown is
Jaylen
4-1.
Brown. What is it?
I'm pretty sure it's 4-1. I'm gonna check though. I don't want to.
No, it's 4-1. It's 4-1 with JB. It's 5-1 without Cade. It's 6-3 without SGA. It's 10 and 6 without Jokic, and it's 10 and 4 without Wemby.
See, all of the teams win because the teams are good. So like,
What's the record for the Lakers without Luka?
Yeah.
you still trying to put him in the conversation?
Yes, you are.
What's the record? What's the record for the Clippers without Kawhi?
If I'm being consistent,
There you go. That's a good name. Now that's
If
a
I'm
name.
being consistent,
Are they still under 500? No.
If I'm being
They were
consistent, and
2
I'm
and 8
sticking
when
to
he
my
missed
logic.
10. Yeah,
They're 6 and 6 without
If I'm
Luka.
being consistent and I'm sticking to my logic, Jaylen Brown has been more available. They're winning more with him in the lineup than with him out the lineup. And winning matters when we're talking about the league MVP. I'm going to say
Yo,
Jaylen
real
Brown.
talk, I swear to God.
What?
I swear to God. Because
Yes,
your
I'm
ass,
gonna say
your ass is up here smiling because with 5 minutes left in the game, my man had to go to the locker room. And your
So
ass threw a
your
party.
guy
And
did
your
what he
ass threw a
usually
party.
does. That's
And
not
your
my
ass
problem.
threw a
Real
damn.
talk,
That's not my problem.
It's not your.
We in
It's
the
not
middle
your
of
problem. It's
something
not
right
your
now.
problem. It's not your problem. Not at all. Not at all. And John Collins. John Collins got knocked out. Oh my God, y'all.
Real
I'm
talk,
praying
I-
for him.
we are in the middle of something right now. Y'all can have this bout. I'll give y'all
The Clippers
20
are
minutes.
4-9, by the way.
Hey, right after we get done with comments of the week, I'll give
cool.
y'all 20 minutes.
Nah,
We
I
go
don't want
back
no
to-
problem.
That's
I'm
good
good.
for
I'm
the
good.
agenda.
I don't want
4-9.
none. I don't want none. We all seen it. We know what's up. Real talk is.
So Chill has
Ooh,
Jaylen
let's
Brown
go.
Mhm.
next on his list. Swiper and Mars both have Jokic. Real talk. Who you got?
After SGA and Cade, I mean, I guess that 15 guy can be number 3. I got Jokic.
You guess or
Nah, he's number 3.
There's no one else you can make the competent argument for.
Yeah,
so.
he's number 3.
And Ox, you would have went with Jokic too?
Jaylen Brown.
Okay.
So Jokic at 3. Nice.
Jokic is coming in at number 3. So we got SJ at 1, Cade at 2, Jokic at 3. At number 4, this should get interesting.
Mhm.
Ox, you're still staying with Jaylen Brown.
Absolutely.
Chill, you're still staying with Jaylen Brown.
Yes, sir.
Swiper, who is your next
Luka.
pick?
Luka.
Luka.
Interesting.
Very
Luka.
interesting.
Yeah.
I got Wemby.
The league leading scorer,
I got Luka.
one of the best distributors, if not the best distributor in the game. In addition to him being one of the best distributors in the game. Yeah.
Why are you shaking your head at that, Morris? He's one of the best distributors in the
Yeah.
league.
One of the best
He
distributors.
said
in the game.
arguably the best. That's why I shook my head.
I mean, argument.
But yeah, we be arguing things. So
Yeah, there is I think there is a conversation between Luka and Joker as a distributor. I do think Joker is better, but I do think that you can make an argument for Luka as a distributor.
Okay.
With that being said, I mean the bucket getting that he gets, I mean, he's arguably the best scorer in the game. The Lakers and
We're doing this season, so no, he wouldn't be in the combo. Just this season.
he's closer to being the best passer than he is to being the best scorer, in my opinion.
Yep.
wow. So this, I mean, I understand the efficiency. I get it. I understand the efficiency. The 3-ball has actually come back. The 3-ball has actually come back.
Yeah, but now he can't make twos. It's like
Which kind of sucks. That's
Oh
you can't make
my
layups. That's where I was
God,
going. Real talk. That's exactly where I was going. The 3-ball has come back, but now that floater is floating away. I don't know what happened to that.
He airballed one yesterday.
he
right?
airballed
The
one.
floater
Bro.
is just floating away, and like he can't make putbacks and shit like that. So that's kind of throwing a monkey wrench in it. But I mean, he still is. I think he still lead. Doesn't he lead the league in scoring still to this day?
Yeah, he leads it. And yeah,
Yeah, he still
he
leads
Isn't
it.
averaging
that
like 33?
chill? Isn't that hilarious? Isn't that hilarious? Because what Real Talk just said, how could I vote for Jaylen Brown when he shot 25 shots to get 32 points and Luka
Yep.
had to shoot 22 shots to get 25 points last night? Oh my God!
Mm.
And the way
no, we were
the way
talking about
he's
last
flopping,
night's
he's
game
a
as
bomb.
far as
Yeah, we're talking
who was
about last night's
playing
game.
good.
I'm talking about last.
I don't
night's
think
game.
Luka played good last night, and I don't think Jaylen Brown played all that great. He was cool.
Right.
He applied a lot
right.
of pressure on the rim, but y'all's best player last
And
night.
Luka,
well, you're not a Celtics fan. The Celtics'
Luka
best
ain't
player
applying no
last
pressure
night
at all.
was Peyton Pritchard. That was their best player last night.
That's fine. And Peyton Pritchard played.
That's all I was
better than
saying.
Luka.
You guys actually think Luka is 4th?
Yeah, him or
I
Wemby.
don't.
No.
Somebody got to tell
Yeah,
me.
I think there's a clear 5.
Well, as of right now, we have a tie. We have 2 with Luka, 2 with Jaylen Brown, which leaves it up to either me or the chat. And I'm running a poll right now. Who's higher on the MVP ladder? And it's ironic because me and the chat both are seeing eye to eye. We all, the people, have Jaylen Brown over Luka. I'll just speak for the chat and I'll be the chat's representative. Winning does in fact matter. And well, when you pull out the belt and put it on the Lakers the way Jaylen Brown did last night,
Jaylen Brown was
and
the
his team, then you gotta,
Swiper, this is the shit you
you
talking
gotta
about,
give him
Swiper?
credit.
Is this what you talk about, Swiper, right here? Swiper, is this
I think y'all the way y'all talk about win loss is very like very
But Swiper, is there not a correlation? You can't
between
sit here
the
and say- you
Celtics
guys
playing
can
the
say-
Lakers and getting them blowing the Celtics out? Yes.
But
yes.
you guys can say, but okay, so what about 8 of the last 9 games?
Yeah.
You could harp
He's
on
been
the
playing well, but like,
okay, but I'm
What, 8
saying,
of the last
do you
9
not
games
think
for
that
what?
his play,
I think they're winning. I think they won 8 of the last 9.
but is his play not part of the reason, a large part of the reason why they're doing this?
Part, and then
A
when
large part.
you do a pie of MVP, who has the most influence on how good their team is? Jaylen Brown's going to have a smaller version of the pie than Wemby, than Luka, than Joker, than SGA, and Cade, and even Cade. Well, but you have to show me how. I'm saying, I guess when we have these discussions, I'm asking.
We don't got to show you. Jaylen Brown is showing you.
No, I'm asking Ron.
I don't care who you're asking. I'm telling you, I'm giving you the information you need.
To be fair, I watch
all
the
you gotta
games
do is
and
watch.
I don't come away thinking top 3 in MVP. So I don't know.
Not at all, bro. Not at all.
But I do think he's having a great year.
He is having a great year.
I just don't see the same thing you see. But I've never seen the same thing you see. So.
When I watch Luka just bump dudes and flop around when he's the one creating contact, I don't see a top 3 MVP guy either.
Oh shit, I agree with Luka. Went in my top 3. Luka not in my top 5. So shit.
Swiper, what about Luka? Like, what is Luka doing to make you to suggest that he's a top 5 MVP candidate, considering what everybody else
relative to Jaylen Brown?
Relative to Jaylen Brown, let's just stick with him.
He's score better than JB is, and he's much better playmaker, much better offensive player.
Okay, that's a player.
Much better.
That's a player.
Much better player. Period.
Okay.
He's a better player than Jaylen Brown. Luka has the issues where defensively he can be taken advantage of. Like, I've had that criticism for it. But again, what he's offering to the Lakers offensively, he's like it's him and it's like Jokic and SGA in terms of just offensive engines, best in the world. Luka has been phenomenal for much of the season. The issue is he has a lot of deficiencies. He can be lazy. He can be lazy with the basketball. He takes lazy shots, takes lazy bad shots, and even still he's averaging 33 on relatively good efficiency. Like, it's still like he's still phenomenal. And he's top 3 in assists or something like that this year. Yep. Like, they're good. The issue with JB is like the same thing Carson said that we were on the couch, and I don't even bring this up because I know Ron and Ox are going to roll their eyes. Like, I do think it's problematic that if you're like your team is statistically much better when you're not on the floor, there is something to that. Like, there's something to that.
Hearing that,
like Jokic in the clutch.
That's why I didn't say it.
Exactly, like Jokic in the clutch.
That's why I didn't say it. That's why I didn't say it. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you look at the
test wise too. What do you mean?
The reason why that's a problem, Swiper, is because this whole thing about these guys not being on the floor, that's a small period of time that they're not on the floor. They win. The reason why I think Jaylen Brown averages almost 35 minutes.
Get Jokic out of here, chill.
Right,
I'm saying statistically.
Jaylen Brown not on the floor at 700.
Statistically, chill. Statistically,
that's fine.
And the question is when are those minutes? Like, they take him out in the middle of the second quarter and he sits for 4 minutes. They take him out in late.
Chill. Last night I felt like that's when the lead would balloon when that nigga.
It was the regular rotation patterns, but there's a steady theme that Boston extend leads when Jaylen Brown's not on the floor.
Yes.
But I don't think that's like. I think that's just great for Boston. But at the end of the day, if we're talking about, for me, when I talk about MVP, I'm talking about level of performance. Like, if your team is still great without you, that doesn't mean you're playing worse. Like, so I don't care too much about that.
Sure.
But I do. I think like it's very obvious to see like their defense ramps up when Jaylen Brown's not on the floor. It's similar to like what OKC's defense does when Shea's not on the floor. Like, their defense ramps up when you're able to have Jordan Walsh, Hugo Gonzalez, Derek White, Cater. Like, you have all of these defenders on the floor. Like, you're gonna produce elite defensive results. And then to Swiper's point about like the system that Boston got going on, they're able to still maintain a high level offense in the like smaller minute dosages without Jaylen Brown. Now, the reason why I don't like buy it, it's not like, oh yeah, if Jaylen Brown just didn't play this year, they'd still be this good or they'd be even better. I don't buy that. But I don't think that's what Swiper's saying. But in small samples of games within games over the course of a season, that stuff adds up. And that's why Boston is so good. But that's not
Mars, if that's not what Swipe is saying, if that's not what Carson is saying, then
I don't know why people use it as the BUN. I don't
you know what I mean? Like, if that's my point, because it's like if you say those things like, oh, in these couple minutes he's not on the court,
it has
they do this better, they do that better.
Yeah.
That's all they are implying that. So it's like, okay, let's go ahead and live in that land. Let's take Jaylen Brown off the team. They will be 8th, 9th in the East.
Because that doesn't apply to any of these other players you're talking about.
Okay, but if you take him off the team, when they're off the floor in those same numbers. If you take him off the team, they're 8th, 9th in the East. So it doesn't matter. If you take Cade off the team, they're 10th, 11th in the East. You take Jokic off the Nuggets, they're 7th, 8th in the West. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's what I think
so
about.
That's not the way it works, though. That's why I'm saying,
so
like,
those on-off numbers are
that's why I
bullshit.
just brought up this.
Mean
It's a
anything.
side point in the conversation I'm having
Side
about
point
JB.
that doesn't mean anything.
It does mean something for people that actually vote on the award. And so what I'm saying in this conversation in particular, I don't think JB, let alone
don't
value,
vote for
he's
Jokic.
not,
Then don't vote for
he's
Jokic.
not been as good as
If they
any of
mean
these
so much,
other
then
players.
don't vote for Jokic.
No, but Jokic is in way better than Jaylen
If
Brown
they
this year
mean
by a
so
lot.
much, then don't vote for Jokic.
They're winning. When
Does it
Jokic
mean
is on the
something
floor,
or
they're
not?
one of the best teams in the league. They're
Does
outperforming
it mean
most other
something or
teams.
not?
That's the issue. That's the issue. It's like
And
the issue you're running.
the Celtics are one of the best teams in the league too. Then
No, I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to have the same.
Yes,
They're
they
not.
are.
They're not. I'm saying, but
we judge. There's 48 minutes of basketball.
But I think in your brain, and she'll argue this too, because he's played more games this year. In your brain, I heard Chill literally not too long ago say he thinks Jaylen Brown has been more valuable to his team's success than Nikola Jokic, and I'm saying, but that's obviously wrong. But I think the issue is that when you're coming down to
it's not.
it is
The reason why
but no, it is though. It is. No,
because you lied about how good you think Jamal Murray is.
Okay, so the reason why
Clearly
I
I lie.
don't, the reason why I don't, the reason why
Clearly,
How
you
did I
lied
lie?
about how good you think Jamal Murray is.
Why?
The reason why I
Why
don't
did
think
I
that
lie?
it's wrong.
Hold on. Why did I lie? Why did I lie?
Because you don't think he's better than Peyton. You don't think Peyton Pritchard or Derek White's better than him.
That's not. But Jamal Murray's having an All NBA season in his own right,
The
though.
reason why I don't think that it's wrong.
Well, he thinks Jamal Murray's better than Jaylen Brown's.
And he has. Yeah, I've made that argument to you before.
Okay,
This
so
year.
That's even more to my point, then, boys. That's even more to my point.
No, because it was the same. No, because the issue is we did the same thing with Jason Tatum last year, and you two said Jamal was worse than both Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and Jokic was still better than Tatum and Brown. That's just not the way it works. Because you have a better second option. Last year, J-Dub made third team All NBA last year.
Sure.
Jaylen Brown didn't make All NBA last year. SJ won MVP going away because that's not how basketball works. And the reason you have to measure a player based on how good
basketball,
they are.
basketball
how
isn't
good
judged
they are.
on and on numbers. Basketball works by 48 minutes of basketball.
It's a whole conversation.
All these
okay, then add everything in.
The reason why Jaylen Brown didn't make All Pro last
year. PRA, you're
this is what I'm saying. This why these. I can't say. I'm not gonna say it again. I said I'll stop saying.
But the
it.
reason why Jaylen Brown didn't make the All Pro team last year, and Jalen Williams and J Dub did make the All Pro team. The Oklahoma City Thunder as a unit were better with both of those guys.
Was better than Jaylen Brown.
Okay, and
Jaylen Brown didn't have a great year last year,
right? And he was better. He was better than him throughout the course of the entire season. And with him being the fact that they won 68, the fact that they won 68 games, that was largely due to J-Dub on offense and defense. There was a reason why he was an All-Star and an All-Pro. So when I think about Jaylen Brown this season, and when I think about his availability, because when I think about the league MVP, I think about how valuable you are to your team's success, not just how much better you are as this guy as a player. When Jaylen Brown is on the floor, the Celtics are a better team. When he's off the floor for increments, you can make the argument, okay, the numbers
are they a better team when he's on the floor when Jokic is on the floor?
Okay, now what you're doing is you're making it.
I'm asking you based on what you just said.
Joker is a better player than Jaylen Brown.
No.
If both play, and this I'm not using this to make the MVP argument because this is not reality.
Sure.
If both players never missed a game and played all 48, which team would be better at the end of the season?
This is between Jaylen Brown, Jokic.
Jaylen Brown and Jokic. Just those
and played all 48?
Yeah, so Jaylen Brown and Jokic never came out the game.
The Celtics would be better because Jokic can't play that many minutes.
No.
Jaylen Brown's in much better shape and condition.
I would have just started talking about the clutch numbers.
I want to say right now,
Nikola Jokic would be bent over dying.
Right there with Mars, what you said. I'm imagining Joker playing all 48 minutes. Their style of play is different, as opposed to the system being more conducive to Jaylen Brown and the Boston Celtics, and he would thrive in that system, and he would make them a lot better because he played more. He played on the defensive side of the ball better. In addition to him playing on the defensive side of the ball better, that system is more conducive. Joker is the system, and they operate off Joker. There's a difference between, and I said this earlier today, there's a difference between running the offense for the big man and running the offense through the big man. So the Denver Nuggets, they run the offense through the big man and for the big man. That Celtic team, they don't run the offense through Jaylen Brown. They run the offense through the crew. And Jaylen Brown is a part of that. That's why it works.
And only one of those dudes is free.
Y'all finna make me defend Jokic. This is actually
Jokic is kind of nasty, real talk.
If both of them weren't hurt and played the whole game, the Nuggets would be better. I'm not even like I'm really not the hugest like net rating guy. But when I do go look at these Jaylen Brown, they're more staggering than what I thought. I'm looking at this shit, bro. The bench is almost to 800 minutes without Jaylen Brown. They're plus 15.2 without him.
The bench?
Yes, they have a 121.
Are they playing against other bench units?
For the most part, yeah.
Are they playing against other bench units?
A lot of Jaylen Brown's minutes off the floor when Derek White and Peyton Pritchard are able to man the offense with the.
It's kind of crazy how good
against other bench units, right?
Which is why these numbers
because Real Talk is trying to ignore that part.
I get what you're saying, but like.
All right, so our bench is better than your bench, so that makes me worse. Got you.
No.
Makes sense. I mean, that makes perfect sense. We'll talk. I understand what you're saying now. All of a sudden, I just had an epiphany. I understand these on-off numbers now. If my second unit is better than your second unit, then boom, we got
some of our starters.
Perfect.
But that's why I don't think it tells the full story.
I understand basketball now, guys. Oh man,
they had their bench out there against some of our starters. And still were whooping us.
Yeah, well, that's not their fault that your starters suck too.
No,
yeah, to be fair, I do just think the Lakers suck. To be fair. But I mean, no, we're past the point where most teams are just running like all bench units.
Anyways. Yeah, all bench units. Yeah,
even in the non-Jaylen Brown minutes, it's probably going to be like one. It's going to be like one starter and like some bench.
Yes,
guys
I know, but that is your second unit. That's a second unit.
I agree, which is why I think these numbers do need to be contextualized. It's not just Jaylen Brown leaves the game, they get better. Right. No, they're playing against lesser units, etc. All of those things are relevant. But I also do think it's interesting. Not saying that is proof of anything. When Derek White and Jaylen Brown are on the court together, Boston are +8. When Jaylen Brown is on the floor without Derek White, Boston are a -1. When Derek White is on the floor without Jaylen Brown, Boston are a +20. I'm not saying that means Jaylen Brown is a worse player, but what I am saying is at some point we have to acknowledge that it's more than just Jaylen Brown. And that's what I've been trying to say for a while.
No, 100%. 100%.
All I've been trying to argue. I got people telling me I don't watch Boston
because
we have to recognize for saying
we have to do the same thing with Denver. We got to do the same thing with Denver, guys. That it's more than Joker, especially this season. I agree,
particularly
considering everything that they've done with that group. It's more.
They've been injured, but I think
the fact that they still lose.
They're elite no matter what with Joker, though. I think is the problem. I think the issue is that what really happened this year, Chill, with Denver is they've had so many injuries and they've been so wildly inconsistent all year. They haven't been able to form an identity since the start of the year. So I think their record is not indicative of how good they are. And even yesterday, when we get to the game, they literally like play brain dead basketball at times. They're so lost as a whole. And I think the issue you're running into now is, again, I think that the Jokic missing his first month of basketball ever. The Nuggets went out there, they played well. Zeke Naji had good minutes. Deron Holmes had good minutes. Spencer Jones had good minutes. Murray carried 29 and 9. I mean, there's so many things that went well, but the problem is it is very difficult to maintain that and do that. And then on top of that, their schedule's gotten more difficult, and they're just falling apart in ways they're trying to refine so many things about the roster. The issue with Boston, they have so many things. Even if losing all those players, they've maintained an identity all year. Joe Mazzulla, which is why he's my coach of the year, has done a tremendous job pulling so many different things out of all these players that have to step into these brand new roles. And to Marty's point, Derek White numerically is not having the craziest season. He's been phenomenal for this team, though. Uber important for the Celtics team. JB has also been very good. Also very good this year. They're having a lot of really good basketball players. Peyton Pritchard been really good. But the issue is when you start putting JB in conversations with like Jokic, SGA, then there's obviously going to be a massive gap between what these players do on a night-to-night basis and how they affect their team relative to this dude right here in Jaylen Brown. And I don't know how JB got in these talks. I think it's because he is obviously
Because
been there for a
it's
long
not
time.
hard.
They have a
Figure
good
out.
record in the narrative.
Boston
You said
are
what?
a two seed.
100.
Boston are a
The
two
narrative
seed
on
on
the
the
Yeah,
season. that many
for
people
sure,
thought
for
was
sure,
wrong.
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
definitely a
quite
part of
easy
it.
to
And
figure out how it
just
happened.
like we know that basketball is a 48-minute sport, we also need to acknowledge it is a team sport. And what the MVP award kind of comes down to is, okay, you have these separate groups, offense and defense, obviously. What the MVP has basically come down to in the last couple of years, especially since it's been an analytically driven award at this point, is who is having the most individual impact on either one of these groups or the combination of the two. And so the reason why SGA's MVP case is so much better, in my opinion, than a Jaylen Brown's or even a Wemby is because when you look at OKC is like a top 5 offense, right?
Yeah.
The SGA is basically the sole reason this season why they have that. Because when he's off the court, their offense falls off a cliff. It drops like 8 to 10 percentage points. So he has a very good, and their defense maintains being the best in the league. When you look at all of Jaylen Brown's numbers, when Jaylen Brown is off the court, they basically have the same exact offense, and their defense gets better. Like it's very hard for him to win an MVP argument when you have Shea influencing
So are we looking at the
offense
same
the way that he does, the way that Wemby influences defense to that degree. Like it's hard for him to win an argument like that, besides just saying, oh, they're winning. And then you want to say, oh, basketball is a 48-minute sport, but we also know that it's a team sport.
So am I getting this
It's not
wrong?
the only reason why they're winning games.
So am I getting this wrong? Am I looking at Jaylen Brown in this Boston Celtic team in 2025, 26? Is he more this good, or is he more Donovan Mitchell 2021?
2021.
Where the Utah Jazz was at the top of the Western Conference, they were rolling. Nobody cared. Nobody could care less.
That was because Rudy Gobert was.
That's what I'm saying. So let's say Rudy Gobert.
This team doesn't have a Rudy Gobert.
No, yeah, actually they do, Mars. And Rudy Gobert is the system. Take Rudy Gobert on as a player, and Rudy Gobert is the system. That's what their Rudy Gobert is. So am I overstating what Jaylen Brown is more than it's really just the system and he ain't that good? Because I think he is really that good.
Well, it depends on what that good is. You just had him third in MVP.
That's what I mean, and I think he's.
Yeah, I don't think he's that. I don't
season.
think he's that good to be third in MVP. But I think he's that good to where he's an elite player. So, but I don't think it's a you thing. I think it's just a general population thing where a team, especially when it's a team that people didn't expect to be good, like Boston this year. Like I know I had them in the play-in. Ron, I think, was the only one who had them as like a legitimate playoff team, and even Ron didn't have them as the 2 seed. So like, so like none of us up here thought they'd be a 2 seed.
I had 8, 9.
Yeah, I had them. I can't remember. I want to say 7, 8, maybe. I want to say I had 7.
Yeah, we argued before the year. I remember I said they were going to win more than 46 games, and I was by far the only person that thought that.
So like,
I think
they're exceeding all of our expectations. Like right now, they might hit the 40-20 club. We'll see. They're 37-19. But like, so when a team exceeds expectations and they only have one star,
that one star player,
that one star is going to get a big chunk of the credit. And that's not to say that star doesn't deserve a lot of credit. Like Jaylen Brown, I think the on-off demons have probably gone a bit too far. Like I keep saying it. The people who try and argue that Derek White is Boston's best player, like they lose me. But then also the people who try and argue that Jaylen Brown is top 2 or 3 in MVP also lose me. I think Jaylen Brown's having a really good year. And then for how the MVP typically goes, I understand why he'd be in like the top 5-ish range. But for the way I do it, yeah, this isn't Jaylen Brown's territory for me. But I understand how he's got here.
But Mars, the thing too is just like, and I've brought it up already this episode, and I keep bringing it up, and I'm just going to keep exposing these people for the fact that Jaylen Brown is not allowed. Damn, what's up? That was the unison. You seen that? Mars and Chill, same time. Anyways.
One time like, we on the same page.
It's just like Jaylen Brown's just not allowed in these rooms, and I understand it. I understand it. He's just not allowed to be here. I get that.
Well, allowed to be where?
We
just had him fourth, right?
He just came fourth on our list.
is.
And once again, I highlighted it, and I'm gonna say it again. When a dude's averaging damn near 30, when your team is what, the third best record in the league?
Fourth, I think. You
second in the Eastern Conference, and he's just balling, doing it on both ends of the floor. Like Jaylen Brown is, you could throw some numbers at him that might not be in favor of him. Jaylen Brown's just hooping, y'all. You can't. It's not too many worlds where a dude averages damn near 30, his team's second in the conference, and you're not top 5 in MVP. It's just
Ron,
not.
It's the politics of.
But what about
NBA.
why is Wemby getting
politics.
overlooked? Then because Wemby's currently second in. They're
you
on the
tell
way.
me why you pick Luka.
Well, I'm gonna just because I'm cool with Wemby or Luka. I really don't have like that. That area is the same for me. I think the issue is I'm trying to understand in Ron, if by that same logic, the young roster thing, that's Wemby this year. Like he's the one leading.
But he has a good roster too.
And they're no, but
so does Jaylen Brown. They
both do. They both do.
Brother,
Yeah,
going into the year, I was arguing between them and the Bucks going into the season. So obviously, people did not think that team was that good.
What team?
So
The Spurs?
No, Swipe, that was an isolated incident. I was there arguing with you, but I think that was an isolated incident with Chill.
I told you guys again that the Spurs would be better than what they are too.
I also think we need to stop doing the thing where a team's better than we thought they were, and then we start still holding them to the standard of what we thought they were going to be. At the end of the day, none of us thought Boston was going to be this good, but they are. So we don't need to keep acting, well, they're surprising. Yay, Jaylen Brown. No, we was wrong.
They can still get bounced in round one, and I wouldn't be surprised.
We all
bug me out at all.
Season expectations and then praise them for exceeding them to the degree. It's like, no, we were just wrong. We were wrong about Boston. I was wrong about San Antonio. I was wrong about Stephon Castle. I was wrong about this overall team and how good they were surrounding Wemby.
Wrong about De'Aaron
I don't
Fox.
then give Wemby bonus points in the MVP conversation because San Antonio is exceeding my expectations when I was just wrong about the whole roster.
Right.
Sometimes
we all had the Spurs over Boston though, right? We all thought the Spurs were going to be better than Boston.
Well, I don't remember.
I don't think I did. I'm gonna be honest.
The Spurs are still better than Boston, though.
Right.
Wemby has a better roster next to him than Jaylen Brown.
But I guess what I'm trying to understand, Ron,
I think a much better roster too.
You arguing for Jaylen Brown as much as you do, but I'm also looking at Wemby, and again, maybe this is the conversation about like people, the narrative around Wemby as opposed to what he actually is. Wemby's having like first team All NBA season. Again,
but I know I've been the main person up here pushing Wemby propaganda.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have. Real talk.
Yes, he has.
No, but
yes,
y'all been because your yellow ass to come up here and do this every other day.
I've been pushing Wemby since last year.
Because you just did it twice. You just did it twice. You said I was the only person that had Boston win the
Ron thinks Wemby is a top 5 offensive player in the game. What are you talking about? He's been saying that. Offensive player in the game.
Offensive, no, but that's not.
Ron be thinking things.
Yeah, I'm talking about top 5 players, period, Ron. Like this year.
Do you want to know where me and Damo had Wemby at on our top players in the league? Do you want to know where me and Damo had Wemby at?
No, we don't want to hear Ron.
What I'm more trying to point out is in this conversation, you're big upping JB, you specifically, Ron, so often that you're jumping over Wemby. And to me, it doesn't make sense because the same argument can be they're 40-16. He is the DPOY having a tremendous offensive season, like averaging 24, 11, and 3 with 4 stocks. And he's been one of the most.
His numbers don't do him justice either, by the way.
So I'm saying, but why is he not above JB in your mind?
I'm going to tell you why, Swiper.
Go ahead.
And it's very simple. One is availability. That's a big one. 2, also, even in that availability realm, the minutes that you're playing versus what Jaylen Brown's been playing.
How many minutes a game is Jaylen Brown playing? You know,
it's 29 versus 34.
Yeah.
So 5 minutes a game. 5 minutes a game, and Jaylen Brown's played 9 more games.
So who cares about what's going on? Like if you're sitting down, it's about what you're doing when you're on the court.
Yeah,
right?
but
no, because we're not gonna have a 21 minute per game guy win MVP.
Well, nobody's playing 21 minutes a game.
Yeah, but I'm saying so.
There needs to be a bar.
Playing minutes matters.
But 29 minutes is pretty.
And Wemby's playing sub.
Yeah, remember, but JJJ.
Enough. Why is 29 enough, but 27 isn't? Why is 25?
Pretty confident. I saw a 24-minute guy make.
My point is the bar is going to be arbitrary.
I saw JJJ win the DPOY at like 28, 29.
I saw a 24-minute a game guy make first.
Why is 29 minutes enough? That means you're missing over a quarter and a half of basketball each game. Why is that enough basketball for you? Because you just decided it is.
Because he's highly productive in his minutes.
No, well,
So if someone's highly productive in 24, you're going to say they're not playing enough. So,
fact.
You don't know what I would say. I would have to watch it on the court.
Real talk. He's highly.
What would you rather? Real talk. Would you rather a dude be highly productive in 24
minutes? We don't need to
minutes
act up too.
or
We
29
understand
minutes?
that playing minutes.
No, I'm saying, is Wemby not playing like an MVP player?
Yes, he is.
I would have had him
playing over half the game. I don't understand what is the. He's playing
I
over
would have
half
had
the
him
game.
at 4, but you decided to go with Luka for whatever reason. But I would have had Wemby at 4. I picked Wemby. I'm the only one here who actually had Wemby in the spot. So
I have my last two were going to be Luka, Wemby, whatever order you want to go, fine. But
yeah,
like,
and you
Wemby,
decided to go with
Wemby.
Luka.
To me, is definitely over Jaylen Brown.
I don't
And
think
you can't even say the winning with.
Well,
with
see,
Wemby,
but
because
see, real talk.
Wemby's team has a better record than the Celtics.
This is what I was gonna say, though.
Yeah,
this is what I was gonna say. So one, I said
because he missed 12 games. That's why they have a better.
So
record.
they're 9-3 when he don't play. So
But it's because he missed. That's why they have a better record.
The reason why the Spurs have a better record than Boston right now is because in the games in which Wemby did not play, they were winning to a degree that their overall team record is better. Yes. So yes, they have a better record because in the games Wemby didn't play, they went 9-3. Yes.
Yeah, they would have won those games.
In real talk, that goes
I'm
into
not
part
saying
of
they
it.
wouldn't, but that's absolutely the reason they have a better record.
When you look at the Spurs roster, they have the Spurs potentially have a top 4 or 5 roster in the league, top to bottom.
Yeah,
that team is phenomenal, and so that's the context that you have to add to it. You're playing next to another all-star. You're playing next to a rookie of the year that's taken a step from his last year. You have some of the best young talent. You have one of the best defenses in the league. You're you have a deep team. I have to, and it's like you have to nitpick in these type of things. And that is my nitpick when it comes to Jaylen Brown.
But it seems like y'all are nitpicking everyone but Jaylen Brown to keep him up here.
What do you mean?
Y'all ignore all the Knicks that we picked with Jaylen Brown.
No.
Chill, I'm not doing it. Y'all sat up here and ignored every actual data point that Swiper brought up, Mars brought up, I brought up, just for you to have the conclusion of, well, he's averaging 30 and they're the second seed.
He's averaging 30.
That was your.
He's the most consistent out of everybody in this MVP category.
What? Well, wait a minute. Just
the
because,
of who? Of everybody in the MVP talk.
So anybody in the discussion. Real talk.
When it comes to availability,
real talk's
he's the most consistent.
Was the on and off numbers. Like this is
Who's
what they're
doing.
doing. This is what he's doing. This is
he's saying because he plays
availability. I'm talking about availability. Just being available to play.
Shea has played 2 less games.
Okay. Hey.
We're not about to say that Jaylen Brown's more consistent because he played 2 more games. We're not
I'm talking about availability. He's shown up and played more than all these other guys.
His 2 games of availability does not make him more consistent than Shea.
Okay,
that's just nonsense.
How many is he about to miss this week, Swiper?
We're not talking about the future. We're talking about now. We are not about to just say because someone's played 2 more games, they're more consistent.
So Mars, I'm not talking about level of. I'm not talking about level of play. I'm just talking about availability on the court. He's been more available than
we got to know when
game 2. It's going to be 5 by the end of the week.
So do you think the most available should be the highest?
No, but that's part of his argument.
Like 2 games.
That's part of his argument, though. And even if you look, even if it is, let's say him and Shea play this. Hold on, right quick, real talk, because you guys are throwing points at me, and you're not allowing me to talk about the points. Even if it was, let's say him and Shea missed the same amount of games. Cool. We've already acknowledged that Shea is the number 1. Like, we don't have to discuss Shea and Jaylen Brown. Now, if we're talking about Jokic, he's more available than Jokic. If we're talking about Cade, he's more available than Cade. Luka, Wemby, all of these guys. I'm saying that is one of his strong points in his MVP argument. I'm averaging 30. My team is winning at an incredible rate, and I'm available. You said
he's less available. He's less available than Donovan Mitchell.
Okay.
Yep.
And he's scoring better, and Donovan Mitchell's scoring better than Jaylen Brown.
Donovan Mitchell's averaging damn near 32.
Yes.
Okay.
Donovan Mitchell's been more efficient.
And he's more efficient.
Okay.
And he's a better passer.
Okay. And now, can we talk about the fat elephant in the room?
No, chill. You don't get to change. You don't get to change.
No, I'm not
changing. I am not changing. I am not changing. I am staying with my argument. But what I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying. Real talk.
What was the elephant?
I wanted to put Donovan Mitchell in this conversation. Yes, I did. Over Jaylen Brown.
You didn't even think about it.
Yes, I did.
You didn't even think about it.
That's not true.
You gotta stop blaming You
I just
gotta
didn't
tell that
say-
these bozos in
But
the chat.
I just didn't
Sway
say
you.
it, but I really
Can
do
we
feel like
get
that.
back to the elephant in the room that apparently?
Yeah,
let's
what
just-
is
I
the
don't-
elephant in the
For
room?
Donovan
What's the
Mitchell?
Are you about to bring up
Yeah.
this roster that's been hurt all year?
No,
What?
he's hurt, and I made
Cleveland's
this
been hurt all
point.
year.
Y'all might not agree with it, but I made the point, and it still stands. His roster hurt is still better than a lot of other teams' rosters.
You know what I'm saying, bro? So
They miss Evan Mobley, they miss Jared Allen, they miss Sam Merrill, and then
It wasn't
Lonzo
just
Ball was
all at the
trash.
same time.
And
Swipe. It
Darius-
wasn't,
and
it wasn't
Darius
like the
Garland
Nuggets where
missed
everybody
half
went
the
down.
season.
It was
No,
during
but Evan
big
Mobley and
periods of time.
Garland are our second and third best players. They missed a large majority of the season, and even still, he was hooping.
I'm not taking away his
So
level.
wait,
of
so
play.
the elephant in the
Make
room is that the
any
Cavs
sense,
have a good roster.
because when
That's the
we
elephant.
bring up
No, the elephant in the
Jalen
room is
Brown's
that they've
team
under.
without
They've,
Jalen
they've,
Brown, it's a problem. And then every argument Ron has suggested is, well, look at who he's playing with. Like it's damn near the same kind of argument that you're trying to frame. It's the same thing.
First off, I don't like you guys. I don't just think Donovan Mitchell has just played much better than Jalen Brown or better.
To be honest with you,
Also,
I really
once
don't
again,
think- I just
I'm
don't
adding
know
the context into
But
it.
you bring up the scoring every time you bring up Jalen Brown. First thing you go to
You
is the
say
30
he's
ball.
averaging 30, they're second team.
But Donovan Mitchell's
That would
scoring
be-
better than
that would be
Jalen
the-
Brown.
That would be the same thing with Donovan
really
Mitchell.
do.
You would
Donovan's
say that he's
scoring
averaging
better
damn
than
near 30 and he's doing it
Jalen.
efficiently.
The main
It would
thing
be
you
the
bring
same
up about
thing.
Jalen, Donovan's
But
better
Jalen Brown's
at better
never
at
doing
it.
it.
So what about the
Very
defense?
efficiently.
Do we just not talk about the
Donovan's,
defense then?
I'm not gonna lie, Donovan's not
I
having
mean,
a
I
bad
would
defensive
love to
season
talk
this
about
year.
Jalen Brown's defense, but I feel like anytime I would try, it would be very disingenuous, and you guys would try to tell me that he's actually playing elite defense this year.
Well, however,
I don't think anybody said that, Mars.
just
Nobody.
Whatever level of
Elite
defense.
defense. Nobody said he's been playing
Yes.
elite defense. No.
Wait a minute, Ron. You don't think he's
We
playing
did a
better than
list
Anthony
like
Edwards this
we did
year?
a list like a month
You
ago.
do not think
Most
that
of you
Jalen
guys
Brown
said
is
he was
playing
top
better than
32
Anthony
player
Edwards
in the
this year?
league.
Viper,
You
we're
don't
having
think that?
we're having an MVP conversation. Respectfully, Ant is not in these talks right now. And you want to know why he's not in these talks? Because this team's not winning, and that's the same thing I'm saying with Donovan Mitchell. However, I just looked at the standings. Donovan Mitchell,
Aren't
his
the Cavs
team
like
is.
a game and a half back?
That's what I'm saying. I just looked at the standings. His team is climbing. Donovan Mitchell over these next 2 weeks could really jump into top 5, legitimate top 5, top 4, top 3 MVP talks. He could 100% do that. My thing is, his team just has not been winning as much as Jalen Brown. And once again, I think his team is more talented than the Boston Celtics.
Okay, so forget the on-off,
Especially
numbers, right?
now
because
with
I don't
James
think it really matters that Jalen Brown's team is statistically performing better without him. Forget that. We'll forget the off part of the on-off numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Why are the Cavs when Donovan Mitchell's on the court better than Boston when Jalen Brown's on the court?
Why
Yeah,
are they better?
Substantially, by the way.
Better team.
Substantially, yes.
Better team.
Why
They're
are the
plus 10 with
Cavs?
Donovan Mitchell. They're plus 10 with Donovan Mitchell on the court. Boston with Jalen Brown are like plus 4, plus 5. Why?
Better team.
Yeah, they got a better roster.
Better roster.
I think they got better.
Okay, so then why are they -2 without him?
Donovan Mitchell?
Injuries.
Yes.
No.
Wait,
With this way better roster, exactly.
wait.
With these way better
What?
rosters, actually, that makes it even worse in this scenario, in this argument for Jalen Brown. Because what essentially y'all are saying is Jalen Brown has a way worse roster than these other players. However, when this way worse roster is playing without Jalen Brown, they're better.
Limited sample size.
And when these way better rosters are playing without their best player, they're worse. But somehow that makes Jalen Brown the MVP.
We also got to take into consideration what style of play is too. Let's not leave that out. Let's not leave that out. And how Donovan Mitchell, very much, I'm not going to say Joker because he's not responsible for that much offense, but he definitely is. Before they got James Harden, he was responsible for the majority of their buckets.
Especially because Darius Garland wasn't available.
Yes, he was responsible for the majority of their
Sounds
buckets.
like an MVP, yes.
And which, to be honest with you, Mars, and I didn't say anything because I wasn't prepared to go there, but I really do feel like that. I just didn't say it. But I really do feel like that. But the fact that the Boston Celtics were winning, that was the separator for me. The fact that they are at the top of the Eastern Conference, I did not expect them to be this good. I actually expected Cleveland to be where Boston is, considering what
You
Cleveland
expect
had.
Cleveland to be where Detroit is.
I expected them to be in that space.
I think I had the Cavs as my 1 seed as well.
Yeah, I had them in that space, like 1-2. I didn't expect them to be there. Right now, they're a game and a half out the 2 spot. something like that.
Donovan Mitchell and Jaylen Brown practically have the same record when they've played. Jaylen Brown's 33-18. Donovan Mitchell's 34-20.
I mean, based on what you guys said, like, it's not crazy to have Donovan Mitchell over Jaylen Brown. I don't yet. However, once again, like I said, in these next 2 weeks, things could change like crazy.
How am I a double agent? I don't understand how I'm a double agent. If I think Jaylen Brown is in the top 5 in league MVP votes because they're winning, that's the main catalyst here. And the fact that he's available, even though I do think a dude could be the league MVP and somebody else is better than him. That could happen. That 100% could happen.
We've seen it happen twice in the 2000s.
What's the Spurs record when Wemby plays?
30-12.
Yeah.
58 win pace.
Right.
Close to 60 wins.
Jaylen Brown's at
matters
54
until
win
we
pace.
like anything that goes against Jaylen Brown, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. It's even like once again away from the off numbers of the on-off equation. When Jaylen Brown's on the court versus when every one of these other MVP candidates are on the court, Boston are the worst team statistically, like in terms of net rating. Once again, in terms of net rate, like they're worse than Denver when Jokic is on the floor. They're worse than San Antonio when Wemby's on the floor. They're worse than OKC when Shea's on the floor. The only team they're better than is the Lakers when Luka's on the floor, and Luka's not in my top 5. But like every other MVP candidate, Boston with Jaylen Brown on the floor are worse net rating wise than all of these other teams with their MVP candidate on the floor. Away from the fact that they're better without Jaylen Brown. Just ignoring that, just looking at Jaylen Brown on the floor with who he plays with. Like, why? Like, so I'm still waiting for an actual answer to that question. Why are they?
He's averaging 30.
The reason,
this is my thing, though.
The question that
we get into these on and off numbers, and I like it's good to know the context and it's good to know what's happening in the midst of the game. But my thing is, when I look at the end result, his team is still winning at the end of the day. So it's like, yeah, okay, your team,
all of them.
Yeah, but his team has
literally everyone. Detroit, number 1 seed. OKC, number 1 seed. San Antonio, number 2 seed. Denver, number 3 seed. Cleveland, a game and a half back. All of these teams are winning.
But they're not winning as much. I mean, to your point,
Detroit, OKC, San Antonio are winning more.
Detroit winning more.
3 of them are
okay. So Detroit's winning. Okay, wait, stop right there because Detroit's winning more. Cade Cunningham is ahead of him. Okay,
the Spurs are winning more.
Oklahoma City is winning more. Oklahoma City is winning more.
And Wemby is not ahead of him.
Wemby is not.
And San Antonio are winning more.
Right, and they
win more with Wemby than Jaylen Brown wins when he's on the floor.
But the difference with that, Mars, and to answer your question, with Wemby off the floor, because we've already gone over this, with Wemby,
they're worse.
No, they're worse.
They're a much worse team.
Aren't they 8 games over 500 with Wemby out the lineup?
They're 10 but chill. But don't you feel like that's kind of nasty though? Because they're 10-4 without Wemby, but they're obviously not near as good when Wemby doesn't play. I'm not saying
that they're a better team without Wemby. I'm not saying that point.
Then why is it important?
The reason why it's important because when you're talking about the league MVP and you're talking about the guy who's the most valuable to his team. Okay,
chill. I want you to remember this. So if SGA misses the rest of the week, right? If he misses the rest of the week, which is 12 games, and they're 8-4. In those 12 games, did that make SGA less valuable to the Thunder than Jaylen Brown for the Celtics?
If they stop winning, if that's what you're saying, Mark,
if SGA if they go 8-4, I'll be generous. Go 8-4 without when SGA doesn't play. 12 games
matter to you guys, man.
No, it does. No, chill.
No,
They're
winning.
All these teams are winning. All of them are winning.
Jay wins. Cade wins.
Correct.
Wemby wins.
That's why Cade is ahead of him. That's why Cade is ahead of him. That's why SGA is ahead of him.
About Wemby, and now we're talking about D-Mitch.
Well, Wemby has the worst availability argument out of everybody here.
All of them.
So like that's
all of them.
I told you
all of them.
Yeah, I told you guys I told you guys my reasoning with Wemby.
He's the one who hasn't been as consistent. He's one who hasn't been consistent in terms of his minutes. He's the one. I'm not talking about.
Which is why I brought up Donovan Mitchell playing more games than Jaylen Brown, and their record are practically identical.
Yep.
And when Jaylen Brown is on the floor and Donovan Mitchell is on the floor, the Cavs play better than Boston.
And I really and
what is the argument for Jaylen Brown?
They're ahead of them still.
That his team stays afloat without him, therefore he's the MVP?
Without him.
Without Jaylen Brown?
Sorry, real talk. Did we get an answer?
Therefore, they've won more games on the season, despite the fact that when Cleveland are playing with Donovan Mitchell on the court, they outperform Boston with Jaylen Brown on the court.
Right. in terms of the
Which
minutes.
means we're
Even
going
though
to go
Jaylen
based
Brown
on
has played
team
more
record.
games this year,
We're taxing Donovan Mitchell for the fact that when he goes to the bench, they fall apart.
but you're taxing Jaylen Brown for that too.
No,
because they don't fall apart.
They don't.
I'm
They
not taxing him for that. What I'm saying, I even said ignore the fact that Boston get better without Jaylen Brown. And why? And I'm still haven't heard the answer. Why are Donovan Mitchell's minutes with the Cavs? Why are they better than when Boston are playing with Jaylen Brown on the court? Why are the Cavs plus 10 and Boston are plus 5? Ignore the fact that Boston are plus 15 without Jaylen Brown. Ignore that. We don't care. Why, when they are both on the floor, are the Cavs playing better? Why?
Cleveland's a better team.
Okay, cool. Stay right there. If this better team, which apparently that's the answer, why are they then worse? Not even worse than Boston. Why are they losing when Donovan Mitchell is not on the floor? If they're a better team, why do they lose when Donovan Mitchell's not on the floor?
Because they rely. The same reason why the same reason why the Denver Nuggets win when Joker is not on the floor. So
what?
When you rely, if you would let me, please.
Yeah,
When Joker
And
is
then
off,
Ron, we're gonna need your answer after Chills. Go ahead, Jill.
I just said my answer.
so when
What?
so when
No,
so
you
when,
answered the first part. You didn't answer the second part.
Yeah.
so when Joker is off the floor, the offense changes. They don't run
The
the
defense
same.
is worse and the offense is worse.
Can we let him finish?
So when Joker is off the floor, right? When Joker is on, let me rephrase that. Real talk. When Joker is on the floor, they run their offense, the two-man offense between both Jamal Murray and Joker. We can't do that with Jamal Murray and Valanciunas. That doesn't work that same way. When Joker is on the floor, he's our hub for our offense. We run a lot of our action off of him. When Joker is off the floor, we can't do that with Valanciunas. We can't do that. We can't do that with Aaron Gordon, right? So we got to play differently. And how do they play differently? They play differently because Jamal Murray is a better distributor than I realized that he is. Well, when the Cleveland Cavaliers, when Donovan Mitchell is off the floor, this is when we can't rely on Darius Garland. This is when we can't rely on Darius Garland because he hasn't played. So Donovan Mitchell is responsible for a whole lot of everything that we're doing. So when he's off the floor, we lose a lot of that stuff because we don't have the system. Donovan Mitchell is the system, as opposed to Jaylen Brown is a part of the system in Boston where the ball is moving. He's added to it because Jason Tatum, he's added more to his being a part of the system because Jason Tatum is off the floor. So now he is more of a distributor, part of the system. He is more of a downhill guy, which is part of the system. He's not the guy who we're running our offense through like we do with Donovan Mitchell when he's off the floor. So I think the difference with these two is the system with Jaylen Brown as a player is more conducive to his game as opposed to Donovan Mitchell when he's in Cleveland. He is the system, and he is thriving. With him thriving on the floor, they look much better.
It just sounds like you explains why he's more valuable.
More valuable.
And to be honest with you,
Right.
wait, say right there, real
Ron?
talk. Did I not just say I really feel like that? But I really do. I'm not going. I really feel like that, but I didn't say it because one, the Boston Celtics have won more, and two, I just wasn't ready to say it, but I do feel like that. Yes, I do.
But chill.
Last year you was there pushing the Donovan Mitchell propaganda, and I thought you was wrong. But like this year's like the year where I feel like you haven't been pushing the propaganda enough.
Yeah.
Like this is the year where like Donovan Mitchell, in my opinion, has a real All NBA first team case.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now he's not on my All NBA first team, but like he has a real All NBA first team case. This is a year where like you could argue he's playing better than Ant this year. Like you can make that argument, and it's very solid. Last year you was here saying Donovan Mitchell #1. I'm saying I feel like you just got the years flipped. Like this is the year Donovan Mitchell is playing like a legitimate. He's not playing like an MVP to me because like that bar is where Shea is at. But like that next tier below, like Donovan Mitchell's playing in that tier to me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask Ron again because Ron answered the first part. The Cavs are better. So with the Cavs being better, why are they then worse? Like not worse than Boston. Why are they losing when Donovan Mitchell's not on the court? If they're a better team,
I really can't give you an exact answer, but my thing is like a lot of teams play better with their best player on the floor, and that's like
except for
that's a grass is green, sky is blue type answer.
Except for
that's really the only reason that I can give you. But also too though, my thing is like amidst this whole thing, I'm like, and we all know this because we've been watching what's been going on. The big reason why Donovan Mitchell is not in these talks, and I'm gonna tell, and like We know this. Same thing with Anthony Edwards. If Anthony Edwards' team if they were number 2 in the West, he would be in this conversation. Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs have been trash. The Cavs have been trash for a large part of the season. When your team is not winning, I'm sorry, unless you're putting up Jokic numbers, unless you're having a historical rush year, you're not going to be in these conversations. Yeah. That's just what it is. Now that his team has started winning, like how I've said, this is my 5th time saying this. Now that his team has started winning, he's going to start getting in these conversations. It's a good chance that he jumps JB. But as long as the Celtics are number 2 and the Cavs are underachieving, I don't care how good Donovan Mitchell's playing. He's not playing good enough to jump into that tier. He's not playing at when Jokic won it in what they were the 6th seed. He's not playing that good. When Russell Westbrook won it and they were the 6th seed, he's not playing that good. Respectfully, Donovan Mitchell, you got the top 10 is ridiculous right now.
So if they take over the number 2 seed or 3 seed, then
yeah, he's getting love from me.
Yes, we definitely having a different conversation.
So they win one. So they're currently a game behind the Knicks.
Well, you said it. You said it to me earlier this season, Swiper, when they were 8th in the East, that the talent is going to ultimately take over and they're going to start winning. So before yesterday, I mean, they had won 7 in a row, right? Before yesterday, they had won 7 in a row. So they're starting to get back to rolling, and they're a game and a half out the 2 spot. So, I mean, yeah, if this keeps going, yes, we got to talk about them different. Yes,
they're rolling right now, and also too
a game and a half.
Difference. But real talk. Check me out though. Check me out.
Yep.
I will acknowledge this kind of crept up on me. It crept up on me. I didn't realize that they won 13 of their last 15 games. I didn't realize that it was that close. So now, like you guys bringing that up, now I'm like, all right. Now we do have to rearrange things. We have to look at things a little different. I didn't realize that the Cavs were rolling the way that they're rolling. So now I do got to give Donovan Mitchell a little more credit. I do got to give the Cavs a little bit more credit. Do I still have him over Jaylen Brown? Not yet. But let's talk. Let's have a conversation.
So what is your top 5, Ron, in order?
I would have, so I'm going to go Shea. I got Cade, number 2. Jokic, Jalen, and then I'll probably go Wemby.
Okay, well, it's funny. There are people on this platform that preach about, coaches got to coach until it's a coach is coaching their favorite player, and all of a sudden you just throw coaching out the window, and now
you
it's
don't
all
think
about
it's coaching going on in Cleveland?
Oh no, there's definitely.
Oh no, there's definitely
coaching is happening everywhere.
No, yeah.
No.
But I'm saying there's
not in Golden State. Apparently, ain't nobody coaching in Golden State. They just do whatever they want to do up there.
Are we coaching in Cleveland, or do we have our hands in our
pockets?
There's
particularly great coaching going on in Boston right now.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
To the person in the chat who said that it's not hard to understand, it's just that Cleveland has a better starting 5 and Boston has more depth. I just thought you should know that Jaylen Brown has played more minutes with the starters than Donovan Mitchell has. Donovan Mitchell has actually played with a large variety of teammates. He hasn't shared the floor with any teammate more than 65% of the time. Evan Mobley is his most shared teammate. Everyone else is sub 50%, which means he's playing with a bunch of different people. He's playing with Jalen Tyson, Jarrett Allen, DeAndre Hunter, Dean Wade, Sam Merrill, etc., etc., etc. Jaylen Brown has played 75% of his minutes with Peyton Pritchard and 71% of his minutes with Derek White. Those are the 2 players most people would say are the second and third best players on the Celtics. He's played nearly 3/4 of his minutes with both of them. His next most teammate is 53% with Nehemiah Cater, who many people would probably say has been Boston's 4th best player. Jaylen Brown has played a large majority of his minutes with Boston's best players. And they are
Real Talk made that argument.
They are still worse than Cleveland with Donovan Mitchell on the floor. So I just want to so if that's not hard to understand, I just want to make sure that's just incorrect. Donovan Mitchell's played with his bench more than Jaylen Brown has, and yet Donovan Mitchell on the floor has outproduced Boston with Jaylen Brown.
This is what I'm about. There's no, because what this sounds to me like, everything that Mars said, that I should not be surprised.
No, chill. You let Ron and
Let
Ox
me
influence you too much.
No,
I'm
I'm not
sorry.
letting
That's all this
anybody
is.
That's a fact, Jill. That is a fact.
But hold on,
I am not-
This is what we can't do. We can't sit here and act like Jaylen Brown does not deservingly
having an
need to be in
opinion,
But you just
conversation.
keep skipping
Whether-
over
no,
players.
right,
Standing on things.
Whether he's
You
at
dudes
3,
yell at me
4,
all the
or at
fucking
6
time
Jaylen Brown
about
has stayed
standing
away
on
from
things.
I mean,
When I
he's
stand
not
on
in
them,
my
you need to
top
come
five,
off
I
this
know
train.
that,
And when I'm
but
on
I
this
understand
train,
why
you
he's
get
at
off
where
this
he's at.
train.
I
You
understand
do this
how
shit with
he's
me all
here. So
the
I'm
time,
not
and I
pushing back
don't
on this. I
understand it.
understand
When I stand on something, it's not good enough. Get off this train. And when I recognize with different information that it's time to get off this train, then why you can't stand on this? What's wrong with you guys? Are you guys fucking crazy? What's wrong with you guys? This shit is incredible for me to listen to you dudes talk to me like this. You let this dude influence you. You let this dude influence you. But when I stand on something and I'm wrong about it, but not wrong, let me rephrase that. When I stand on something and it's not materializing like everybody thought it was, but it's actually coming together like I thought it would, get off that train, get off that train. But when I stand on, when I get off something, you don't stand on anything. Fuck you dudes, man. Every last one of y'all.
Because you are wishy-washy. Because no, chill, you are wishy-washy as a mug. I had to jump you. Hold on, and Ron, give me a second. Because what I'm tired of is chill. Is he does this nonsense. Chill. I had to tell you a month ago not to not jump off the train for Cleveland because of early season injury. And I told you Donovan Mitchell was playing the best basketball of his career. He was at least making first team All NBA. And I said that to you. The issue is you haven't said that at all. No, chill. You all year, chill. You all year have not been defending Donovan Mitchell. It's been me and others. No, chill. You haven't. You have not. You have not. Because all the love you've been giving JB. No, all the love you've been giving JB for the MVP. All this, did he just fall out of camera?
I just broke my chair. You guys drive me crazy. I just broke my chair. Yes. I just broke my chair. Because you guys fucking drive me crazy. Which is good though. Why? I just moved this over. This is perfect. Perfect. I'll just slide this right over. Perfect. Perfect.
See, chill. You let Swiper knock you off your pivot.
This is great. All right, so we could get back to it.
You just let Swiper knock you off your pivot. That's crazy.
Now, where were we? No. I just broke my chair. Now, where were we? Yes, I have been. I said, quote, Donovan Mitchell's the best two guard in the game. And I've been standing on that. Meanwhile, you dudes telling me about Anthony Edwards this and Jaylen Brown that. I've stood on that the entire season. Not some of the season, not most of the season, the entire season. I've said that Donovan Mitchell is first team All-Pro. You guys have been on my case about it. I said that the Cleveland Cavaliers were not serious when they lost to the Golden State Warriors, when they were losing the games that they were losing. I said that they weren't serious. They weren't serious. That had nothing to do with Donovan Mitchell. I've stood on how I felt about Donovan Mitchell the entire season. My issue is what you guys always get on my case about, which is nonsense, was when I stand on something and I stand on it and I say it, chill, you need to get off this. Chill, you need to get off this. Chill, you're being stubborn. Chill, you're being stubborn. And when I recognize with new information that, you know what, maybe I was wrong about this. Chill, why don't you stand on anything? I'm so sick of you guys, man. You guys drive me crazy with this shit.
Chill, I know you stand on business. You know you stand on business.
What the hell?
They just be up here playing with you. However, though, Chill, we got to stand on some of these super chats. And we also got to stand on our top 5 comments of the week. It's about that time for us to get into these comments. I appreciate everybody that sends through thoughtful comments. I appreciate everybody that sends through comments trolling certain individuals up here. And I appreciate the most out of everything the people that send through comments and tell the truth about what really happens on this platform. So let's go ahead and dive into these. Oh, hello, Big Ox. We will get to our 5th and final person on our MVP ladder, and then we'll put together the whole list. However, as of right now, let's get into these comments of the week. The very first comment that I have is courtesy of Matthew XL5BC, episode 759. Matthew said, rim protection doesn't matter. Is one of the worst statements I've ever heard on PC.
Who said that?
Y'all don't remember?
No.
Penn said
someone
that about
defending
Jokic.
Jokic. Was it
Supply.
Penn?
Yeah, somebody
It was Penn. It was Penn.
Jokic's defense. Yes, that's
Somebody
the only time
was-
some dumb shit like that will be said.
Somebody was
real
defending.
talk.
Somebody was defending that Buffett line,
Does
and I could not believe it.
It's
the
so
silver
bad.
the silver shine just as bright as gold? Real talk.
The silver shine just as bright as gold.
Yeah.
You were talking about the
Did you
Olympics.
polish them? What is you
Yeah,
talking about?
you know, the Canada took silver in their sport in both genders.
Mm.
You know, men and women.
Nothing shines quite as bright as your head in the sun.
Shout out to you, bro. We will find out very soon. Cause we're gonna be in Puerto Rico, Pete. We're gonna be
No,
be
we're not.
in Puerto Rico.
No, we are not.
We are
I'm not coming to
100%
Puerto
going
Rico.
to be in Puerto Rico.
I'm
I will
not
make
coming to
sure
Puerto Rico.
we are going to be in San Juan.
Nah,
during
swap.
December.
Nah, swap. I'm
Nah.
I'm going to Puerto Rico next January. Pull up.
No, I'm there. I love it's cheap too. Chill. You would love. You been to Puerto Rico? Chill.
How cheap?
It's like 200. I'm pretty sure you get a round trip right now for 280. You can get a round trip
Real?
right now for 280. Not from where he is. Not from where he is. He's all the way up in the corner.
Damn.
I used to date.
What else cheap down there in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, what else?
Food is mad cheap. You would love it down there.
Food real cheap.
The
Okay.
food cheap.
Great.
What kind of
Drinks is
what,
cheap.
what you be eating down there?
Yeah, what you be eating?
They got their own meals down there. They got a
Oh,
bunch of
man,
different stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good to know.
I called y'all like 4
Like-
times when I was in Puerto Rico, man. I was having a blast.
Yeah, I was tired of seeing you also with your shirt off, so you know I had to just let you enjoy your vacation.
Hey, real talk. Tell him about in person when I be out and about, bro. Tell him talk to him real talk.
Swipe is so
Yeah.
extra, y'all. I'm so sick of this dude.
I'll be trying to, hey, Chill, I'll be trying to, shit, low key dip off on this nigga. He,
Real.
But this nigga was in the middle of the dance floor, pop locking. I said, hell no.
Straight up,
nigga.
Swipe is so
Swipe is looking like the one dude that be in the restaurants eating the food and be doing the
All right, y'all. The next comment of the week that we have is from episode 761. Cozy Gaming 1 said, people tell you they care about defense, passing, and playmaking, but only cares about scoring for real. Another truthful comment of the week. Is that you guys? Is that any of you?
No, Ron. It's the problem is it's like the chat and even sometimes panelists, they hold you to every single word in every single argument, right? So if I'm having a conversation about two players and it's like, oh well, okay, this person gets the edge because they're a better defender. Now when we talk about another group of guys, they're like, oh, now you don't care about defense. Well, I mean, yeah, I still care about defense, but if this guy's just that much better, obviously, I mean, it's every single conversation we have is it's circumstantial. You know what I'm saying? It's different, and a lot of times people can't compartmentalize that, and it makes it really hard to have conversations with 6 different people, and
I'd be like,
listening. You know,
Who cares about defense?
it's like talking about politics at family dinner. You know what I'm saying? You can't really do that because.
Chat, this is a question for you guys. Just let us know by typing in the chat. Who cares about defense the least on PC? Not just up here on PC. That's Damo included. That's Pin included.
It's whoever. It's the
Jordan.
Jokic merchants. It's the Jokic merchants. The Jokic.
because Pemby Glaze and Scotty Barnes for defense. So it's
So
You got
it's
Scotty
Swiper.
Barnes as the
It's
defensive player of the
Swiper.
year this year.
it's Swipe.
No, it's not. I'm Lou Dort on PC, so obviously that is not true. I love defense.
Yeah, you
It's
just
not true
don't
at all.
respect your own game. That's it. You just don't respect your own.
I do actually. I know I'm a role player. I completely stick to the fact that I'm a role player. I'm 100% comfortable with that.
That's crazy to me. For somebody that loves defense so much, you do not hold your man to high
I
standards.
do. I said yesterday. I think it matters a lot, actually.
Swipe, I
matters a
think
lot.
these conversations would be so much more genuine if you just, kind of acknowledge the fact that your man,
What is
It doesn't matter how much
What
I
the hell
say.
is
That's not a
genuine?
word.
Yeah, did you-
You guys don't remember?
What
Time
word?
out. Y'all don't remember when I coined that like 2 years ago?
No,
Or
you
it was
weren't.
like a year and a half ago.
Genuine.
And
Wait, I'm
we
starting.
went through this whole thing and we said
Yes,
on the
you're
Player's Choice platform, genuineness is now a verb.
Genuineness is
Or
not
it's
a
now a
word.
word.
No. I think we did have that conversation.
We did
here,
have it 100%.
But either way, bro. Genuous, you're just gonna say genuous and keep going. Like
That's a great word. Genuous.
Not
Man,
in
he's
that.
very-
It, right,
he
no,
just
but
thought
right
genuous
there.
was the root word of disingenuous. He just thought
I
it
was
the
about
root
to say,
word.
would genuous be the opposite of disingenuous?
Yeah, that's what he was like. Hey, okay,
Yes.
just take up to this. Disingenuous. There you go.
No, but all I'm saying.
How do you
all I'm
spell
saying, though,
genuine? Like,
all
what's
Or
I'm
should I
saying,
say?
though,
Oh,
is
so should I
you
have said
coulda- you coulda-
undisingenuous?
You could have just said like genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have just said that word.
Genuous it got a little something to it. It got a ring to it.
Okay, no doubt. I ain't mad at you.
Yeah, but Swiper, be more genuous about your man. And,
I feel like I'm very genuous about it. You like that?
But you don't care about Pods coming up with 18 rebounds.
I think somebody else.
Wait,
I don't know
wait.
But chill.
Hey, but
15 rebounds.
But chill. Okay, but chill. Let Kevon Looney have a bunch of rebounds in the playoff game.
Jokic 20 rebounds yesterday, brother. Like,
oh my God!
Gracious.
And DeMarcus had 17.
Come on, Looney had 20.
Looney was killing him. Period.
DeMarcus had 17 rebounds.
So
16 rebounds. My bad. He had 16. He had 16.
That should, shout out to Al Horford. Yep.
Oh my God! I ain't never heard nobody that just have completely different criteria when it matters for them.
No, circumstantial.
Yeah, circumstantial. You got him come.
No, that's not but this is not the same thing. No. This isn't one of those situations.
You gotta be genuine.
No, Mars, don't do that. Don't do that because now the people think that that's what I just did. This is the same exact conversation. In fact, Pods is 5'11".
He's 6.
Why is that on Jokic? Don't you think
Because that's the only
crazy?
thing that's the only thing y'all have to hold on to Jokic for the defense is the fact that he can rebound. That's the only thing y'all got is this play ending. No, the only real thing. No, swipe. The only real thing y'all got is the fact that
he has good hands.
No. Real talk.
But
Like the only
yesterday he had
real
5
thing.
stocks. You love stocks. You're a stocks merchant. You love stocks.
No, I'm not. I didn't even know what stocks meant until like last season.
No, this is not
stocks. True. That is true. Stocks.
Go ahead, Ron. It's not next.
Is
comment.
Joker
Like stocks and bonds?
rebounding? So ain't nobody else responsible for rebounding except Joker? That's it.
Apparently.
Valanciunas.
Right. And I mean,
No,
I
chill. I know for a fact that he's not responsible for all rebounding. I know that, but I just want to just hold people accountable like everybody else. Because
he should have had more than 20 rebounds. I agree. He could have had a couple more. I agree. See, I'm willing to work with you, Ox.
I don't want to work with you. I want to be enemies. I'm cool. I don't want to work with you. I want smoke. I want fun.
No, ever since we shared orange juice, I'm sorry. Like you're
I told y'all what happened at that brunch, and they said I was trolling.
I don't think
we've had
drinking
meals
orange
together
juice.
too, Ron. So now
I don't think drinking orange juice at the same table means we shared orange juice. I think we shared a booth and had breakfast.
That was a tight ass booth.
It wasn't like like them like them old school those with they get a Coke and 2 straws or a milkshake and 2 straws like they're on a date or something. Nah, nigga, it wasn't nothing like that.
So you mean to tell me a 6'3" nigga with a head like Thanos and a 6'9" nigga built like an ox squeezed into a booth with one little glass of orange juice?
Oh man!
Wait, so I say
what's the
now?
third?
Now he's 6'5", so we.
I'm 6'3" now. Okay.
Look,
Ron trying to be
real talk.
6'6",
right?
I'm glad that you were there to witness this because what happened is now you know that I'm at least as tall as I've been saying. Ron, now he has to lie about my height up to make up for his lies about how tall he is.
Like still,
Oh man,
definitely taller than you.
He's 6'8", about 2 inches. He's 2 inches taller than me. We came up.
How big is 2 inches? Show me again. Just do it quick.
God damn!
All right.
I don't know, Ron. You got the computer next to you. You show me. Show me. You got the Lubriderm. Go ahead. Next one. Next up.
Well, I mean, not in this room, but anyways, the next comment of the week is from 989 Michi, episode 758. Said, tanking is not that serious. I'm with Mars and Chill. It's the reason why a team is tanking because they don't think they're good. So let them do what they need to do to get good.
That's the reason for tanking, so I could get a better draft pick, so I can pick a better player that's better than any of the players that I have on my team, so I can build my unit, so I can be better.
I won't say it.
It's been a big kerfuffle made about tanking this year. I really don't know.
It hasn't been just this year. Real talk. That's what
I know people have had a problem with
consistent,
it.
but
I'm saying it is a bigger like it's louder now, the noise around tanking this year.
It's crazy. It became such
but
a
y'all know
a
why,
Jazz
though.
game that I know no one was watching, but all of a sudden they going out like they cared.
Yeah, nobody actually cares about.
Well, I mean, but real talk, Mars, y'all know like I mean, the reports have come out that there are companies that are really against.
That's why.
against the
Yeah,
tanking
that's
because it
why.
hurts, you know.
That's why the NBA is making a big deal. I'm
Right.
assuming that's why the fans were complaining. They probably were checking. Oh damn, Larry only has 21 and they took him out. Like that's probably why.
My parlay.
Yeah, that's probably why people were complaining. But at the end of the day, like, I think
just
it's-
like, man,
I
just
think we're in a
like I
weird
told-
spot, man.
because it was
Changing the league
who was it?
because of-
I know
I guess.
we had when Jalen Carter was on, and there was a couple other guys that were just really parlay watching, and it was just like, bro, you can't be mad. You can't just hate a player and say he's sorry because you took the more every time, and they, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean they're weak.
You absolutely can do that as long as
If you're
that
a parlay
opinion
watcher.
is only when you lose and then the next day you move on. But
No, yeah, but it's
when
not.
you
though,
lose-
Talk. It's not. It's like they.
No, there's people who
judge-
be like,
they
they'll
judge
call
basketball
players
players.
overrated because they sold their
Yeah.
parlay.
They judge basketball players on parlay. Those are parlay watchers.
Shout out to them, man.
By the way, chat, Kyle Pitts just got franchise tag, so update your fantasy draft boards.
He still plays.
Shout out Kyle Pitts.
He still plays for the Falcons.
Yeah, we got franchised by the
I was
Falcons.
a big fan of Kyle Pitts from coming out of college. He gave me Shannon Sharp vibes.
I think we all were chill. But shout out Kyle Pitts and also shout out the NFL. And more importantly, shout out to the press box because this is where you can get all your NFL news, all your great takes. And ultimately, this is where you can stay locked in with Player's Choice. The press box is live on PC Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m.
Bama had a
Eastern
disgusting day, by the way. He would
And
not let
Sundays.
go of Gale Sayers. He said Gale Sayers is definitively better than like LaDainian Thomason, Adrian Peterson, and like all the running backs that you see now today. He'd be the
He
second
knows
best athlete in
his
the NFL.
history. He
No, he
knows his
doesn't.
history. That's all.
No, he doesn't. Respect it. Respect
he's
it.
shout out
definitely not
to Gil.
better than Adrian
Probably Gil.
Peterson. AP, stop.
AP ain't one of them, yo. However, y'all, we got to get to the next comment of the week, which is, with all the news about burner accounts and tweets and all of that stuff, Chucky WB in episode 757 said Swiper definitely got a burner account. Swiper, would you being on
Absolutely.
Twitter so much, is
Absolutely.
it potential?
I can actually confirm that. Nope, no burner.
You have a
Don't have a
burner
burner.
phone too. That's what I'm saying. You make sure that you make
These
sure
are
that
two
not
different
get yours.
phones for two different things. This is a
Work
work
We know
phone.
you ain't gonna show all your
Work
phones,
phone.
man. Come
This
on,
is a
man.
personal phone. I have two phones for two different
Clean
reasons.
phone, dirty phone?
One of them might be no. They're both clean. I clean both of them.
Oh.
But no, I don't.
I
personally don't-
Flipped up, didn't you?
I personally don't need a burner.
Which phone do you talk to Ticket on?
Ticket?
Yeah.
Well, I don't. It was my computer. Is why I talked to Ticket on. But
Oh.
shout out.
So
shout out.
clean phones, dirty computer.
Yeah.
Swiper-
I just
Swiper got-
personally
Swiper got
there
four
are
phones,
many
3
things I've said on my
laptops.
main account that would be better said on a burner account, but obviously I don't really care that much. So what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it?
Which phone do you take to Puerto Rico?
Which phone do you take to the
This one.
bathroom?
This one for sure.
All right, you know what?
This one. This
We
one.
can move on to the next one.
Wait, y'all, what do you take to the bathroom, Mox? You take a phone? You take an iPad? What you take?
Ooh, oh man.
Next comment of the
Hey,
week.
God has done-
You
God
guys
has
are
done real work
ridiculous,
on me,
man.
boy.
Nah, you two are ridiculous, right, Chill?
Well, I'm sorry, Ron. You take your computer to the bathroom with you.
It's not big enough. Let's move on to the next comment of the
I'm
week.
an old school brother. I still use magazines.
All right.
So you got a VHS player in your bathroom?
I do not. No, sir. Ron fucking me up with this hoodie though, because Mars is the hoodie guy. What are you doing, Ron?
Hey, Chill.
What are you doing?
Hey, when James Harden started coming through with Euro steps and whatnot, or Manu Ginobili, it was other guys that added that to their game. You know, hey, Martin's game is so potent and it's so so efficient that I thought maybe, just maybe I could add a little bit to my game too.
No man, them VHS tapes is dangerous. That's
You
what
got
got me caught.
you got
when I
an
was
8-track in
little.
your house? Chill.
I do not have an 8-track in my house. No.
What's
sir.
the oldest? Do you have CD players?
I have my CD collection right here. Yes, I do.
Yeah, I still have one too.
Mhm.
Nah, for real though. When I was like 12, I forgot to rewind one of the tapes and I got caught.
Nah, you had to always rewind back to the last previous spot.
All right,
I
y'all.
was in a rush, bro.
The last comment of the week. Shout out to all the 12-year-olds out there discovering themselves. But we're going to discover this last comment of the week from episode 761 from Jason Grove. Jason said, it's such a baseless way to assess the quality of an individual by their team's success. Ouch. If a guy is performing below standard, but their team makes a deep playoff run, why should that elevate the individual? Is winning important? Yes, but you need a team to win. Blaming guys for not winning, even though they absolutely hooped but played with bums, shouldn't discount how good they were. Such an old school mentality, LOL. But dumb guys like Jordan don't have the cognitive capacity to understand it. Guys just knows how to talk in narratives.
Is that from the segment where you guys were talking about Cade's being in like the Jokic and Shea?
Yeah. No, it was a segment where Jordan started by saying that when did winning not become the main thing? That's where that started from. And I chimed in with, I recognize that we can't win the NBA championship every year, but the problem is that when we're talking about gaps, and I think that does matter. Yes, winning absolutely matters.
But he said that if Cade wins a championship, then why was he not being in a conversation with SGA? Is also what the end of that was.
Because
I watched that segment.
But and we didn't, and the thing is that we didn't do that with. And I don't agree with that because we didn't say that when Paul Pierce won the NBA championship and was the Finals MVP. Paul Pierce was not the Ox.
He was not the best player. Was better than him.
Yeah, he was not the best player on the planet. We did not say that we did, and that's a fact. Sorry, Ox. And we did not say that when the Pistons won the NBA championship and Chauncey Billups was the Finals MVP,
Ray Allen,
the best player in the world and best player in the world. We ain't say that.
I ain't say that, but KG was better than Paul Pierce.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. That's a fact. He was better than him. But
in 2008, in 2008, he was not better than Paul Pierce.
Yes,
no, he wasn't.
He was.
No, he wasn't.
Way more.
He was absolutely the defensive play, a great defender still, but he was not better than Paul Pierce in 2008. And I refuse to have this conversation.
I didn't know you was a KG hater. I didn't know that. I didn't know you was a KG hater.
No, he just loves Paul.
No,
Pierce.
y'all Paul Pierce haters.
I know
y'all Paul Pierce haters. That's all.
It all makes sense, man.
I'd be showing Paul Pierce love.
Most mid All-Star forward of the decade, by the way. But we can move on.
He was better than Melo. Nigga,
he wasn't actually.
All right, well,
he was
fellas,
still better than Melo.
Definitely didn't have more.
He was still better.
Definitely didn't have more aura. I can tell you that much. He definitely didn't sell more jerseys. I can tell you that much.
Melo's soft. See, you're so commercial though. But see, Melo's so soft, nigga, punching niggas and running. That's some shit your soft ass do.
What Paul Pierce had to go boo boo and get carried out on a stretcher.
That's some shit your
Pierce had to go boo boo and got carried out on a stretcher.
Reach over a nigga, punch, and then run.
Paul Pierce
just like Melo, soft ass yellow niggas, man. I'm tired of y'all. Shut up.
Paul Pierce got carried out of the game like this.
Anyways, chill.
Paul Pierce in the middle of a playoff game
chill.
was in a wheelchair talking about this. I gotta go boo boo,
like I said, chill. Like I said, chill. Paul Pierce was still better than Melo when Melo came to New York.
Said that at the time
Paul Pierce used to bust his ass.
Nobody said that at the time.
I did.
Yeah, but you don't know ball.
You don't know ball.
Paul Pierce used to bust his ass.
And on April 10th, it's gonna be Melo versus Paul Pierce. And I'm gonna put you back in your
street cred.
On April 10th,
about street cred. On April 10th, nigga, you're gonna be acting so nice. Stop it.
Hey, on April 10th, do you guys know what else is gonna happen? We're gonna see another legendary battle between Deni Avdija and Kawhi Leonard. Yes, y'all, the panel is gonna watch the Blazers versus the Clippers live at the MODA Center, and you're gonna watch it with us. But do you know what else you're gonna watch before that? Do you know who else you're going to see before we watch Kawhi and Deni Avdija? You are going to watch Mars, Chill, Swiper, Ron, Damian, Drench, Real Talk, and the whole panel live in the MODA Center. You will get to check out a live show. We'll do a meet and greet, fan experience, all of that. We'll all intermingle, and then we will head into the arena. Well, we'll already be in the arena, but we will then turn around and watch the Blazers versus the Clippers. And then after that, we'll go to the after party. And then after that, we'll go to the after party of the after party. And then after that, don't even worry about what happens after that. But it's going to be a hell of a night. It's going to be a hell of an experience, and you're not going to want to miss this. You guys, the tickets for this close pretty soon. So grab your tickets ASAP. Plan your trips ASAP. If you're in Portland, I'm expecting you to pull up. Me, Big Ox, and a couple of my other homies was just out in Portland this past weekend. We ran into a lot of people, and a lot of people said they was going to pull up. I'm expecting to see y'all there. I can't wait to see y'all there, and I can't wait to have a good time with y'all all night long. Grab your tickets. The tickets are in the bio. And once again, we'll see you guys in the MODA Center.
Yes, sir. I can't wait for that, man. It's gonna be a great time.
Yeah,
Now,
man.
I hope Denny's back is good.
Well, I hope Kawhi's ankle too. Yeah, Kawhi's ankle. I'm hoping Kawhi's
Yeah, I mean, well, shit. Ask Paolo about that ankle. He know it's fine.
It is. He beat Paolo?
He was cooking Paolo.
Beat Paolo? You mean he beat Desmond Bain?
It was
No, I'm saying. So Paolo was better because he won. So that's how it goes.
Hey,
but pull up.
I could get with that.
I need y'all to pull up to Portland, man. We're gonna have a great time up there in Portland. I was just out there in Portland about a week ago. You know what I'm saying? Up there with a few of my people up there. We was plotting and planning on Ron. He didn't know that though, but yeah, we'll be up there. Meet us up there.
Y'all can come and watch Real Talk soak and cry as Kawhi's cooking. Because
hey, Real Talk, you and them on-off merchants leave me alone. Y'all gonna come around here, and the only thing y'all gonna learn about is the off button. All right.
That's good.
Drink More Water sent through the first super chat that I'm about to read, and Drink More Water said, "I gotta give Chill his due. Before the season, he said Boston can be a team that can contend in the East, and many, including myself, disagreed. Now look at them." By the way, the West versus the East record is 151-150. Why is it so close this year?
Because the East isn't as bad as y'all want to say it is. That's why.
He's been winning games this year. That's why.
Because the East has.
I don't remember Chill saying that, but I'm gonna give Chill the credit too. Shout out to you, Chill.
I didn't say that. That's why you don't remember me saying that, Moss. Because I didn't say that. That's why you don't remember me saying that.
Better man than me.
Yeah, I definitely didn't.
That's why you didn't recall me saying that, because I didn't say that. That's why.
My memory had you not believing in this team. So
I believe the term that I used was gap year. I think that was the term. That was the term. Actually, yes. I believe it was gap year. So yeah.
Shout out to you, man. I'm gonna still give you the credit though.
I don't think so.
All right, the next super chat is from my dog, Teddy Hart. Teddy Hart said, "Anyone think that deep down, Jaylen Brown is ecstatic? He got the chance to show the world that the gap between him and Jason Tatum isn't what the marketing would have casuals believe prior to this season. Not saying he wished this on Tatum, but still."
Why wouldn't
I think so, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, once again, like you said in super chat, I don't think he wanted his bro to be hurt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Of course not. But I think he's glad to get the chance to show people like, nah, I could do this. I could play a little basketball. You know what I mean? I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting your opportunity also.
Imagine being able to sing lead. Like, I've been singing background this whole time, and you've been giving me parts in the song, but actually I get to sing lead now. You don't think somebody? I'm pretty confident that you want to do that. Yes.
It's just like Kelly was saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, that's her sister, but, meanwhile, this nigga putting his hands on me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I didn't even know. To be honest with you, I didn't even know when I saw that. To be honest with you, Ron, I didn't even know that. What's the other chick that was in the group?
Michelle.
Yeah.
I didn't even know she could sing. I was like, oh shit. I didn't even know that, to be honest.
Man, this nigga act is crazy.
I didn't even know she could sing. I was like, oh shit.
All right, y'all. The next comment that we got, super chat that we got, is from Nightmare Comics. Nightmare said, "Chill nearly got me fired for laughing as hard as I did this morning. Him basically collapsing made me laugh harder than I have in years. We love you, Chill. Thank you guys for always making me smile."
Chill, the chair broke, or was it like just tilted?
Yeah, he said it broke.
Literally broke. So I gotta go get another chair today. As soon as I get off with you guys, I gotta go get another chair.
Look at you. PC better write that off as a business expense. That man don't come out of Chill's pocket. That's a workplace incident.
That's on Swiper. Nah, that's on Swiper. Swiper got it.
Yeah, actually, I wasn't even thinking about that, Mars. You damn right.
Yeah, PCA.
Yeah.
Yo, make sure buy the
I
most
need a new
expensive chair
mic,
you
matter
can.
of
Sure.
fact. Yeah, I need
Yeah,
a new
buy the
Yeah,
mic.
most
we gonna write it off as a
yeah.
business expense right out of Swiper's check.
Buy the most expensive chair you can. Sure. I want to see you in some luxurious recliner tomorrow. Like you gonna be locked in.
Hey, chill. I think I got this one at Ross, maybe, for like a few years ago. But the difference is, y'all, I got these pads on the bottom and on the side that you get from Amazon that actually saved me. And so, you know, all in all, you can get a nice little spacious little chair for, you know, less than, you know, depending on what you want to spend. I'm in the chair all the time every day. So, you know, do you have a gaming chair? Anybody have a gaming chair in here? Mars, you do, or you just have a regular office
this
chair?
is a regular office chair. Gaming chairs are bad like that. They're not good.
You said
Office
you
chairs
got
for the
pads,
win.
Swipe?
Yeah, you get them on Amazon. They're way better for your back.
Use them like monthly or I don't know.
He used to use pads daily. He just wasn't really good with them.
Oh, you were talking about like menopausal.
I don't know what
pads.
you're talking about.
Yeah,
Not menopausal, menstrual.
No. Yeah.
No,
You were talking about that menstrual. Okay, sorry.
Oh yeah. No, that's kind of out of line.
I
I was
knew it was
talking
related
about
to
your
women
football
somewhere.
pads.
Yeah.
You just,
Exactly.
you know,
That's what I was talking about, Ron.
yeah. You just
No, just little padding you can sit on and all that kind of stuff. Y'all just sit on straight chair.
hey, we're
My back
men.
don't hurt?
Michael. We're real
my
men.
chair has like padding for the lower back. On
See,
it.
little
I didn't have to
something
buy
right
it
here.
separate.
Now, real talk, you might have to get like a double X chair to get some padding in it.
Look, why are we doing that? What do we? No, real talk. Don't do that.
Hold on, chill.
Why we doing that?
Hold on, chill, because I knew Mr. Potato Head was
I
finna
knew he
say
was
something.
going with that.
I knew Mr. Potato Head was finna say something. Swipe.
Rotten applehead ass nigga.
That's what I'm saying, nigga. You start buying your clothes in the actual 2X that you wear. Stop wearing all that tight shit.
All right, the next super chat that I got is from Whoopity Scoopity. Whoopity said, I think once again, the Cavs' flaws showed in the Thunder game. Also, maybe I'm too much of an OKC homer, but I feel it's disrespectful to put JB and Cade on SGA's level, even if they're having great seasons.
I feel like Shea's playing at an all-time level. I feel like he's elevated above a lot of his peers.
I will say this, though. If we have like another postseason run where Shea like drops kind of tremendously and Jokic does as well, I'm going to be looking at this efficiency in these regular seasons a little bit different in this new era. I do believe we may have to look at it.
Spoiler alert, they're not going to be plus 10 in the playoffs.
No, I'm not, but it's not even the fact that they have to be like that, but it can't be. I mean, Shea
was like a plus 0.5.
Shea was like neutral. Shea was like neutral.
That's what I'm saying. It can't be like that much of it. Like
that, jump shooting gets harder.
That indicates that the game changes to that degree, and then your performance changes to that degree. I don't know.
Well, he really got sunk by that Memphis series when he was goofing around the whole time. No.
They didn't need him in that Memphis series.
For sure, shit overrated. People gonna realize, but we're getting
DSG Piccolo said, get smoked by 50, then give up 77 next game? Sure. Why the hell not? No consistency. Clinging FC, we up per usual. Why did Denny even play when his back is that fucked up? Tiago worse than Mafia Chauncey?
Yeah, they gave up 157 one night and then gave up 77 the 2 nights later.
What's that on average? Like about 110?
Yeah, but remember, I believe that's the record, NBA record. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, for the biggest drop off between like points allowed over a 2-game spread.
Yeah. Phoenix offense without Devin Booker. If anyone questioned Devin Booker's impact, watch them against Orlando and Portland. Watch them against Orlando and Portland. Team cannot score the basketball. Shout out to Jalen Green, game winners, by the way. But yeah, team cannot score the basketball.
Hey, I remember when Devin Booker used to be in Anthony Mitch combos. I remember those days, man.
And well, he's having a bad.
You mean
no.
The next
you remember when they used to be in deep book convos.
Yeah, low key. Yeah, low key. Yeah,
there was a time where I think, D-Book was the best 2-guard in the league, especially in my opinion.
Yeah. He did a better 9-game run than any of them though in the playoffs. So shout out to him. Got a 40
23.
Answer this question.
As soon as Bradley Bill fell off, it was D Book.
Who you got here, Joe?
Boston tomorrow. Oh my god.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT.
Oh man,
I got Brett Favre.
Shout out, bro.
The GOAT is Peyton Manning, followed closely by Brett Favre.
Aaron Rodgers is better than Peyton Manning.
What?
But Peyton Manning's up there though.
Aaron Rodgers is better than Peyton Manning?
Yeah, he's better than Peyton Manning. Yes.
Okay, cool. No problem.
no, he's not.
No, yeah, but it's okay. It's okay.
Way more
That's
ability than Peyton Manning. Way more.
That's okay.
Oh, ability
That's all
merchants. No, Josh Allen merchants. No.
Oh, right. Because we're gonna act like
Ability
Peyton
merchant.
Manning was
First off, this is not basketball, brother. You don't get to bring that ability nonsense over here. You got to perform when it matters the most.
Facts.
So
Got the most
Jokic
MVPs of
your
all
best
time,
player?
the best season of all time, 3-1 versus Tom Brady in the AFC Championship game.
Who has the best regular season of all time?
Best regular season
Peyton
quarterback
Manning by far, brother.
in NFL history.
By far,
Yeah,
insane.
2013 by far.
That
Yes,
is
Pure
insane.
passer.
yeah, 2013 by far.
Insane.
Yes.
Insane.
Tom Brady's
By
next
far
up,
crazy.
then Aaron's next up, and then Lamar's next up.
By far, it's crazy.
Yeah, no, it is by far.
What about one of Mahomes' years?
No, Mahomes is also up there, but that's one of the 5 too. But Manning had 5,555 TDs and sat out the second half of the last game in 4 quarters that season. He could have had 60 and 6,000. That's how he was insane. that
Almost
season.
as good as Lamar Jackson. Shout
Yeah, Lamar at 24 is up there though, even though he didn't win MVP. But he had 43 passing touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and 900 rush yards to a chill, and like 47 total touchdowns with a 119 passer rating. That's by far one of the best seasons of all time, and he didn't win MVP.
Yeah,
because of
one
errors. We can get football whenever you want. Sam Darnold will never touch those heights, by the way. I can't wait to run the season back.
It's okay. I know another person that can. But all right, let's get to the next comment of the week.
Wait, Ron. Before we do that, since we're talking about football, I just want to give one more shout out to the best thing that happened in the NFL in years, and that's the return of Phillip Rivers. That was so exciting. I loved every minute of it. Shout out to Phillip Rivers, baby. I know y'all was tapped in. I didn't miss a game. Phillip Rivers, man, my man. It was so good to see you.
Hey, Russell Wilson or Phillip Rivers at their peak, Ron?
Russ.
I'm taking Russ too.
God. Dude, we don't got to turn this into a Phillip Rivers knock, okay? It was just good to see
don't
the
bring
old
him up
man out
then.
there
He's going to get cooked.
You know,
Russell Wilson.
Every time.
Clears.
Every time you bring him up, we gonna fry.
All right, well then fuck y'all and Russell Wilson. How about that?
Okay.
Keep going.
Wow.
Well,
I didn't know that you and him. Never mind. Dub
Well,
ball
now
out
you know.
highlights.
mm.
Dub
Swiper
ball out
got
highlights.
some nerve. Swiper, you got some nerve bringing
About
up bringing up that 3-0.
I know who Ox voted for.
Who?
You got some nerve bringing that
He was
up.
3-1 versus Tom Brady in the AFC Championship.
Break. Like
He
right, real
outperformed
talk.
Tom Brady head to head.
Oh, like Peyton Manning couldn't throw past fucking 30 yards in 2015.
Oh, he sucked. He was terrible.
So what are you talking about?
Well, he beat. What do you mean he won? So you're a wins merchant. He was 3-1 versus Tom Brady in the biggest game they could play in.
Now you worried about wins.
No, but chill. In the biggest, that's the biggest game they could have ever played in with the AFC Championship. Peyton beat him 3 times and had the worst team twice.
I got you.
Twice. Tom Brady has some stinkers in them games. Matter of
And
fact,
so did
Turn the
Peyton
ball over.
Manning.
No,
So
he
did
did.
Peyton
He
Manning
did. No,
6
I'm not
times
gonna lie
in
to
10
that.
years. In the 13 years that he played for the Indianapolis Colts, 13 years he played there. 6 times he had a
First
top
round.
10 defense.
Yeah,
6
first round.
times he
They
was
were
one and done.
terrible.
6 times he's West. Every other year he's getting
chill.
bounced in round 1. Bounced.
No, Tom Brady was god awful in the
He's
first 3 Super Bowl
bounced.
runs he had. Now what? He got carried in 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah, but you
3 of them.
you just literally just
That's
told me
also
about
true.
winning. They
But
won
this is
though.
why Aaron is better.
Because
than
of him.
You just literally just told me that they
Adam
won.
Vinatieri,
And you
3
just
straight
told me
years.
that, and you literally just told me that Peyton Manning, they didn't win because of him,
Adam
but they won.
Vinatieri.
So give me a break, as you were saying, Ron.
All right. The next super chat that I got is from Dub Ballout Highlights. Dub Ballout said, "How we liking that belt last night to the fakers, fellas?" You gonna talk about this. Pritchard is my 6th man of the year. Since he's been moved to the bench, he's averaging 23 points per game on almost 50, 40, 90 splits, 80% from the free throw line. Real talk.
He started the whole year. He's not.
Yeah, he's not finna win 6 men of the year at all. He's started way too many games. What were you about to ask me though?
What about that belt to the fakers? That's what the super chat said.
Here's my realization about the Lakers. Well, I told y'all before the season started this was a mid team, so this isn't like a revelation to me. But the revelation this season for me is that Luka Doncic just isn't the quality of player I was anticipating that we were going to have on the Lakers. And what I mean by that is initially, I'm not even going to put like a number on it. It's a tier of player. I thought we were getting an SGA, Nikola Jokic tier of player, regardless of wherever you have them ranked. But now I see we have like an Anthony Edwards, Tatum tier of player. And, that's still really good in the league.
She'll try to tell y'all Tatum was better.
I'm not going that far. But, like, Luka has played to, in my opinion, to that kind of standard for 1 month this year, and that was January.
Real talk, in high school, you ran hurdles in track?
You said what?
You ran hurdles in track in high school?
Nah.
No, he was a thrower. But let me ask you this:
I wasn't a thrower. No.
Do you?
No.
Mars, remember you had the argument with Real Talk 2 months ago about Luka 24 and this year. Do you think there's that big of a gap still? Like, do you think? Because you didn't think there was much of a gap between 24 Luka and this Luka right now. Mars, do you still kind of stand where you are? That he was just hitting his threes is the big differential between this year and that year.
Yeah, I don't think I'm on the side of the process of Luka hasn't changed that much. He's declined athletically.
And so that
I don't think his overall process of the game has changed, which is why I wasn't as high on 24 Luka as other people. I haven't been the biggest fan of Luka's style of basketball, but it's been effective. I still think it's effective now. I just think the Lakers suck, and that's kind of where I've been at pretty much the whole year. I don't think the Lakers are a good team. It's that simple to me. I don't think they're that good, and by that good I mean for a contender. Like, I'm not saying they're a bad team like the Wizards. I just don't think they're that good. So, and I think Luka would look better if he had a team that complemented his strengths and hit his flaws. And I don't think the Lakers do anything that does either one of those things.
All right. Well, speaking of the tier that Luka's not on, Julius Irvin said SGA being MVP is cool, but Jokic over Cade is meat writing. 4 and 8 in his last 12 games. Can't beat any good teams. Why all them stats and efficiency and all-time impact ain't leading to the best record? LOL.
But why they're still winning their minutes by a good bit when he plays in his last 10 games, by the way. But
it's not winning basketball games.
No, I hear you, but I'm saying I don't think the teams played that well. I don't think he's played well in 4 to 10 games he's been back. I think he played excellent yesterday. I think they just ran into a heater and they just couldn't make the stops down the stretch, in part due to Jokic, obviously, especially in the first quarter with Al Horford. But I think yesterday's one of the ones. I just, I think he played well enough to win, but things situationally didn't happen. So it is what it is. Murray also wasn't great yesterday, despite the numbers. I thought Christian was excellent yesterday, by the way. Christian.
The reason you can say the Nuggets are winning Jokic's minutes in the time he's been back is because he has 2 games of like a plus 40 plus minus.
Yeah, that definitely does. Yeah,
they have 2 outlier games in terms of outside of that they've lost his minutes.
Yeah,
pretty comfortably.
So. I don't understand the allegations of flip-flopping on Luka this year. I criticized him when he was early on this season. I was very critical of him. I said in January that month he played like the best player in the league. I didn't say for the year. I said that month.
You said the three.
And I said outside of that month, he hasn't been to the level that I thought he was going to be.
That's correct. You did say that.
That's what I've said about him this season. That month, he played like the best player in the league. Outside of that month, he has. I've been critical of Luka all year.
He was complaining about him the whole time. He was complaining about him the whole time. It's like all of a sudden he's now on my team and I get to see all the problems that he really has with him. In fact, the example that we brought up, Real Talk, was homegirl lives on the other side of town. Now she moved in with you and you see how nasty her ass really is. And Real Talk has been complaining about him the whole time.
But chill, they saying I'm flip-flop because the one time he played well, I gave him his credit.
Yeah.
How was that a flip-flop?
Do the same thing with me. Yeah.
It's just hedging your bets.
Luka is who he is, man. I think you overrated him a couple years back, and I think you've probably gone a bit too far the other way this year. But at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Yeah, I think he just woke up because people have been complaining about these things for Luka for quite some time now. I think Mavs fans were just kind of the only ones that are locked in consistently. But he's a great player, obviously.
Real talk, it's all good. Just accept your label. You are who you are.
Bro, that should be getting on my nerves because, like, I'm sitting here and because my opinion is malleable based on what I'm watching, that's a problem. That doesn't make any sense to me. If I was very high on Luka in 24 because I think he played to that level. If he's not going to play on that level, then my opinion about him is going to change. Right. I don't see how that's a problem.
All right, well, Kraken Tales sent through another super chat. Kraken Tales said, can we be honest? JT only wants to come back because if Jaylen Brown wins MVP, Eastern MVP, and Finals MVP, JT is cooked. He'll be a Clipper by June 2026.
That's ridiculous.
That would be amazing if Boston won without Jason Tatum.
Yeah, but that's I wouldn't have any leg to stand on.
That would why? That's still not a knock to Jason Tatum.
Oh, it's got nothing to do with Jason Tatum.
Sit there and tell us. No, Mars, do not let him off the hook with this. You know why? Because in 1994, if the Chicago Bulls would have won the NBA championship and Scottie Pippen would have been the Finals MVP, we ain't doing that with Jordan no more. No, we not. Yeah, and you definitely ain't doing it. You definitely ain't doing it.
But he would have just told you how good Scottie Pippen was.
No, he wouldn't.
See, that's the thing. I do that all
the time. Jordan anyway. So if that would have happened.
No, I don't think that. But I mean, look, Pippen a man without it. That's my thing. I'm a man without it. I don't need to win the Finals MVP without you here. I know how dope Scottie Pippen is because I can like all of us.
I know how dope Jaylen Brown is now.
We get caught up. Yeah. We get caught up in what other people think too much. We have to learn how to worry about what's going on in our lawn. Cut your own grass. You know what I'm saying? Water your own hedges. You know what I'm saying? Clean your own gutter. Stop looking across the street and over there and worried about what that man's doing over there. I don't give a shit about how everybody else feels about Scottie Pippen, how everybody else feels about Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I know how dope Jaylen Brown is. Him winning, if they were to win this year and he were to win the Eastern Conference Finals MVP, that would have nothing to do with Jason Tatum at all. Nothing. When Jason Tatum comes back, he's going to be just as dope as he is with or without Jaylen Brown winning these awards.
Yes,
it's completely and totally irrelevant unless we're listening to the media, unless we're listening to narratives, unless we're listening to people just being nasty. Who cares about that? That's
you don't think JB's been hinting at some things though?
That statement right there, Chill, is the exact reason why I say some people talking about basketball is more of a it's ruining it. It's ruining the sanctity of this amazing sport. I'm telling you,
you don't
right
think
now,
JB's been hinting at some things with some of the things he shared on
I think
social media?
I think he's been hitting on the fact that he's dope as shit, and y'all probably should have. Yeah,
we were when we put him on. We put him on the All Decade team. I'm with you. I'm saying that I think some of this is, I am curious when JT comes back, what happens with the workload? Maybe JB doesn't care. Maybe he really doesn't care, which is completely fine, by the way. If he doesn't care, I hope obviously, but it's going to be curious though.
All right, fellas.
The way I talk about winning and how much winning does matter to me. I mean, it's not the end all be all, but if Jaylen Brown were to win, if the Boston Celtics were to win the NBA championship this year, and Jaylen Brown would win the league MVP and win the Eastern Conference Finals MVP and win the Finals MVP, the way I talk about how winning matters, I would have to change how I feel about him. I would have to do that. I couldn't just stand on, I still think Jason Tatum is a better player. I couldn't just stand on that. That ain't enough.
Why not?
Because Jaylen Brown produced. That's why. And he did it more than once. Before?
Jason Tatum has absolutely produced.
Yes, he has produced. 100%.
Jaylen Brown being this good does not make Jason Tatum worse.
I didn't say that it does make him worse. It just makes Jaylen Brown better. Because
now I'm with that. Hey, I will chill. I won't fight you on that. If you got Jaylen Brown over Jason
10
Tatum,
months ago, Jason Tatum was on his way to being the best in the world, and now Jaylen Brown's.
I didn't say better than Jason Tatum. What I said was it makes him better. That's what I said.
Oh, okay, right, for sure.
It now makes him better and a lot better than what I thought. And I would have a really tough time with being the Finals MVP now twice and not just being the Finals MVP twice, but winning the NBA championship, and I did it without you on a lesser unit, I'd have a really difficult time with defending Jason Tatum just as a basketball player, because I don't just care about you being a basketball player. What are you producing also? So yeah,
sure. I think all the hoopers, like the hoopers that are actually hooping, like on the court, you know what I'm saying? Like the NBA players, I think they all got Jaylen Brown higher than people that don't play got him. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Kobe
That's
thing.
probably
it's like the Kobe
true.
thing. You know, it's like the Kobe thing. You know how all the hoopers got Kobe top 5, top 3. Some of them got him as they go. I think most of the players, I think they got Jaylen Brown higher than most of the watchers. You know
he was number 6 for you, Alex?
Who, Kobe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Kobe 6.
Yeah, you ain't no.
But
real
I'm not
you ain't no real hooper.
on the
You
court.
don't know hoop.
I'm not the hooper. Yeah. No, I'm not a hooper. In fact, Chill, you know what I did last night?
What's that?
Oh my God! So I play, I play in like the athletic club teams. You know what I'm saying? Like the Monoma Athletic Club. I play in one of those teams. And we played against the University of Oregon, like one of their club teams. So we playing against some 20, 21. You know, we playing against them kids. And we get to the end. We get to the end and we run the play for it's a tie ball game, like 2 seconds left. We run the play. I'm supposed to fake high. I go catch for the lob for the winner. I go catch for the lob. I get fouled. I miss it. I go to the free throw line. The game's tied up. Chill. I missed the first free throw.
Okay.
And I airballed the second one.
Oh my God! Ox off the floor. This nigga scared. That nigga scared. Get Ox off the floor. Hell no.
For game, Chill. For game. Airball the free throw. But in overtime, though, in overtime, I did win. I did make the game winning bucket. So we did win. Okay. I did do my thing in overtime. We did win.
What you finished with? What you think your stat line was roughly?
Probably about like 18 and 10, something like that.
So it could have been 20 and 10, but you.
Hey man, y'all already know, man. My free throws, I told y'all about that. That shit was crazy.
Which is kind of crazy because Ox got a money jump shot. He can't make free throws. What the fuck is that about?
I don't know, man. I should not airball that shit.
Yeah, like somebody moving the basket. Close the window.
Oh God. Oh man.
All right, the next super chat I got is from Julius Irvin. Julius said, it's sad to see guys change the MVP criteria to the most efficient player award. I remember team success being the driving force for MVP, but now Cade can't win MVP because he doesn't have a 65 true shooting percentage.
Devin Booker didn't win MVP. Jason Tatum didn't win MVP. There are a lot of players that had the best record in the league, played well, and didn't win the MVP.
Donovan Mitchell didn't win it either in 20.
Donovan Mitchell didn't.
But that's because he wasn't the best player on his own team. But yeah, I think Cade can be the MVP.
Mitchell was the best player on that team.
But when the last time a team had a guy that was at the top of that conference, he was their leading scorer, their second best assist man, and the third best rebounder, and he's the best player on their team. When's that happen?
Rudy Gobert existed.
Donovan Mitchell was the best player on the team.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, Rudy Gobert was bad. That's cool.
Nah, it's not though.
I mean, Rudy talks are always funny to me because the numbers indicate that he's always the most impactful player on his team.
Yeah, impactful doesn't make you the better player. We've had this discussion before. So is Rudy Gobert better than Ant?
I don't know. He's definitely more consistent.
Answer the question. Is he better than Ant?
Definitely more consistent.
Answer the question. Is he better than
yes
Ant?
or no question?
Shout out to Rudy, bro.
Is he better than Ant?
I want to say that there was a season when actually Bojan was the best player on that team, but
fact. Okay, back to you, Swipe. Is he better than Ant?
Definitely more consistent than that.
Is he better than Ant?
What do you mean he's been more consistent in terms of being available?
Don't let him have the hook because
he's their floor.
Because he knows he's caught.
Shout out to Rudy,
now
man.
I don't want to answer the question.
Phenomenal season,
Is he better than Ant?
Another DPOY season for Rudy on the board.
Better than Ant?
Ant, when he doesn't play defense, especially, which has been a lot this year.
That's a very direct question. Yes or no? Is Anthony Edwards lesser than Rudy Gobert?
I also love waffles.
Okay. All right.
Exactly.
Saying, Ron.
All right, D-Mart 4010 said Luka is useless unless the ball is in his hands. His defense effort and off-ball movement is terrible. It'd be hard to win a chip with him.
I actually don't think his defense was that bad yesterday.
Yeah, he was actually pretty good defense.
Yeah, I think his defense was fine. But yeah, the offensive stuff. I don't know.
That game was
Luka.
so
Yeah, Luka
annoying.
is who he is. I don't have.
That game run was hella annoying to watch. All we saw yesterday was him and Austin, Griff and bitch all game. Griff and bitch and Griff, Griff and bitch and Griff. That's all they were doing yesterday. It was so annoying, bro. Luka, every time he breaks the 3-point line, feels like he needs to Griff for a foul to get to the bro. Just go up to score, bro. Like
Nico,
I don't be
Nico
understanding.
Nico wasn't wrong. He was just early.
Andrew Sear.
Bitch and Griff.
Andrew Sear 73 became a YouTube member. Shout out to Andrew. D Tello 3 also became a YouTube member. Shout out to D Tello. The next super chat that I got for you guys is by way of another one from Julius Irvin. Dr. J said Mars and Swiper and Real Talk say Jokic playing so much better than Cade. So why is it that Cade's team is much better than Luka's team? Question mark.
Luka?
Mind you, Cade has less talent around him. Y'all just stat merchants. Let me cook. Keep going, Julius.
To be honest
the
with
only
you,
stats I've said today was Shea's field goal percentage and the numbers when Donovan Mitchell's on the floor for the Cavs. I think.
let's not act like Detroit is just a bunch of like whack dudes. They got some good talent over there. I mean, Cade is the catalyst.
Under
I'm not gonna
Jaylen
argue
Brown,
that.
Derek White.
I'm not gonna argue that point, but like they got a good team over there. They got a good band of talent. Because they ain't got a bomb squad doesn't mean that they suck.
The way it works is when an offensive player is on a defensively slanted roster, they get to be labeled as their team lacks talent, ignoring the fact that they're the number 2 defense in the league. Because defensive help is not help, and I keep saying that every time. It's relevant. It's the same reason why people can say Jason Kidd carried the Nets to the finals, and why people can minimize the 07 Cavs that went to the finals, because defensive supporting casts don't get.
Could you argue Jason Kidd was the best defensive player on their team?
No, yeah, Jason Kidd for sure. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying Jason Kidd also had. I'm just saying he had support. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
But defensive help is not seen as help, but offensive help is seen. You have a teammate who averages 22, you have help. You have teammates who are amazing on defense, your team lacks help. It's just how it goes. The Pistons are cool. Offensively, they're meh. Cade carries on offense, and a defense is what ultimately wins them most of their games. But that's enough to get Cade this talk.
All right, Kales 4132 said Chilltown. I just watched the 1990 LSU versus Loyola Marymount game where Hank Gathers had 48. Thoughts on Gathers as a what if and Bo Kimball in the league today, given the pace and spacing with the way he shot it.
So they were the 8 seconds or less offense before 8 seconds or less offense was introduced. It was everything that Loyola Marymount was doing was the epitome of a punch-drunk boxer. I could hit you more than I could stop you from hitting me. That's why the scores were 140 to 135, 148 to 138. It was stuff like that. And I mean, Hank Gathers, I felt like he was the consummate. He was going to be the consummate 4-man. If you can think about a guy like Terry Cummins, that's Hank Gathers, except a better athlete. And I think he would have been fantastic in today's game. Just so you know, that year, he led the country in scoring and rebounding. So he was fantastic as a bucket getter, 6'8". Shaq said that he tried to rough him up, and he's the only guy that he went up against that he couldn't make him back down. I think he would have been fantastic in the pro game. It was unfortunate that he had a heart problem. Bo Kimball, on the other hand, I think he lacked the one-on-one game. He just played in that wide-open system. Like when the game actually slowed down for him, I think he would have struggled because he wasn't as good of a one-on-one player as Hank Gathers was. So I'm not sure that he wouldn't have. I think the biggest detriment to him was going to play for the Clippers because they were awful and they weren't doing anything.
Well, he said Bo Kimball today, though. Like, how would he look in terms of the space?
Bo Kimball, like I said, in today's game, he'd be like Jordan Poole, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, on that same logic, because you know that dude that just started that account, dudes. What's the NBA account, Mars? The Rock, the one dudes Rock, the college basketball one that's kind of got 100,000 followers now.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
This guy rocked or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. That guy rocked.
I can't wait for Jerry McNamara to get one chill, because do you think he could have been Peyton Pritchard in this era?
No, he wasn't as talented as Peyton was. No.
Jerry was
And he-
cold though, bro.
And he wasn't the bucket getter that Peyton was. He wasn't the ball handler that Peyton was. No.
All right, we got a few new members as well. Junebug9267 became a YouTube member. Shout out to Junebug. Black Optic also became a YouTube member. Salute to them. If you're not a YouTube member yet, go ahead and join up. Becoming a member gives you multiple perks at different levels. If you're a chatter, well, you get to be a chatter. You get to type in a live chat. If you're a rookie, All-Star Hall of Famer, more things come with those as well. Exclusive group chats with the panel and just access to different content. Y'all be sure to join up as a member. Support the channel, but also enjoy the benefits of being a member. We got another super chat from Julius Irvin is not done cooking, y'all. Dr. J said Jokic has 3 MVPs. When we gonna see him lead a team as the best player in the NBA from start to finish, the way SGA did? Never won 60 games in a season, but he more impactful than Steph and Kobe. Stop overrating his big ass.
I think they would have won 60+ games this year. They didn't have the
They were on pace to do that. They were.
Yeah, 64 or something. Yeah, I have no idea what happened. Remember, I was tracking for the first 39 games, the little stat that like how many games they had led by at least 12 points in. It was like 32 of the first 39 games. They had a double-digit lead of 12 or more, and so they were cooking.
Yeah,
and then everything fell apart. Unfortunately,
why'd you stop tracking it?
Because it stopped happening. Like it did not exist anymore. But I'm not responding to you critically. Just more like they just couldn't sustain that.
Well, because I want to be clear. I was asking that, genuinely asking. I'm sorry, genuinely asking.
Genuinely asking.
Yeah, I was out.
Yeah, it sucks.
Dub Ball Out Highlights said, at this point, I think y'all should just stop bringing up Jaylen Brown's name. It's always what Jaylen Brown is bad at rather than what Jaylen Brown is good at. Y'all don't do this with Luka, Ant, Wemby, etc. It's pretty tiring at this point.
But it's not, though.
Politics.
Yeah, I wonder why people feel compelled to lie, because
politics.
the amount of times you had the conversation about why Wemby's not this tier of offensive player yet. I've lost count of those conversations. The amount of Luka slander, we've had up here is crazy. Like, you can say that you don't like the way we talk about Jaylen Brown without lying and acting like we don't criticize other players in the league, especially the names that you just brought up, because Luka's got probably more criticism than anyone up here, anyone in the league this season.
And on top of that, when we get to this point, when we're talking about the league MVP and we talk about top 5 players, like, the line is thin. So everything that's wrong with your game, like, we're going to bring it up to Real Talk's point, the nitpicking. We got to nitpick everything. We got to nitpick how you rebound. We got to nitpick how you handle the ball in the meat and potatoes of the game. We got to nitpick how your jump shot is. We got to do all of that stuff. And we do it with Luka. We definitely do it with Joker. I'm watching Joker yesterday, and oh man, Ron, I if he wasn't as bad at the rim, like, we have such a different conversation about him. But he's just so bad at the rim as a defender that it's just impossible not to talk about it. No matter what else we talk about, it's impossible not to talk about how bad he is at the rim in terms of being
also led to a lot of those open threes.
Yes,
they generated as well.
It's all good, guys. Aaron Gordon will be back soon. However, Nightmare Comics 1 sent through a super chat and said, Swiper, no love or no 1984 Dan Marino love. What the hell?
5,000 passing yards, 48 touchdowns in 1984. Yeah, phenomenal season.
So underrated.
I was in year 2, by the way.
Yeah.
How many rings you got?
Zero.
Yeah, don't do it.
Never made it back to the Super Bowl. Never had a season like that ever again either. But
chill. Why is Dan Marino so underrated?
Because he didn't win. That's why.
He played the same era as Montana and Elway and Brett Favre and Steve Young, and he's the only one to make one Super Bowl.
He didn't win. That's why.
Even Elway made 3 Super Bowls in the 80s, and his numbers weren't
like, I got to listen to dudes tell me about Eli Manning. Eli Manning was not better than Dan Marino. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't, Ron. We're not.
Please don't do this right now, Ron. We don't want to hear Eli Manning shit right now.
No, he was not better than Dan Marino.
Hey, y'all out y'all my. Hey, that's the best Manning brother.
Stop.
Yo, in the stream, bro. Just in the stream.
Hey, look.
That's crazy. That's crazier than what I said about Coop and Wemby. So you need in the stream.
It go Eli, Arch, Peyton, Archie.
What about the brother who was a better
Cooper? What about Coop?
Yeah, Cooper was a better receiver. He would have been round-ish receiver out of Ole Miss.
All right. Eli, Arch, Cooper, Peyton, Archie. There you go.
Man, don't disrespect Archie though, man. That young fella's gonna be good. Oh, he's gonna be a lot better than his uncle, and I'm talking about Eli.
My man Grillionaire.
He's better than Eli right now.
Eli was better than Peyton Manning. He's better than Peyton Manning. He was better than Phillip Rivers. He was better than all these quarterbacks that you praise.
Hey, brother.
Tony Romo clears Eli.
Hey, brother Ron, I want you to know this as a Seattle Seahawks fan. Eli Manning is closer to Matt Hasselbeck than Peyton Manning.
Thank you. That, Ron? Do you fight that? I'm a big time Eli Manning fan. I love Eli Manning.
Kiss the ring.
Eli is sorry.
Kiss the ring, Waldo.
Tony Romo clears Eli.
You shut your mouth hole. Hey, kiss the ring, Waldo.
I mean, Tony Romo is better.
Tell him he can kiss the ring too.
Both of them. God. Not the ring.
This nigga Eli chill. This nigga Eli was scared. He was ducking. He just launched the ball and ducked. And
hey, so was Tom Brady.
Right here, and he caught
Tom Brady was shook too.
And he caught it on his helmet. Eli was
He did what Patrick Mahomes couldn't do. Eli did what Pat. You know what? Hey, I'm gonna just chill on this because Eli saved the league. Eli saved the league from Tom Brady.
He saved him from what?
Tom Brady
he's still the GOAT. He still got 7 rings. What did he save him from?
Just imagine what it would have been.
Imagine what would have happened if Peyton Manning didn't beat him 3 times in the AFC Championship, Ron.
I think Peyton Manning got a winner.
If you don't want to bring that up
in the playoffs.
Why does want to bring that up, Ron?
Bring what up? That he beat him twice?
3 times in the AFC Championship. His brother. You know what that means? So mathematically, Ron, the way the Super Bowl works is I kept you from going to 3 additional Super Bowls. That's what Peyton Manning did. You didn't even get there.
Of those Super Bowls, how many did he win?
Who? Peyton?
Yeah.
2.
So he went 2 for 4?
Yes, 2 for 4 and took 4 different head coaches to the Super Bowl. The only player ever.
What's better, 2 for 4 or 2 for 2?
2 for 4.
All right.
Brother, this isn't that hoopla goblin NBA stuff. This is football.
Okay.
All right, it's a team sport.
Which makes no sense. Braun gets a knock for going to 10 championships or 9 or whatever. However we went to.
10.
Yeah,
Right.
10, right, 10. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Is Drew Brees better than Eli Manning, Ron?
What? Don't ever disrespect Drew Brees and ask questions like that.
Shout out Drew Brees.
Thank you, Michael Strahan.
Justin Tuck.
Damn.
As you were saying, Ron.
Who's your head coach?
For which team?
For the Broncos.
Sean Payton now?
Thank you, Sean Payton. Jason Grillionaire sent through a super chat and said Cam Thomas is an elite scorer. That nigga can put ball in the fucking hoop with the best of them. Not many players can make something out of nothing as good as he can. He do need to pass the damn ball.
No, he doesn't. He a bucket getter. Let him just be that. Why can't he just be that? Let him be what he is. I think that's the problem. That's the problem we having right now. We're turning these dudes into something that they not. He a bucket getter.
Yeah,
Let him be a bucket getter.
Just fill her up, brother. Just fill her up.
That's who he is.
What?
That's remember when you go to the gas station, just fill her up.
Yeah, you know who he is. He a bucket getter.
Yeah, just fill her up.
Nah, we don't know nothing about that. I'll put it 10. All right, give me 10 on 2.
Shit. Hey, you're right, Swiper. Fill her up to the top.
I got a fixed amount.
I just need to get where I'm going.
Are you talking about 1995 or 29
No,
or 2026?
I'm talking about 2026. Nigga, give me 7 on 3. I'll see you in a couple days.
Ox with $7, chill. You're getting from here to here for $7. That's how far you get.
It depends. Hey, you get one of the new hybrid cars. So, hey, your ass a damn near be moving for the rest
of
LA
right now. What is gas?
I was looking at those gas prices. I was like, how the hell?
Yeah, about something like that. Something like that.
It's crazy.
That's a gallon.
Hey,
when we were kids in 2007, when I first started driving, remember when the recession hit, gas got up to like 5, 6, something like that.
Wow, that ain't nothing on the West Coast.
In 07, though, that was crazy.
I don't know how people
that's normal over here.
That ain't nothing.
In 07,
I would be
we used to them 4 or 5.
It was $5 in 07.
Hey, Swiper, we used to high gas, high voltage gas.
Yeah,
you feel me, real talk?
Yeah, that shit is crazy. High voltage.
As you were saying, Ron.
What is he driving? A lawnmower?
My apologies.
As you were saying, Ron.
Highly favored sent through a super chat and said, "Love to the panel, man. Health and wealth for all you gentlemen."
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Highly favored. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
It's the kindest words I'm gonna get all week.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
The next super chat. Speaking of kind words, what's the opposite of kind?
Mean.
Y'all will get that in this next super chat from Football Breakdown. I wonder who it's going to be
Oh,
towards.
shit.
Football Breakdown said Swiper doesn't know how to analyze true impact and will never be honest about Jokic. Yeah, PRA merchant. Those numbers overstate ... You know what? Never mind.
Man,
You've been on a tirade.
Football
in the group
breakdown,
chat.
yeah. He in the group chat too. Honestly, that's one of the reasons I never respond. I will say football
He got you
breakdown is
bottled up?
like, huh?
He got you bottled up and boxed up in the group
No,
chat?
I just don't. I don't know who he is, and so this constant attention.
You want to know who he is? Hey, football. You want to come on?
No.
You want to
No,
come on the panel?
I'm shout out to you. He's probably a decent human being. No, shout out to him. No slander. But football breakdown is just like, you know what I mean. It's like that kid that keeps putting his hand on the fire just to prove a point, like constantly.
He has nothing good to say about Joker, by the way. Never.
No, but it's literally his energy is directed to me.
Yeah,
because of Jokic constantly. Like it's not. I don't know if he addresses anyone else. I really don't. Everything I say is bad. Everything is negative. Everything is like nonsensical.
when it comes to Joker, yes.
Or period.
Have you ever thought that maybe you just don't know ball?
Yeah, I thought about this, and then I checked. Never mind. I'm gonna say something.
Maybe I just don't. Yeah, that's probably it. I just don't know.
What you say?
Yeah, yep, there it is.
What you finna say? You check your bank account?
No.
I know a lot of rich idiots.
No, I was gonna say I wouldn't.
I don't mean nothing.
I wasn't gonna say money.
Well, chat, you guys do me a favor. Go vote on the poll. And if you guys do say yes, we can make it happen. However, the next super chat is from Ray Lass. Ray Lass said, for the Lakers in the offseason, who would you let go and who would you keep that's currently on the team? Of course, besides Luka and Reeves.
I won't.
Everyone else can go. Yeah, everyone else can go.
Wait, what was it? Wait.
I'll keep Jackson Hayes, actually. I'll keep Jackson Hayes.
What was it, Ron? I ain't even. It's about the Lakers?
Yeah. Who would you keep or who would you let go in the offseason?
Oh, I know who definitely needs to go. Hey, it's been nice, old man. It's been nice, but he is no longer worth $50 million a year. Like,
What?
not even close.
You can't pay him that much, Swiper.
Not even close. Now, if he wants to come back on a minimum or something and come off the bench,
That's crazy.
if he was to come back on a minimum and come off the bench or something.
Wait, do you think LeBron is he worse than Kobe was his last year?
This ain't Bron's last year though. This ain't Bron's last year. He got another one in him.
Well, he was making 25 at the time was equivalent to 60.
But
Kobe was on a Lakers team that weren't playing for nothing other than
they're not playing for nothing this year, according to Real Talk. To be fair, Real Talk said they're not winning anything.
Yeah, but they think
they don't know that
because they have exactly. They think
LeBron said they're not contenders, didn't he?
Swiper.
Ron don't know what it takes to be a contender.
Let's just look at it. This team is much better than that team, okay? And this is just a completely different circumstance. I think LeBron James is still a decent basketball player, just not. I think for the team. Now, I'm not.
He's an all-star this year.
I don't care how much he's getting made. I don't care how much he's getting paid. It doesn't affect me. I don't mind him getting that much money, but for a team construction, you can't pay him that much money because they need to allocate that elsewhere. That's
him and Luka just don't work, Ox. Like I know people keep harping on small sample size. He could work those.
He can't
shoot right now.
But real talk, if y'all could afford a couple better players, they could work together. They can't work like this because they don't got much else. But if they were able to pay some other guys, I think these two could be on the same team and work perfectly.
And Real Talk, remember we talked about this last year, and I don't know where you were on this Real Talk because you maybe been a little sober about it. But when I brought this up last year with Luka and LeBron and Reeves, respectively, those minutes between those three since last year are bad, and they do not win those minutes. And to your point, when they ain't got to worry about having LeBron in the lineup in the last 2 years, 496 minutes for Reeves and Luka, a plus 21 net rating.
You know what else though, Swiper? You know what else, Swiper? And you know why that could be too is when LeBron's not on the court, we don't have to worry about him. We don't have to worry about, oh shit, Bron's here. We got to get Bron the ball. You know what I mean? We could just play basketball.
All right, fellas.
It's time. It's time for Bron. I ain't gonna lie. It's really time for him to retire. I don't know why he's still playing. To be honest with you.
Shout out to 43K though, Bron.
He's still a top 25 player.
No, he's not.
Oh, he's a top 40 player though.
Is he better than De'Aaron Fox?
Yes.
He ain't been better than De'Aaron Fox in about 3 years.
No, I should ask that question. What? I should ask that. Okay.
All right, y'all. Moving along.
Don't know, man.
Shadsky on every platform said, "Is y'all gonna talk about SGA for his team, or talk SGA for his team being good without him? Y'all did Jokic the same way."
Well, to be fair, that was a really good game yesterday. They had no J-Dub, and they were missing Mitchell, but it was a really good game. But that's because Hart was exceptional, and he absolutely dominated Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. They got babied again. Bro, Isaiah Hartenstein he is huge. I don't think people realize how big he is, chill.
Bro, Swipe, they're soft, bro.
5 offensive rebounds in the fourth quarter. Make it these niggas.
But no, but real talk, really, like, even Chat wasn't bullying, but bro, when Hart was in the game, y'all, he was a plus 20, bro, plus 24 in like 29 minutes.
Evan Mobley had 2 rebounds.
2! Real talk?
2
rebounds.
Bro, that front court is really what holds that team. Everybody be looking at Darius or D Mitch. It's like, bro, it's them 2 7-foot. Well, Darius not 7 feet tall, but it's the 2 big niggas in the front court, bro. They holding their team back, bro. Evan Mobley not being the player he needs to be, and Jared Allen being soft is their problem.
He had no rebounds in the second half. Real talk, just so you know, 0.
Who, Jared?
Rebounds in the second half.
No, Evan Mobley.
No rebounds in the second half. This is the defense. This is my guy, by the way. Right? This is my dude.
This nigga Donovan
0
Mitchell,
rebounds.
This Donovan Mitchell ain't do shit.
Yeah, he did. He had a good game. yesterday.
He wasn't.
No, I mean, he wasn't like it was good. It was better than anything he's ever done versus the Thunder. He shot 50% from the field at 20 points. But Harden was way worse than Donovan Mitchell was yesterday. Harden was way worse. It's part of the
he had 20 points.
No, but he was right. No, we watched the game.
Don't tell me
No, we watched the game.
No.
Again, I said already, Isaiah Hartenstein was best player on the floor yesterday. Best player on the floor. He didn't have the PRA.
You niggas just pick and choose on when, like, you close your eyes sometimes, open with them.
No, I'm saying that James Harden wasn't as good as Donovan Mitchell.
Please, Swiper, please.
Donovan Mitchell was good. He was 20 points, 50%
I can't look.
James Harden,
I can't go out. I can't go out to a heart attack at this age.
Turn the game on.
You're fucking killing me. This is ridiculous.
Matter of fact, Chet Holmgren had like 15. He had like 17 and 15 yesterday.
James Harden and Donovan Mitchell ain't do shit yesterday. And this is the dude y'all talking about. Donovan Mitchell, oh, he's better than Jalen Brown. Oh my god, I fucking hate you niggas, man.
Oh, that's why you getting this D Mitch hate off.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That's not. I'm saying no because you guys up here talking about Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. Yes, Evan Mobley had no rebounds. He was looking like whatever, Jaren Jackson, whatever, not rebounding. You're right, 100%. But it's not just them. I'm talking about last game in particular. Yesterday in particular, Donovan Mitchell didn't do shit.
I personally thought he was okay yesterday, but I guess.
Well, I don't care what you personally thought. You were personally wrong. He didn't do shit.
So what I'm right that Hart was the best player on the floor yesterday. I'm right about that.
Man. I actually think it was Cason Wallace. Cason Wallace was absolutely amazing for OKC, and now he's starting to like get better as an offensive player too. That's kind of like
shout out Wiggins too.
He didn't do anything yesterday.
Yeah, shout out Wiggins, but Cason really be locking niggas.
They've beaten Oklahoma City since Donovan Mitchell got on the crew. They've beaten Oklahoma City 1 time.
Because I'm at Donovan Mitchell struggles to crack 10 points against them.
Yeah, he does.
Well, the first time he played against him, he put 43 on him. Since then, that was it. Since then, that's been it. So,
all right. The next super chat is from Luke TX35. Luke said, "Respect to Cade, but can Chat be serious? Shea is having a top 5 scoring season ever. Cade is having a below average volume scoring season. Jokic should be 2."
What does that mean? Like, why do you put volume there for Cade and not there for SGA? What's the difference? He's having a top scoring season. He's having a below average volume scoring season. What's the difference?
I don't know what that means.
Because he's saying because Cade is averaging like a lot of points, but he's saying he's doing it inefficiently. So the volume is there, but the efficiency isn't. Is what he's saying.
I'm gonna have to start doing the wide true shootings overrated stuff soon. I'm getting tired.
Please do that shit. Please, because when I bring up true shooting, I'm an old head and I don't know what I'm talking about. And this is the double talk shit that drives me.
So wait, who do you think?
So that's why I've been trying, Margie. Why you didn't get with me on this last season? We could have took over. We could have took over the world.
Because you're not his tag team champion of the world. You're not his tag team partner.
I mean, I would
Well,
say
when I say true shooters over,
We're not dominated
I'm mainly just talking about like the overall scoring efficiency thing. Like
Way overrated.
Way
Way overrated.
Wait, so in with true shooting, if I make a 3, I get more in my percentage than I do if I make a 2.
It's 150%.
Okay, so if I miss a 3, does it hurt more than missing a 2?
No.
Oh well, it should. Well, it should. Absolutely, it should.
Big Zod.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy. You telling me so I can just go out here and just chuck up threes and be 0 for 6 from 3 like Donovan Mitchell yesterday, and it doesn't have nothing to do about true shooting?
The reason it doesn't is because making a 3 is worth more points than making a 2. Missing a 3 and missing a 2 are both worth 1 miss.
Right.
Just
Not
in the box
necessarily.
score.
No.
Yeah. This is why I'm going
in the box
feel
score. Okay.
of why this stuff is overrated, because like the consequences of certain things just gets ignored. And like the value of certain shots and
missing a 3 leads
like
more than long rebounds and run outs.
Like, all of that stuff like just doesn't get captured by just true shooting. So like there's a lot of things that are missed with that stuff. So it's like Cade's negative efficiency. It's like okay, all of his scoring is coming from creation play types. Yeah,
it's so
cool.
flawed.
He's also like whatever, but we'll talk about it one day.
I think that shit is real funny, real talk. Because like that dude that calls the chick ugly, meanwhile he be trying to kick it to her. Like this dude in the chat, buddy, like he stays on my case. I don't know if you noticed, but he says he's on tape saying, "Chill, I agree with a lot of stuff that you say." He's on tape saying that. I agree with a lot of stuff that you say. Meanwhile, he's in the comments and he stays on my case.
Chill, is he a meat writer?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Wow.
Real talk.
I agree with a lot of stuff that you say.
Who's another meat writer in the chat that's always
he
on?
Said that.
I'm
not making that up. He has said that. He said it in the chat, and he's actually said that on tape. He said that.
But the chat does clear though, right? Right, Chill. The chat does clear.
Kind of crazy.
Fuck the chat.
It's kind of crazy if you said that, buddy.
Meat Runner 2049, great movie. Shout out. Real talk, you got meat writers in the chat too.
Oh, for sure. I got plenty of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's nothing wrong with writing in the chat. It ain't nothing wrong with clapping it. Do what you do in the chat. Ain't nothing wrong with blazing a little bit either. All right, Chill.
All right.
See what you done did, buddy.
Buddy's
you ran the best thing that happened to the panel off the panel.
Buddy's always trying to like insinuate.
You know what? As a matter of fact, type in the chat again, buddy, so I can suspend your ass. Type again.
Oh man, buddy ain't doing nothing to nobody. Let him get off.
Right.
Come on, buddy. I'm waiting for you.
Oh man.
Come on, quick.
To be here.
All right.
Y'all, you know what y'all are like? Y'all are like Russell Westbrook and Draymond Green and them. Going to get security in the arena. Oh man, he said something I didn't like. Y'all can't take a little heckling?
Big Zod OOJJ, the GOAT anime, said it's nasty how NBA media wants to replace greatness, SGA and Jokic, when the NFL media embraces it. Brady and Patrick Mahomes.
I think it's just people get tired of the same conversation. If every MVP conversation just started and stopped with Shea and Jokic, people would get bored. So why not talk about Cade and Jaylen Brown, who are having great seasons, and why not just overrate them a little bit to say they're the MVP? Why not? It is what it is.
But I don't see, this is my problem though. Like, I do agree, the truth is boring a lot of the times, right?
Not really.
But why can't we just appreciate them and be realistic? You know what I'm saying? Cade is having a phenomenal season. We can sit there and, a matter of fact, what ends up happening is when we start putting numbers on stuff and being like, oh, he's third, he's fifth. Instead of just being like, hey, Cade is amazing this year, and just kind of leaving it at that. But as soon as you start saying crazy shit like, well, he's up there with Shea, it's like, no, he's not.
He is.
But he's not, though.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out to you, though.
No, shout out to Cade. Also, shout out to Shadsky on every platform with another super chat saying what his last super chat said. Is y'all gonna tax SGA for his team being good like y'all did Jokic?
I mean,
I'm
if we
not-
get
that's
to the
not
point
my
where they miss 12,
responsibility.
14 games, I imagine she'll bring it up at some point, but I don't think it should be taxed, period.
It's ironic. That was the whole tax on Shea's MVP case. The whole first half of the season was that his team was too good, and now they're complaining that he's not taxed enough for his team being too good.
Well,
I
I got a question for you. Is you gonna start using proper grammar in English? Nigga can't even read that shit. Nigga, damn. I know you got more educational book learnings than that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't.
Shout out to Shazzy on every platform, man.
You got more book learners than that. Don't do that.
But I know y'all is gonna start taxing Shea the way y'all does tax SG or the way y'all does tax Jokic. I know y'all is gonna do that.
Nigga out here talking like a sharecropper. Nigga, come on, you better than that.
All right. T Paul 0315 said, what should Boston take away from this season when JT comes back, end of season or start of next? Does JB carry more load offensively? Is he the primary scorer?
That you can manufacture advantages for Jason Tatum, and that you don't need to rely on Jason Tatum mismatch hunting. I think it just offers you more layers to play, and I think it opens up Jason Tatum's game as well. The first option stuff is great, narrative stuff, I guess, but at the end of the day, if they're both there and they're both ready to go, you now have two weapons who can be deployed in a variety of ways. And that's better.
I have at least conceded this to JB for the past maybe like 2 years, where I am very comfortable kind of maybe admitting he's a better scorer than Jason Tatum. I've always gotten pushback on like volume true shooting, but like I think I just like his shot diet better than Tatum's. I like that he gets to the basket. I like that he utilizes the mid range and he's pretty good in it. So I would lean into Jaylen Brown's like accuracy more than Tatum's like variance. So I'm not mad if Jaylen Brown's like their best scorer or their primary scorer, maybe.
By the way, if you're on the East Coast, take care of yourself. There's crazy blizzard and snow happening right now, like all over the place. For sure. It's kind of dangerous right now.
I think they'd be able to see if there was a blizzard.
No, but it's like winds that people are not anticipating. That's the issue. Because then wind creates ice. Ice then creates like a lot of issues, electrical and all that kind of stuff. People on the roads and, you know.
You can look outside and see it's windy.
No, actually you can't. Because right now in Atlanta, when I got up, it was 24 degrees. When you look outside, the sun's out. So you're like, can't be that bad. I walked outside. I almost had to put on my shiesty, bro. It was that cold outside.
It's been one of the best winters
the
ever.
The sun and winds on the same thing. You can see trees.
What if you don't have trees in front of your
house?
This
has been an amazing winter over here.
You can see anything blowing in the winds.
No, you can't always see it.
Yeah, but when you step outside, you feel the wind. If it's too much for you,
when you get outside, yeah, you can't always see.
You could open your front door, you're gonna get smacked in the face by a wind. You'll be like, all right, cool.
So you open the door, you go outside. Yeah. Shout out to you, Bob Solo. Be safe out there.
Man, Big Zod Double O JJ.
Oh,
Big Zod Double O JJK. The GOAT anime said, did y'all see Darren Peterson came out and talked about missing games? He just a burnt YN, but if you a betting man, bet the house he drops 30 tonight. It's a big game tonight, too.
Who they playing?
Houston.
Ooh.
I'm tapping into that. Also, too, North Carolina plays against Louisville, too. They don't have Caleb Wilson, but still a solid game, though. But that Houston in Kansas game, Houston's number 2, Kansas is 8. Kingston Flemings.
Would y'all still be drafting Darren Peterson with the number 1 overall pick?
I'm not.
No.
I mean, I don't have the medical information, but it's concerning. Everything that like guy can't consistently finish games. I'd need a full medical evaluation. But Darren's never been my number 1, to be fair. So
I see Real Talk said that. 1? Cameron Boozer is going to be would you say the DeMontis Sabonis of the league?
DeMontis or Sherry Green was his comps.
No, I said with better handle and better shooting touch. So better than them, but that kind of usage in the league.
I didn't even see. I have not seen.
I don't think that's crazy though. Real talk. I think
I don't see where DeMontis comes from.
I thought you said if you had said Jabari Parker. I'd be like, at least I can see.
No, he's not Jabari Parker. No,
But
he's going to be
way
used
better than DeMontis.
I see him being used at like the top of the key because of his passing, maybe a lot of DHO action in the league, stuff like that. You said what?
You just do DHOs. That's it. That's passing.
No, I'm not saying just that. I'm saying he would definitely. Well, your guy. But
real talk, I'm with you. I see what you see.
Yeah.
Did this nigga say Jabari Parker?
Yeah, shout out to my GOAT. Yeah, the
That's
truth
what I'm saying.
himself.
So don't you know what I'm saying? Don't be putting Cam Boozer ain't nothing like Jabari. Ain't nothing like, and y'all know I got Cam going.
He is nothing like Jabari. I agree.
Nothing like Jabari.
No, what you talking about?
I don't see the similarities.
He thinks Cam is. You think Jabari? You think Jabari better than Cam?
Way better.
Yeah, that I strongly disagree with, but I don't see the similarities. But Jabari is also one of them weird players who got more athletic as they got older. I don't know. So shout out to Jabari.
Also, while we talking about the draft, I do want to say, like, right now, AJ DeBanza should be the clear number one.
He should be the number one pick.
At this point, we're just overthinking it. At this point,
I agree.
6'9". I'm leading the nation in scoring. I'm 6'9". I'm leading the nation in scoring. I'm the best 3-level scorer in college basketball. Like, he's showing more and more that I'm gonna easily translate to the NBA in one way, shape, or form.
So you're gonna be a king? What do you think?
You know what? Chicago, keep doing what you're doing. NBA, come on. If you
Chicago,
rigged enough.
I think Chicago would be interesting. I think Chicago would be interesting. I've accepted. I know Cam's not going to go number one. Yeah, Cam's going to go number 3. I know that. So, but he's still my number one. But AJ, the stretch of games he's been putting on recently.
If we got the number 1 pick, like I said last week, I think we'd have to take AJ. Even though I think Cameron Boozer should be the number 1 pick for most teams. There's certain teams where that you should draft for fit. I think. And if
I am praying for all them young men's future that the Sacramento Kings do not get the number 1 overall pick.
We're gonna get a high pick
of the league. I'm just hoping that the Eastern Conference teams get these picks.
Yeah,
the West has got enough wealth. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I want AJ to Chicago desperately.
I want Darren in Indiana. That's what I've been.
What about AJ in Charlotte though?
I want Cam in Charlotte.
I would rather see Cam in Charlotte. Charlotte already got enough on that wing. I don't want it to be a bottleneck. That's my biggest thing. Regardless of
Cam in Charlotte, that him and Musa on the offensive glass, him in the short roll, LaMelo having someone he can rely on in the middle of the floor, find and shoot. Yeah, Cam in Charlotte,
perfect fit.
Cam in Charlotte is like the ideal fit for him in terms of like a team that's competitive, but could also fits his skill set. That's like ideal for him. But then like the tanking team's probably Brooklyn.
Do you think that Cam's ceiling is as high as DP's and AJ's?
That depends.
Well, like if everything went perfectly for all 3 of them,
sure.
If everything went perfectly for all 3 of them, I'd probably say Darren's the best, Cam's the second best, and AJ's the third best.
I would go the opposite. I would go AJ, Cam, Darren Peterson. If we're talking about just reach what the ceiling is,
But I also think I don't think many people hit their ceiling. That's one thing that's changed with my ideology of philosophy of drafts. I bet on like upside, but ceilings, hitting a ceiling is like expecting all of these things, all of the weaknesses to like refine, and then all of the strengths to be at like their best possible outcome. I think a lot of that stuff is rare. So I tried to find more of a middle ground.
I couldn't draft based on ceiling. That's why I'm saying I would take Cam, because I think he's the most likely to be an NBA player, be able to stick in the NBA for, 12, 13 years. I could easily see Darren Peterson, of all 3 of them, I could easily see Darren Peterson not panning out. I could see AJ DeBonsa not necessarily working, or becoming what we think he's going to be. But I can see Cameron Boozer being like I said before, like an Al Horford type player.
I can't see Cam Boozer being bad. I'll say that.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't see Cam Boozer being bad. I don't know how that.
He's going to be around for a decade at least. Is barring injury.
I can see.
Now if he's bad, then whoops. But I can't see.
I can see if. Forgive me ahead of time for this, Ox. I could see AJ being like a like if worse situation happened, I could see him being like a RJ. Well, not even worse situation, but I could see like a scenario where he's like a RJ Barrett, an inefficient scorer that's kind of like, yeah, you know.
He not rough enough to be like RJ.
And then I also could see a world where Darren Peterson is Ben McLemore. Where it's just
to be fair, I could see that. I could see the avenue where Darren doesn't work. I mean, the injury stuff is also a big question. I could see an avenue where Darren doesn't work out.
Still not how.
And also, when I rank them in ceiling, like I want to make it a bunch of. There's no gap for me between their ceilings. For me, now I know that's a hot take. I don't know. People don't believe in.
I don't think it is,
but like. Yeah, but like for me, it's like if I have one of them 1 and one of them 3, it's not like, oh yeah, this guy's just MVP and the other guys are all-stars. It's like, no, these guys are all going to be top 10 players in the league if everything went perfect for me. It's just depends on what you value, what skill sets hold more weight to you in the higher leverage situations. But yeah, you get the 3rd pick in this draft, you just get the 3rd number 1 pick. That's just kind of how I view it. So,
and if you get the 4th pick, you get the best pick. Go ahead.
If you get the 5th pick, you get the best 5th overall you've had in years, and you get an automatic star, and everybody's like, "Oh, where do you?"
You get the 5th pick, you get your choice of whatever point guard you want. That's kind of what it is.
Yeah, we're going Darius.
You get the 5th pick, and you need a point guard. You basically got the number 1
Darius pick. We're riding to the sun, and we're getting an all-star.
Darius Marbury.
Real talk. He played just like him.
He looked like Marbury,
but he played like him too, though.
Yeah.
I hope he got.
He ain't got the buzz.
I hope he got more heart than Steph.
No.
And don't leave his big man stranded wherever he goes. That's what I hope, you know. But did y'all see Ben McLemore at Kansas?
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah,
I thought he was going to be good.
Ray Allen comps, right?
He was going to be somebody.
No, I didn't think Ray Allen. He was a leaper too, bro. I love Ben McLemore.
That's what he had. He had Ray Allen comps, right? I'm not tripping. That's what
I can't remember.
Yeah.
They had Maple. They had Maple Jordan. They had him. They had Embiid. They had Thomas Bryant, the GOAT. Not Thomas Bryant. What's his name?
Team.
Thomas Robinson.
I'm sorry. Whenever I did watch Ben McLemore, I never saw it. Like I remember everybody being like way high.
What was Frank's name?
But Ben McLemore never really shot it the way he did in college in the league.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
He never. Really
Yeah, but what was his name though? Frank what?
Little
Frank
Frank?
Frank Mason.
Yeah,
but I knew from the jump like that was I didn't expect much from him anyway.
Y'all suck.
Frank Mason was what 5'10"? How tall was Frank Mason?
No, I feel the same way.
Like, I mean, I'm thinking about.
To be fair, you couldn't tell me Tyler Ulis wasn't gonna be the GOAT. That was Chris Paul right there.
No, I knew he wasn't going.
Nick
He's
Straussky.
too little.
Y'all got Jimmy.
Tyler Ulis was Chris Paul.
Yeah, we got Jimmy Fredette instead of Klay Thompson.
And y'all didn't draft Doug, right?
Doug, no.
No, so y'all got Frank, y'all got Jimmy, y'all got Marvin Bagley. Jimmer. And then Marvin Bagley, and then Thomas Robinson, Ben McLemore,
Nick
Willie Cauley-Stein, Marquise Chris.
I wasn't mad at Willie Cauley-Stein. I wasn't mad at the Willie Cauley-Stein though. I liked Willie Cauley personally.
Well, that's a horrible record.
You liked him more than you liked Justice Winslow?
Well, I'm a Justice Winslow stan. Like you can't tell me nothing about Justice, but
Justice Winslow gave us
and Stanley Johnson. I thought both of them were going to be
3
good.
times in high school. These are facts. Justice Winslow was killing us, bro.
He from
Houston.
Hey, but this is my thing though. See, people say that people say we ruin a lot of players. We draft a lot of bums. Like it's not even so much that we're ruining niggas. They're just not good.
Your draft record post Boogie and then pre De'Aaron is. But then even like post De'Aaron, like Bagley ended up not being great, and then
but he was hurt. Bagley just kept getting hurt.
But I liked Marvin Bagley. I thought Luka was the best, but Marvin Bagley to me was other than MPJ. So it was for me, it was Luka, MPJ, Marvin Bagley. Yeah. So I'm not like I saw the vision. Marvin Bagley been all right for Dallas. I don't know if you guys been paying attention.
That was a good draft pick.
I know, but that didn't work out for y'all. And then respectfully,
Marvin Bagley would be.
It worked out for the time being, and Keegan's been hurt.
But Keegan's probably gonna be done there too, though. Like, bro, y'all, they just can't.
Regardless, but what I'm saying is. We're not necessarily ruining players. Players get hurt, and some of them just aren't that good. Like, can we not wrap our head around the fact that we're drafting some players that
did you guys draft Harry Giles?
Yes, we did. But Harry Harry was another guy that just was hurt. He was hurt.
Yeah,
he was
that's
hurt
why.
at
He was
Duke.
hurt.
And I was still I was happy we got Harry. Like that was my dude.
It was a
Harry was
good
cold in high
bet.
school.
It was a good bet. Like if he could
Yeah.
figure it out and get healthy.
Look,
Harry
I'm
was
not
cold.
trying to be hard on you either. We have the worst draft pick of all
I
time.
Well, don't you? I mean, I mean hard on me. I
We
didn't
have
draft
the
you.
two worst draft picks of all time.
What was his name?
No. First was LaFriends. That was the first one. The second
Shout
one
out my dog,
was
Ray.
Nicholas Tituscuvely.
That's his name. You drafted him in like 04. Yeah.
He was horrible. Sucked.
Yeah, and my thing is, I don't take it personally. Like I'm not in the front office, and I'm just a fan. You know?
No, but the way you was talking last week, you don't want to give it up. I'm saying you need to let me run it. Blow it up. I'll restart your franchise. You'll be in prominence before you know it.
I'm cool. I'm saying like I'm
You
regardless.
said don't
of
get
what
rid of
y'all think,
Sabonis.
and I'm stand on that, and I'm still stand on that. I don't care how y'all feel about DeMontis. I don't want to get rid of DeMontis. Like,
All right, fellas. The next super chat is yet another one from Shadsky on every platform. Shadsky said, y'all tax Jokic for his team winning without him. Do the same shit.
Have you
with
said
SG.
this
You
shit
just gonna
3
say the same
times?
shit every time?
God, leave, bro. We got it. Look, also, criticizing Shea and praising Jokic. We all have roles up here. That's not my role. Okay, you want that to happen? Swipe us.
No, I don't want that role.
I'm not doing
matter
it.
of
I don't
fact,
want that role.
just keep sending out super chats. Maybe we'll get the point.
Deleted 9202 said Shea is clearly the MVP, but I'm getting so tired of these so-called offensive engines
He is
getting the
wrong.
benefit of the doubt when we get to nitpick.
Shea is an offensive engine.
Yeah, you said Luka's a better offensive engine than him.
No. I mean, I said the three. There's three of them. That's what I said.
All right, the next super chat is from Void Century. Void said, shitty booty ass Pierce. Don't no one respect him. You thought you was Kobe? They don't love you like that.
Pierce was man. I'm so tired of this Pierce react.
How
Nobody
dare Draymond Green
respected
even
Paul
speak to
Pierce when we went growing up. Nobody did. Nobody talked about Paul Pierce. Paulie was closer to Antoine Jameson than he was Carmelo Anthony. Nobody talked about Paul. Paul had the worst look of all time. He had a terrible headband, a terrible armband, dusty shoes, a dusty game, and he pooped on himself. Nobody respected him. Nobody except people in Boston.
Yeah, only real niggas respected Paul Pierce. I don't know what you was doing.
Everybody in the street.
I don't know what you was doing up in the
respected
mountains.
Paul.
I don't know what y'all was doing up in the mountains when y'all was secluded from the rest of the world.
Not
But
secluded, the world.
All the
It was
real ones
Carmelo,
respected Paul Pierce.
Dwayne Wade,
all the real
and
ones.
it was him.
All the real ones
Melo
respected
and
Paul
Braun.
Pierce.
It was Kobe. Even Kobe. Nobody brought up
You
Paul Pierce.
sound like a
matter of
girl.
fact, real talk,
He
real
was
talk, real
dusty.
talk.
Look
When
at
they
his
asked Kobe in
headband.
his prime,
Nigga,
Kobe,
what?
who's the hardest player you got to guard? He ain't say no Paulie P. He said
He's giving different
Carmelo.
answers.
No, Carmelo.
I've heard
Carmelo.
Melo. I've heard Tracy
Melo,
McGrady,
KD, and T-Mac. I've heard
and
all them.
KD.
Carmelo, yeah, but
I mean,
Melo,
shit, to be fair, that's a hell of a top three.
fastest first step. He was a bulldog. He ain't bring up no Paul Pierce. Ain't nobody worried about Paul. Stay up there in Boston. Matter of fact, you weren't nothing relevant until KG had to go up there and save you with Ray Allen. And then Rajon Rondo outplayed you in multiple playoff games too. Since you want to talk about that, you want to bring that up. What was he without Kendrick Perkins? What was he without Rajon Rondo? He had to get Ray Allen and all of them. All Carmelo had was Chauncey Billups. That's all. And they went to the Western Conference Final, and he put up a dogfight versus Kobe and that loaded Lakers team. Paul Pierce out here throwing up stinkers with a better team. Matter of fact, Boston was the favorite to win that series, and they lost because Paul sucked. Boo!
You talking about y'all went to the Western Conference Finals in what year?
09.
09? Okay.
1 year with the
What you thought
much
it
more.
was gonna be 08?
Swipe
You
is
thought it was gonna be
spreadsheet
08?
FC till it's Melo.
No, I'm just like, so
What FC? What FC?
You
What-
see
like, what
spreadsheet
year
FC
y'all
and
still
it's
tell- y'all
Melo.
still couldn't win.
Yeah.
No.
Still couldn't
Okay.
win.
Let's be
Still
honest. The
couldn't
real
win.
question is, who's better, peak Paul Pierce or peak Draymond?
The fact
Oh
that,
yeah,
I seen
Real
Paul
Talk say
Pierce.
Chris Middleton better than Clay. I seen you say that. Shout out to you. Real Talk.
And
I
I
seen that.
still believe that. By the way,
You
I
think
don't
Chris
give a
Middleton
damn.
better than Reggie Miller as well? Just to...
Ooh, if y'all think I disrespect Magic,
Yeah,
Y'all can't even take you niggas seriously right now.
I don't fuck with Reggie Miller. Hey, look, the Jimmy
We
Butler
did
of
not
his
get swept,
time,
Adam.
he was
It was
cool.
4-2. And the only reason it was 4-2 because Anthony Carter couldn't inbound the ball. And I asked George Karl to his face, why did you have Anthony Carter inbounding the ball? He was a good passer. I didn't think about it at the time. And I like George. That was ridiculous. He cost us the game. We should have been up 2-1 after game 3. And Anthony Carter cost us that game.
But Mars, I did see somebody ask that question. It was like, oh, so that means you think he's better than Reggie Miller and Ray Allen. And I'm like, no, Ray Allen could.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I didn't ask about Ray, but
Yeah,
Reggie, the same stuff sort of applies. That's why I asked.
Yeah.
So you do think he's better than Reggie?
I don't know. That's tough, I guess. What do you think is better though? You got Clay?
Yeah, we spoke about it a few days before. I said I got Clay, but I understand the Chris Middleton argument.
Yeah, people was acting like Chris Middleton ain't have no argument. I'm like,
hey, Mars.
What the heck?
Matter of fact,
hello.
Joe Johnson, was he better than Paul Pierce?
No.
You're not gonna. Like, I'm asking. I just want to make it abundantly clear.
I'm not telling. I'm asking.
Every time it's a pool piss segment, I've never been on your side. I just want to make sure you know that. I've never been on your side. I've never agreed with you on pool piss.
But bro, you got to grow up in the era, Ron. You know what I'm talking about. Nobody talked about Paul. That's why Draymond got away with saying what he said to him, and nobody did nothing to him. You think they love you like Kobe? Matter of fact, you think they love you like Melo? No. He don't even get invited to the game. Nobody asked Paul Pierce for his. Matter of fact, I just seen Paul Pierce playing one-on-one the other day, and Ox, he didn't want to do nothing. Dude stripped him. Talking about foul. He missed the layup.
Do you know who that dude? Do you know who that dude is? They was playing.
Melo would never have that happen.
No. Do you know who that dude is?
Melo would never have that happen.
You don't even know who you're looking at because you niggas are secluded up there in bumfuck Denver. Y'all don't know what's going on in the real world. You have no idea what's going on in the real world. Talk about what we. Nigga, ain't no we. There's us and y'all. Nigga, ain't no we. You don't know what's going on in the real world.
Will Melo let that happen to him? Melo right now will put hands on
Melo ain't do shit but ruin Amari Stoudemire's career. That's the only thing Melo ever did.
All right, y'all.
The only thing Melo ever did was ruin Amari's career.
We got super chat, so we got to get up out of here. My man Jay White said, "What's up, guys? This is my first super chat, but can we talk about my boys on a 9-game winning streak? And if we win tonight, how do you guys feel about us?" I'm gonna answer this, Jay, because he's talking about the Spurs. You guys are on an 8-game winning streak right now, I believe.
8 of the last 9, something like that.
Yeah, so you guys are on an 8-game winning streak. You've also won 9 out of your last 10. However, you guys play against the Pistons tonight, that's a big ass game.
Yeah.
If you guys win tomorrow, I can almost promise you we're going to be talking about the Spurs tomorrow. If the Pistons, who's on a 5-game win streak right now, win tomorrow, I can almost promise you we're going to be talking about the Pistons. But I can guarantee you even more than that, we'll be talking about that game heavily tomorrow. So we tapped in, Jay. Also, too, I do want to say this about the Pistons. The Pistons got a crazy-ass week this week. So tonight, they play against the Spurs. Wednesday, they play against OKC. At OKC, I believe. At OKC. And then on Friday, they're playing in Cleveland. So they got the Spurs, OKC, and Cleveland. So we're going to learn a lot about the Pistons this week. But moving on to the next super chat, and that is from another one from Big Za 00JJK, the GOAT anime. Said off topic, but Swiper, you see GOT got
Game of Thrones.
You see the Game of Thrones spinoff had the first 10 out of 10 on IMBD since Breaking Bad season 5.
What's that, House of Dragons?
No, the new one. House of Dragons is the other one. Their season 3 is getting ready to come out. This one, I'll get the exact name so I don't lie to you. It's called what's the show name, y'all? Game of Thrones.
I don't know. I didn't even know they had a spinoff coming.
It's
like what's supposed to
all a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. I apologize, y'all. I should remember that top of the head. No, so what I'm doing right now, Ox, is I haven't watched it because I'm waiting for the episodes to stack up because I'm finishing. I don't know if you've seen The Pit, Ox. Do you like hospital shows?
The Pit, that's the one where it blew up in. Oh no.
No, it's a hospital show on HBO.
No, I don't know.
It's really good. I'm actually finishing.
I used to watch hospital shows, ER, House, those close clear.
Yeah, so I just finished that. The next episode comes out Thursday, but I'm about to actually start watching the new Game of Thrones spinoff. And I've heard Ox crazy things. Did you watch the original Game of Thrones, Ox?
Hell yeah, of course.
Have you watched the House of Dragons?
Most of it.
Okay, so I would say finish that. This is after House of Dragons, I believe. Or I can't remember the timeline.
So it's in between.
Yeah, I think it's in between the timeline between when you get to the original Game of Thrones. This is like the very end of the Targaryens this is actually when the Targaryens still had their their dragons and all that kind of stuff. So then, yeah, you can move on. But it's amazing. It's amazing. Bro.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna check that out for sure. I didn't even know about it. I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Hopes Never Stops said, how is the player who is great at both creating for himself and others not more valuable than the predominant scorer?
Well, my thing with that is just like I've said before. If I have the ball in my hands and I don't pass it to him and I score, that's 2 points. If I have the ball in my hands and I pass it to him and he scores, that's 2 points. You know what I'm saying? The scoreboard don't really care how the points get up there. You know what I mean? That's my thing. So it's like, yeah, I might be creating for you or whatever, or I might just score the basket. All that matters is the ball got in the hole. That's all the basketball is about. Did you put the basketball in the hole? It got there? How did it get there? Who gives a fuck?
There you have it. Pimp named Slickback said, apparently the Nets are bad because we wanted Cam Thomas to pass and defend more. The sixth man who's just a bucket getter isn't making the money Cam wants. But go off.
The Nets being mad at any kind of real talent they have on their team is, I guess, bro.
Frank C said, when is Swiper going to admit Jokic can't be the MVP because he plays no defense?
Never. Stands
again, saying a player plays no defense when they actually play defense, and the team defense is better when he's on the court, and he had 5 stocks yesterday. I just have issues with that.
The team defense isn't better when he's on the floor. We went over this already.
It is actually.
It's Aaron Gordon.
No, I know, but Penn didn't know what he's talking about. Respect the Penn.
But I did. Aaron Gordon changes everything.
Oh, you're talking about the AG stuff? Yeah, for sure. AG definitely adds to that for sure. But it is better with he's on the floor.
Better than what?
Better. It's 121 with him off PBP, and then 116 with him on. So 5 points worse.
What source are you using right now?
Just go to PBP stats.
And when he comes off the floor, who else comes off the floor? Like, what's the lineups like? Is he coming off?
That's just individual. The same thing we've done to everybody else, just individual off and on. But it is way better with AG on the floor. But the real fun thing about here, real talk, because the media group chat we were in last night, is actually when he doesn't have Jamal on the floor, and that's the only change. It's a 109. So might be something to that.
Oh, now
both of them niggas suck on defense. That's what it is. They're like Cat and JB. We're going to talk about Cat. No. Can't talk about Jamal and Jokic because
Murray is better defender.
Of those 4, Jokic is the worst defender.
No. That's what I'm saying. No.
All right, y'all. Howdy789 said, wait, I just thought about this. Ox, is the reason that you hate Draymond Green because what he said to Paul Pierce? Laughing my ass off. What did he say to Paul Pierce?
That shit about Kobe. But that's my thing. Like, no, because I don't even. My thing with that was it was just kind of weird because I was like, who the fuck do you think you are to say this to Paul Pierce? You know what I mean?
He's Draymond.
Draymond Green, 4-time champ, Defensive Player of the Year, Hall of Famer. Respect him.
Okay, well, fine.
One of the best players on one of the best dynasties in the sports history.
Well, that's
who.
actually true.
That's who.
Okay.
Artur Vieira sent through a super chat and said, y'all gonna tax SGA the same way y'all tax Jokic?
You got 2 more super chats after y'all said that.
But that's because that's Arturo. He was doing that just being funny because
he was doing that being funny after y'all did.
Answer the question.
What's the question? Tax him? I need another super chat.
I am not going to tax anyone for that nonsense. That's not my back. Shout out to y'all though.
Pimp named Slickback.
But you wait, no, get that fucking shit off the screen. Sorry, excuse my language. I'm sorry. Look, Swiper, you're not going to tax what happens in a full game, but you'll tax 10 minutes of off-on numbers.
It's not the same conversation, brother.
Yeah, it's close enough to me.
No,
I just want to fucking punch something right now.
Punch Ron then.
Damn it, bro.
Oh, he's the closest one to you. Punch Ron.
You punch me. That's the last thing you punch.
I'm not saying I want to punch one of y'all because I'm not a violent man. You know, I'm not that type of
dude. You hands on somebody, Ox.
Security?
Do you have to?
Maybe like last summer,
Like actually physically grab them?
Yeah. But niggas don't be wanting to fight with me, Swiper. I'll sit a nigga down quick, so we not really.
That's that tall nonsense, bro. Like people think you tougher than you are, bro. I mean, it's a good thing.
No. That's no, because I'm not a tough guy at all. But that's the problem, Swiper. I'll be trying to tell people, I'm a target. When people get a little sauce in them and they get the feeling themselves, they be picking out and they be like, that's the guy I'm gonna fuck with tonight. And they'd be like, bro, that's not really how you want to end your night. But then they got to find out the hard way. And it's like, bro, I'm just here kicking it. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
not what happened the last time in Phoenix. You want me to tell him that story, Big Ox?
You could tell any story you want, Ron.
All right.
My thing's why because
what happened the last time you saw Chill? Did he not have you hinned up on the wall when your feet dangling in the air like this? And then afterwards, real talk, he was like, "Damn, Chill's strong. That's strong in the mug."
Chill is strong. If I was wrestling with you, I would probably say you're strong. Probably. If I was wrestling real talk, I would say he's strong.
Ron, I could pin you to the ground and you wouldn't get up though. Like, you know what I mean? I would rob your pockets on the ground. That's the difference. Chill was just backing off on you.
I ain't gonna lie, Ron, that probably would happen. But I mean, I just didn't want me to tell y'all, but when we was at the penthouse part, I did see somebody had Ox pent up, hanging him up damn near over the balcony, talking about, you know what I'm saying? Hey, why you holler at my old lady like that?
So now somebody Suge Knighted me?
Yeah, somebody Suge Knighted.
I got dangled over about.
I had to come save Ox life out there.
Don't let Swiper rub off on you with these goofy ass.
Where was
I? Lying for no reason. You right?
Because Swiper just.
I've never lied on you. I've never lied on you. I've never had to lie on you.
Swiper, okay.
J-Rob didn't tell me that story about he hemmed you up. J-Rob told me that story.
That's not the only time you've ever come up here and just blatantly lie.
How was that a lie if it happened?
It didn't happen to you.
J-Rob told me that. So how you mad at me?
All right, bro. Okay.
Ron, have you denied that story every time I brought it up? No, exactly.
Yes, I have. I told you know what?
It wasn't worse than Phoenix, but I seen what I seen.
Hey, and y'all look. Hey, when we was out there, Ron told me the James Harden story too. And this how it went.
Yo, we got to get up out of here. I got, we got places I got to be. But however, pimp named Slickback said, like you want to just get buckets, fine. You're make 15. Don't come to me. Oh, you can make 15, but don't come to me asking for 30 million unless you bring in 30 million value. That's why no one else wanted to pay. Talk about Cam Thomas. All right, Dalton Smith sent through a members chat and said, Strickland got the KO. USA wins gold. Great weekend.
Yeah, Strickland's a horrible. You know who that is, Ox, the MMA dude that was up there mouthing at the podium and all that stuff. But yeah, shout out Team USA. Team USA actually dominated. We got 12 golds in the Winter Olympics. That's the most we've ever gotten.
Shout out to USA. Kiffy sent through a members chat and said, how about them Sixers spanking Minnesota? Maxi. Eye emojis.
But you see, Swiper with guys like him, it's just like those are the type of motherfuckers you just don't even argue with. You can't even give them any type of pub, because that's what they're doing it for. That's what they're doing it for.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Ox. In real life, I think there's some. I don't know, bro. There's some MMA fighters I would absolutely fight. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Like I just respectfully respected them. I would absolutely fight them. Like. No issue, no whatsoever.
Well, some people are the type that can only fight in those type of settings.
That's what I'm saying.
It's controlled and everything. But a lot of dudes is the type where you get slapped in your mouth and really shut the fuck. I'm sorry, excuse my language. I'm cursing a lot today. Really get slapped in your mouth and really just shut up. You know what I'm saying? But and a lot of them dudes, they're so small and they look big on TV, and it's like. You're like 160.
Yeah, Ron, just they be wanting to wrestle with all that Diddy sauce on them. Like, bro, watch out, bro. Like, come out here and fight me in the streets, bro.
But that's just how it is, though, man. That's just how it is. Like, whatever. Because my thing is outside. Like, I pick up a bottle. You know what I'm saying? What's up? However, bro.
Wait. Right now, Ron, let me ask you this. Being real, Ox. Conor McGregor right now, it's like he's like 5'6". Do you think you could fight Conor if you had to?
I'll beat Conor up. But you got I'm sorry, and I've said this before, and I know a lot of people are like, they're trained fighters. If you're 160, 5'6", bro, I'm going to hurt you. Like none of that shit matters. I don't care, bro. I just don't care. I'm gonna beat your ass. And my thing is, you know what I'm saying? I done did my own little training too. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously not to that level, of course. You know what I'm saying? Not at all. But man, these dudes are so little, bro. So little.
All right, IRL Time sent through a members chat and said AJ is the best scorer. Darren needs to play and beat Houston if he wants to stay from that spotlight. If he wants to stay from that spotlight, Kingston should get up there. Should get up for this game. Boozer? Question mark or exclamation mark. It's gonna be a good game tonight. I'm excited to see what Darren does. Excited to see what Kingston does. It's gonna be a big one.
Yeah,
Howdy 789 said, I seen Swiper say Jokic been a positive defender.
Yeah, on the team. Yeah. But probably says more about where they are with the roster, honestly. It's unfortunate, man. They'll be healthy soon. Peyton Watson, Aaron Gordon, all the way back.
Captown Hope sent through a members chat and said, Mitch never been shit, won't ever be shit. Face it.
Who's Mitch? Oh, Don.
We got a couple new members. Kraken Tales sent through a member or became a member. Shout out Kraken Tales. NY Kareem 2001. Y'all know him. He also became a member. Salute to both of them. Thanks for joining up. If you're not a member, once again, become a member. Subscribe on YouTube if you haven't subscribed. Follow us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all platforms, Facebook, and just keep pulling up to our YouTube show Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Pacific time, 11 to 2 p.m. Eastern time. We got a few more members chats, and then we're going to get up out of here. G. Wizardo said, who would you say has the single largest gap to the number 2 in today's game, i.e. Jokic playmaking, and then the next person's playmaking? It's defense for me. I think Wemby is clear and by far the best defender in the league.
I think I don't know, bro. I don't know if Wemby's the best defender in the league, bro. I think I like Gobert.
Yeah. To me, I got Wemby by far. Shadsky on every platform sent through a members chat and said, so how the F is Cade better than Jokic? Y'all still haven't answered his questions. Shadsky gonna fuck y'all up.
I'm not saying Cade is better than Jokic. I'm just saying I think he has a better MVP argument. Like I said before, I think Jokic's MVP argument is right there with Kawhi's MVP argument.
All right, it's Zamzay said that boy Marv's good. Jordan Reed 901 says, shout out PC. I appreciate you, Jordan Reed. We'll catch up with y'all same time tomorrow, same place. Y'all know where to find us. It's been a good-ass show. Tomorrow will be an even better show. Make sure to tap into 2 games tonight because we will be talking about this heavily tomorrow. The Spurs versus the Pistons tonight. Number 1 team in the East, number 2 team in the West. And then we have number 2 Houston playing against number 8 Kansas. 2 potential top 5 picks are playing against each other. Y'all be sure to tap in. We'll be back tomorrow, same place.
Those rankings are about to change, Ron, because of the other
Kansas lost?
Yeah. No.
Oh, because Houston lost.
Houston lost to Arizona, and then Duke beat Michigan.
Yeah, well, I mean, as of right now, though, it's 2-8, but yeah, they definitely gonna switch up. I mean, it's gonna switch up regardless tonight. One of them got to lose.
Yeah, true.
But all right, y'all. Same time tomorrow. Make sure to subscribe, become a member. We out.